एक मिनट, ये मैं आवाज थोड़ा कम कर देता हूँ गाइस। सो व्हाट्स अप गाइस, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, हेलो, हाय, कैसे हो सब, गुड आफ्टरनून। और चलो आज शुरू करते हैं। थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर ट्यूनिंग इनटू द स्ट्रीम नाउ। लेट्स रीड द चैट। कहाँ गई भाई चैट? Hey, what's up, Killer 10? You are the first one. Thanks a lot for tuning in, bro. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Appreciated, brother. Hello, Alpha X. Welcome, Arjun, Ranjan, Aesthetic, June, Bawa, Prabhal, Goyal. Welcome, welcome, Karanjay, Sachin. कैसा है भाई? अनुभव, शाश्वत. Welcome, निश्चित. Welcome, आर्यन. आज PaperX का मैच है. Yes, yes, आज PaperX का मैच है और आज हम साथ में देखेंगे भी मैच. Hey, what's up? हेलो हेलो करण, कोई चांस है गेम में बने रहने का? यस, हम लोग अपर ब्रैकेट में थे, अभी मैच हार गए तो अभी लोअर ब्रैकेट में आ गए हैं हम लोग. सो व्हाट्स अप मंस, वेलकम. हैक्स, एस्क्यूडो का हब लिंक का लिंक प्लीज. एस्क्यूडो के हब का लिंक आप यहाँ पर देख सकते हो. फेसिट पे जाके आप ई समुराई गेम्स टाइप करोगे तो आ जाएगा वो हब का लिंक. ब्रो फर्स्ट इन योर चैट, व्हाट्स अप अल्फा एक्स. अनिश यादव, लॉस्ट गेम बट स्टिल इन द गेम, मतलब लॉस्ट सेमीफाइनल्स इन स्टिल इन द गेम, मतलब वो ब्रैकेट है, अपर ब्रैकेट में थे हम लोग लोअर ब्रैकेट में आ गए अभी. पेपर एक्स का गेम लगाना? यस, लगाएंगे लगाएंगे, रुक जाओ थोड़ा सब्र रख भाई. कैन वी अर्न मनी फ्रॉम CSGO? डिपेंड्स हाउ गुड यू प्ले. इफ यू आर अंडर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कमा सकते हो ब्रो. चीता प्लेज, बट मैंने एंटी स्पोर्ट्स का MK ले लिया. सर आपका मैच का क्या हुआ? हार गए यार, 16-10 हार रहे शायद. कमबैक हो रहा था बट आई गेस हम लोग अगर जो टी साइड 1-2 राउंड और निकाल लेते तो शायद हम लोग कमबैक आराम से कर लेते, या फिर हम लोग पिस्टल राउंड भी जीत जाते ना तो भी कमबैक कर लेते यार. बट क्या करें, कोई बात नहीं, यही सिला होता है शायद विदाउट प्रैक्टिस खेलने का. कोई बात नहीं. लॉस्ट अगेंस्ट हूम? ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स. एट अ पॉइंट इट फेल्ट लाइक कमबैक वाज रियल. यस ब्रो, इवन आई फेल्ट, बट कोई बात नहीं. नाइस ट्राई वन, थैंक यू. हाय भैया, कैसे हो? मैं सही हूँ मेरे भाई, तू बता. आज पेपरएक्स का मैच स्ट्रीम करोगे? यस, स्ट्रीम करेंगे ना, बट मुझे लगता है ट्विच से स्ट्रीम करेंगे हम लोग, क्योंकि मेरे को अभी तक आईपी तो मिला नहीं है और आईपी मिलेगा भी नहीं क्योंकि वो ESL स्ट्रीम कर रहा है. सो यस, आईपी विल बी हिडन. कैन यू एक्सप्लेन द सेकंड राउंड ऑन टी साइड? देखना पड़ेगा यार, अभी हम लोग ने क्या, मैं तो भूल भी गया सेकंड राउंड क्या किया था हम लोग ने. वेल प्लेड टुडे ब्रो, थैंक यू देवर गया. थैंक यू यार, थैंक यू देवर गया. 2 players in T base holding 2 rushing B. भाई वो जिसने कॉल दिया ना, आप उसको ही पूछो, मेरे को मत पूछो. जिसने कॉल दिया उसको ही पूछो भाई, उसके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था. टुडे लाइटनिंग फास्ट वाज प्लेइंग इन GES. भाई why in semifinals they don't keep best of 3? Because this is not that semifinals कि आप लोग जो सोच रहे हो, ये एक बस एक लाइक ब्रैकेट वाला सेमीफाइनल्स है. ये वो वाला नहीं है कि आप सेमीफाइनल्स हार जाओ तो आप बाहर हो जाओगे, नहीं, ये वो लोअर ब्रैकेट अपर ब्रैकेट वाला सेमीफाइनल्स है. इसके बाद एक और ग्रैंड फाइनल्स होगा. फिर वो जो सब बेसिकली इन सब का मकसद ये है कि 4 टीम को लैंड फिलाने तक पहुंचाना है. अब 4 टीम कौन होंगी पता नहीं, 5 टीम बची है, उनमें से 4 टीम कौन होगी पता नहीं. कल कब मैच है? कल मैच नहीं है रे. अब किसके साथ मैच है? अब जो फिनिक्स Esports और रेकनिंग Esports में जो हारेगा वो हमारे साथ में खेलेगा. और कल होगा शायद ग्लोबल Esports वर्सेस ब्लेज, कल हो सकता है. बातों बातों में तू भूल ही गया गाइज. लाइक कर देना, लाइक करना मत भूलना गाइज, लाइक करना मत भूलना. एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब. ओके, सो पेपरएक्स का पिक आ गया है, ट्रेन, जो कि पेपरएक्स का पिक है. इन्फर्नो आ गया है पिक VC गेमिंग का, और फिर लास्ट में है मिराज जो कि है VC गेमिंग का पिक. वो लोग का आई थिंक आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स ये बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है, बट ये पिक बैन का फेस थोड़ा अलग है इसमें. पेपरएक्स रिमूव्ड ओवरपास, VC गेमिंग रिमूव्ड डस्ट 2, पेपर पिक्ड ट्रेन, VC पिक्ड इन्फर्नो, पेपर रिमूव्ड वर्टिगो, VC रिमूव्ड वर्टिगो, और लास्ट में जो 2 बचा है वो उसमें से आई थिंक पेपरएक्स ने बैन किया होगा. भाई नो मैटर व्हाट यू आर द बेस्ट, आई विल कीप सपोर्टिंग यू, प्लीज कंटिन्यू मेकिंग कंटेंट। थैंक यू प्रियांशु, थैंक यू। आप लोग का यही सब जो वर्ड है छू जाता है यार दिमाग, दिमाग नहीं दिल को, और दिमाग को भी। पेपर एक्स इंडियन टीम है? नहीं नहीं, इंडियन टीम नहीं है, बट वो लोग ने एक प्लेयर है जो अभी खेल रहा था ग्लोबल में, उसको डेथ मेकर को लोन पे लिया है। सो इसलिए मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ कि अच्छा लगता है कि कोई एक इंडिया का बंदा बाहर की टीम के लिए खेल रहा है। सिंगापुर ही सही, बट सिंगापुर टीम है यार। मतलब रेकनिंग वर्सेस वुल्फ होने वाला है अभी, हो सकता है नहीं भी हो सकता है, फिनिक्स जीत भी सकती है हार भी सकती है। 2 दिन बोला था डिस्पॉट के लिए, क्या हुआ ब्रो? करेंगे भाई करेंगे। सकनदीप रॉय थैंक यू 40 यार, नाइस ट्राई। आज नाम सही से सकन नहीं, संखादीप, सॉरी 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 मेरे भाई, सॉरी। केस ओपनिंग आज करेंगे करेंगे सब करेंगे। कंट्रोल हाई सर, बिग फैन, वेलकम। आप आईजीएल नहीं हो क्यों? मैं आईजीएल नहीं हूँ ये टीम में। कभी कभी मैं कॉल दे देता हूँ 1-2 राउंड, बट मैं आईजीएल पूरी तरह नहीं हूँ ये टीम में, क्योंकि ये टीम में हंटर आईजीएल है भाई। वाइन सेमीफाइनल्स डोंट कीप बेस्ट ऑफ 3 बोल दिया। इवन पेपर एक्स कोच इज इंडियन, यस। जो पेपर एक्स का कोच है वो है सो स्ट्रॉन्ग का ओनर प्रशांत प्रभाकर। ऑल द बेस्ट ब्रो अपकमिंग मैचेस के लिए। थैंक यू अक्षित भाई। दर्पण क्या क्या क्या, दर्पण क्या, मोहम्मद फैजल क्या, टीबोन के चैनल पे क्या हो रहा है भाई? नई वीडियो कब आएगी बोलो? अच्छा नई वीडियो टीबोन के चैनल पे आएगी संडे को, सही है। सब्सक्राइब गाइस। संखदीप, सॉरी यार संखदीप, शंखदीप। एक्चुअली बंगालीज ऐसा बोलेंगे शायद तेरा नाम शंखदीप, शंखदीप, एम आई राइट? शंखदीप, क्योंकि वो लोग एकदम मीठा काइंड ऑफ प्रोनाउंस करते हैं, रसगुल्ला या शंखदीप रॉय रॉय। मिराज इज द नेक्स्ट जस्ट फॉर इंडिया, यस यार। हम लोग तो, मैं तो बोल रहा था मिराज मत पिक कर भाई, फिर भी यार मिराज पिक कर लिया। आप हार गए क्या? यस हार गया भाई, बट नॉट आउट। अकॉर्डिंग टू मी यू आर द बेस्ट आईजीएल इंडिया, थैंक यू यार देवांश। एस्क्यूडो कल साई की स्ट्रीम पे तारीफ कर रहा था, क्या क्या तारीफ कर रहा था रे जेड? हेलो ब्रो, नाइस गेम यार बट हार्ड लक। कोई ना भाई, स्टिल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू मेरे भाई। आई आल्सो वांट टू गो प्रोफेशनल। रिजल्ट शो कर मेरे भाई, और क्या। जल खाबे मैं गंदा बच्चा ही हूँ ब्रो। आपके हेडफोन्स सराउंड साउंड है क्या? यस ये हेडफोन्स 7.1 सराउंड साउंड सपोर्ट करते हैं, बट मैं ऑफ रखता हूँ, इसको ऑफ रखता हूँ क्योंकि सीएस में 7.1 सराउंड साउंड लेके क्या करेगा रे। चलो जल्दी जल्दी मैं लॉगिन कर लेता हूँ गाइस, ऐसे ही बात करते रहा ना तो क्योंकि गेम चालू नहीं हुआ इसलिए बात कर रहा हूँ। अरे यार आज क्या हो गया भाई, आज जो हुआ मैं क्या ही बोलूं भाई। टी साइड में राउंड्स ही नहीं निकल पाए हमारे, 11-4 हाफ मिराज में अच्छा हाफ नहीं है। और अगर जो फ्लैट फॉर हो भी गया तो पिस्टल राउंड नहीं जीता ना तो बहुत भारी हो जाता है कमबैक, बहुत भारी। हम लोग पिस्टल राउंड हार गए, पिस्टल राउंड जीत जाते ना तो आराम से 16-12 15-12 14-12 ऐसा कुछ हो जाता, आराम से कमबैक हो जाता यार। बट क्या करें अभी, एवरीथिंग डजंट गो ऑन योर वे, देयर आर मिस्टेक्स व्हिच हैपन। जॉइन बटन कब आ रहा है? जॉइन बटन करता हूं। रोड टू प्रोफेशनल, ए व्हाट्स अप, व्हाट, वेलकम, हेलो एक्सपोज किंग, व्हाट्स अप अमन, टाइटनट्रॉन, हेलो भाई, हेलो। अच्छा सिगरेट कैसे पिया जाता है? डिसाइफर भाई, सिगरेट विगरेट की बात कर रहे हो? नॉट सहज, व्हाट्स अप नॉट सहज, वेलकम वेलकम। मैच स्टार्टेड नहीं रे, मैच स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है मेरे भाई।
I would say expertise dwindles a little bit. I've seen the guys from Vici, but PaperX, I can't say I know too much in this field.
Hold my hand.
मैच स्टार्ट हो गया, थैंक यू, लेट्स गो गाइस, लेट्स गो एंड वॉच।
Out as well, but that's the jig up. PaperX, kind of like an interesting lineup. It's kind of like the built to be the Southeast Asian super team. They haven't had much success of late. They have a couple of switch ups. Players getting switched out, and now we have a Deathmaker, one of the, not just one of the, I do believe he would be the best Indian player I've seen the past year and a half, getting picked
I
up
can
at least
think
on
of
a
one who's
trial
better.
basis.
Past
Oh
year and
yeah,
a half.
I wonder who that is. Are we gonna mention that, or are
No,
we just gonna...
no, we're not.
No,
no,
Hashtag
we're not.
losing
All
it.
right.
we're not bringing that up again. It's had its run in the sun. He's not gonna become infamous. Let's put it that way. You always remember the bad guys. We're gonna forget him. That's what's happening. He will not be remembered. Here we go though. It is going to be the execution. Nice start for Deathmaker, but Orman has already managed to trade 2 back and return, and they haven't managed to take any aggressive positions. So it's going to be up to Divide to really do a lot of the damage. This P250 Kevlar, the mini raid boss, gives him a chance at range. Already picks off 1, but he'll be traded out very quickly indeed. Now Alex has to try and fight versus 2. He's only got 1 bullet left in the clip, so has to reload. That gives them the extra space. They do need to get moving. And he's actually starting to get the kills. He's found the first, the second low, and he'll actually clutch that out. It looked like it had Vici written all
Mr.
over
Alex.
it, but PaperX take the pistol.
Hey,
They
what's up,
do
Ruturaj?
indeed, and Alex clutching it out there, quite.
TM ने अच्छा entry लिया, एक kill. But
The
Oman
interesting
ने
thing
थोड़ा
with
trade
both the
कर लिया.
lineups would be the fact that both Alex and Advent, who are the respective in-game leaders of PaperX and Vici, aren't really known for their fragging capability. Alex was once upon a time, a long time ago. And
Galaxy
Advent, of
far
course,
away?
Galaxy far away as well. But for Advent, he is notorious, but also
Some games
the
करो ना,
only
missing it.
full-fledged
करेंगे,
in-game
करेंगे.
leader in the entirety of Asia, and the success that Vici
लेट हो गया
finds
नेट, थोड़ा लेट हो गया भाई.
it's
Guy,
not
but good
hyperbole.
नेट.
It's a
Guys,
fact.
वो
It's an
side के
actual
बीच में
legit
जाता है
fact. He's
नेट.
the only real in-game leader in Asia. But then when you have players like Kaze, Jam Young, just popping off, there's
Now
not much
you
you
know
can
the
do. And Vici, many people would say,
Hello,
the
hello,
best team in
Vedant.
Asia,
Hello,
except for
bro.
the fact that for some reason when they face off against Tai Lu, they just
Oh, teammate flash.
completely capitulate. But
Nice flash, nice flash.
PaperX, they have the task cut out for them. This is
VC
gonna be a
एकदम
very
ऐसा
hard
लगता है
game
ना
indeed. And the
प्रिपेयर हो
fact
क्या
they
ये
picked
रे
Train, the
ऐसा
map that
VC
have
मतलब
also
ऑफ कोर्स वो लोग के पास
traditionally,
डेमो नहीं
historically
रहेगा
been
रिव्यू
very
करने के लिए
comfortable on
बिकॉज
means.
वो लोग का
It's
लाइनअप
not
अभी
gonna be
चेंज
easy
हो
versus
गया है.
3 at all for
बेनकाय
the
आ गया है
Singaporean,
और
Malaysian,
डेटमेकर को
Indonesian
लोन पे
Indians.
ले लिया है. तो यस
Not a
मार्च निंजा
mouthful
थैंक यू
at
फॉर
all.
40 ब्रो.
Had to say it.
Well, I've already forgotten everything.
क्या कर रहे हो गाइस? कम ऑन
So,
लेट्स गो.
we are gonna have
जल्दी
an
जल्दी लाइक
investment
कर दो
here
आधा
from
घंटा
Vici,
से पहले.
of course,
लेट्स गो
bringing in
गाइस.
the Dirty Deegs, an SMG and a Scout for Kaze. There's a few
आपको तो
players
पता ही है
within this
हमारा
roster that
15 मिनट में
I
क्या
pretty much
रिकॉर्ड रहता है.
recognize
जल्दी
everyone
जल्दी
on
लाइक
their
कर दो
side of
गाइस.
things,
जल्दी जल्दी
certainly
लाइक कर दो एक एक
Jam
करके.
Young. I don't think I've
और
casted him before,
सब्सक्राइब भी
but
कर
the
देना
youngster
अगर जो
who
सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो.
basically told me has been killing it in like a sort of FPL style of play. But we'll see if he is going to still be able to put up those numbers.
Kaze.
Then you got the likes of Zoking, the craziest arm movements in the whole of Counter-Strike. I think he's unforgettable with the way that he moves around that mouse pad.
It is. Zoking. I wish we had those player cams. Like how complex do you have this high def? I don't know what cameras do you use, like an IMAX camera or something.
What's up Evan bhai?
I
सही
would
हूँ
love
नील
to have
क्रेट्स.
that in,
How are you
on
सत्यजीत?
Zoking,
Thank
just to
you
see
bro.
him
सर आपके
attempt to
हिसाब से कौन
dislocate his
जीतेगा
wrist every
NIP या
time he goes for a
वाइटैलिटी?
flick.
वाइटैलिटी.
Just talking about his teams though, like for PaperX, they started out a few months ago, didn't really find much success, but now they
Proud
have
of you
managed
guys so
to
much
get
that you
Benkai back.
reached
One of my
semi-finals. We
favorite
are
Southeast Asian players
still
for,
in the bracket
Valorant.
guys. हम लोग
Didn't
lower
have to go
bracket
for
में
his
अभी upper
compulsory
bracket में
military
नहीं है.
service, which is a thing for
So yes, we are
CSGO.
still in the
And
game
now that he's
guys.
done with it, he's back to
क्या ही
fragging
कर सकते हैं
days,
without practice तो और
back in
क्या
the
expect
virtual
करेगा
server
रे?
instead of real life. So
चलेगा अभी क्या ही कर सकते हैं.
that's an improvement. Yes.
This is a round that you definitely don't see too often.
अब मैच किसके साथ है? Match is
everyone
against the
survived.
loser of Phoenix Esports and
That in itself
Reckoning
is
Esports.
not something that ever really happens, but it does mean that Vici gets
चलो
a
जल्दी
second
जल्दी लाइक दबा
chance
दो
at
गाइस. अगर
life.
जो लाइक
They
नहीं दबाया तो
gambled quite
लाइक
heavily on
दबा
the
दो.
B site in this round,
फट फट
and,
लाइक दबा दो.
well,
200 पहुंचा दो
unfortunately,
भाई.
their opposition
300
went
लोग
towards
देख
them.
रहे हो
It's a
सालो.
very
एक
good
एक करके
start for
लाइक करोगे
PaperX in
हमारा
the
तो
sense
300
that
पार हो जाएगा.
they
Come
have
on
just
यार.
been able to build up some
Yes,
tactics by
not
keeping
fair, not
players
fair.
alive.
300 watching
However,
100
those
likes भी नहीं.
SMGs
हाँ ना
have
यार.
sort of
Not
become
fair guys.
null
चलो
and
जल्दी
void.
जल्दी
We'll
लाइक
go
कर
back
दो.
into this
और अगर
round
जो
with
नए हो
another
स्ट्रीम पे
attempt
तो
to make some cash,
सब्सक्राइब
but
कर देना.
if even Vici just managed to not die to SMGs, they're
Okay,
kinda
so
gonna be
Benkai ने
worthless going
presence
into the next round.
फ्लैश डाल के बोला है कि भाई हम लोग तो
Oh, indeed.
हैं यहाँ पर.
It is
Nice
around where
peek.
they can deal a little bit of damage on the economy, but for PaperX, like I
Dead
said,
Picker
it
ने
is a
expect
single
किया है.
player, and there's two
थोड़ा सा
Magnets
attack
still
किया
in
है,
play,
but
in the
पीछे
hands
आ
of
गए.
Mindfreak and Alex. It's interesting for me how they've
Flexi,
given the
what's
AK to
up?
Deathmaker. Now he is the designated entry for this team. Like at least that's what he used to do in his previous lineups. He just like on a map like Train Even, he just like pop out from Pop Dog. no pun intended over there, of course. And he just basically able to just overrun a bomb set on his own. So the fact that he is playing with a little bit of a ping disadvantage, he is from India, the server, I do believe, is towards Hong Kong, just because most of the players are in China and it's SCA. The fact that they have given him AK-47 instead of giving him MAC-10, I think that's a lot of faith in his capabilities.
Nice shot, Dawai.
Dawai will find Advent. Jam Young doesn't take down Alex over towards the brown halls, but this should be the round for PaperX, and you can clearly see with the trepidation in my voice that nothing is certain in Asian Counter-Strike, Tom, as you very clearly know.
Yeah, but that's I think that's
Nice
part of the
round.
reason we
अच्छा
love it.
slow and
Is,
steady.
anything could go
पूरा
wrong.
angles
By the
check
end of the
करके
day,
जा
I'm
रहे हैं.
sure
बहुत ही
at least
अच्छा
one
round.
of us will have had our head in our hands, but that's
Sadly-
okay. That's okay.
Nice mind freak, nice
like
lurk.
watching this
Sadly मेरे
Counter-Strike
पास
a
IP
lot.
नहीं है यार.
This round is as good as done. The best case is to try and
Your
maybe
team name, Team Wolf.
steal away that AK, get
Were
something
Global
out of it.
Esports,
Well, a couple of the players are
Gulabi
relatively
Esports a
low,
better
so
team?
there's
No, bro.
opportunities there for Vici. Unfortunately for Jamyong, he's not going to be able to do anything.
It's just that
So Orman,
we made
wow,
more
I kinda
mistakes
hope
than
he
Global
doesn't
Esports.
save this
So
MP9.
yes,
It
we
is
lost,
viable in a couple
and,
of positions, but I want to see that fallback coming out. I want to see the
क्या ही करें?
AWP, and with the amount of money they currently have going into the first buy round, they should pretty much have everything they need.
They should, and those are a couple of very good rounds for PaperX. Second round, not losing a single player, and the third round, where they had the two MAC-10s, they don't lose anyone either. And for Vici, finally, the guns are coming out. And this is what I've been waiting to see. Vici Gaming, many people do regard them the best team, like I mentioned earlier, in Asia.
Do you,
I
Blair?
could.
That's the question.
I don't. I feel if you want to be the best team, you need to beat Tyloo, and they fail consistently to beat Tyloo, so they're not the best team. I'd say they're number 2, maybe number 3, because we do have
Nice
Ingame
one,
as well.
nice
The Mongolian team
movements,
is
Dawai.
happy.
Nice
Supposed to
movements,
join, but
यार.
I do believe
ये
they're
actually
firmly
ये नया
top
तरीका है
team
अगर
in
जिसके
Vici,
पास
so-
पॉप डॉग का स्पॉन रहता है
for
वो
Vici, though,
सीधा
to be
चले जाते हैं
crowned
पॉप
best
डॉग
team
बट अगर
in
स्पॉन
Asia,
नहीं
they
है
need to be winning
तो
these
काइंड
sort
ऑफ
of
ऐसा
games
मॉली कर
very
देते हैं वो लोग
cleanly.
और
It
आप
needs to
फट
be
से लैडर से
2-0.
ऊपर भी आ जाओगे
This is a
फिर.
PaperX who are this particular iteration of PaperX is a very new lineup. Let's see what they do here, though. 4 players towards Brown Halls, and they, of course, have Mr. Jam Young ready and waiting. Molotov, they come running out straight through. 2 free kills from Mr. Jam Young. Takes a little bit of damage, but that's okay.
Dawai ने
Rotation
kill ले
already
लिया है.
taking place, and meanwhile, Dawai trying to find a kill towards Outer. If he finds Zoking, this could be big, but Zoking is going to play this one safe.
Yeah, they also don't have the bomb. So
True.
Even that kill, it would have given them space to try and wrap around, and that's why Zoking, he's challenging this, but not really over-facing. He doesn't need to push anywhere. He knows his teammates are just
Who was
gonna
the
cover up
IGL
that bomb,
hunter?
so as long as he can stop any of these aggressive rotations, and this round becomes
कभी
very,
अपना
very
demo लेके
difficult
mistakes
for
बता
PaperX.
सकते
As
हो.
you can see,
Bro,
almost pushing into the blender.
मिस्टेक्स
and
तभी
Tyler
बताया
gets
जाता है
one.
जब भी आप प्रैक्टिस
Zoking,
करते हो
well, he
और
finishes
फिर
his
उसका
dinner from
कुछ
earlier.
आपने
Vici made
सोचा
that
है तो
round
फिर
look
बट
relatively
फिर भी
easy, and
ट्राई
it was a
करूंगा.
pretty risky attempt from PaperX. Like, you do see teams do that quite regularly.
4K
if you
soon.
can
Yes, 4K के
overwhelm
लिए
the
सबको
solo defender
सब्सक्राइब
of
करना
B,
पड़ेगा.
the
अगर जो
damage
चैनल
you
में नए
take
हो
from
तो
the
सब्सक्राइब
Molotov
कर दो
is worth
गाइस.
it, but there's also
जल्दी जल्दी
the
सब्सक्राइब कर दो.
possibility that
नोटिफिकेशन
happens,
मिलती रहनी चाहिए.
and
लेट्स गो.
most
सब
of the
जल्दी जल्दी
time you
सब्सक्राइब
don't
कर दो
send the
गाइस.
bomb with you.
Yeah, that I felt was a little bit too much from PaperX, especially when you have Jam Young playing up close there. And this is why I like Vici a lot. This is why I love Advent a lot. They lost Freeman. They had Freeman and Kazi as the main 2 star players in this lineup. Then Freeman and Tyler's like, hey, we want Freeman. And Vici's like, okay.
एवरेज पिंग टू
And
डेट
now
मेकर
they're left just with Kazi as the
100
star player, 'cause I don't
120
think
रहेगा.
Armin and Zoe
120 तो
consistent
रहेगा
enough
क्योंकि
to
हांगकांग सर्वर है
kind of
भाई.
support
120
this team to
रहेगा.
be the pillars of the team, right? And then out of nowhere, Advent picks up Jam Young, and everyone's like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And it's just the guy who's just been playing Chinese, some of those Chinese pug ladders and whatnot. And he just picked him up, and immediately in a span of just a couple of weeks, it just shows what he can do. And right now, he is one of the mainstays, the main pillars of this particular team. Divide with the op. Now I know how competent he can be on the
Kaze.
CT side, but
Pop
my
opper,
freaking if he
guys.
got like that towards Kaze, that's definitely gonna not work out. And I like what Vici are doing, just keeping them pincered down. A little bit of aggressive posturing as well towards that outer yard. PaperX need to find a pick real quick here.
दोनों टीम कहाँ से है? वीसी गेमिंग आपको तो पता ही होगा चाइना से है. पेपर एक्स सिंगापुर से है. बट एक प्लेयर है वो डेटमेकर वो इंडिया से है. सो उन्होंने लोन पे लिया है ग्लोबल ई-स्पोर्ट्स को ये टूर्नामेंट के लिए, प्रो लीग के लिए.
You always felt like the utility usage was lackluster. Now, I would expect more from a team like Vici. You've bigged them up to me, Blair, I'll be honest. So I'm hoping there will be more of a denial. We've seen it in the early portions of the round. In fact, there's only 25 seconds left, and they still have flashes to play with. Bankai, that's an impactful double entry, in fact. Orman, however, has dropped the bomb. Wasting more time. They're going to be down to 15 seconds, and they have to try and find a safe place to plant. The real issue as well is that Kaze's still in a decent spot, and Jam Young coming around from behind could be enough to end this round. A free kill onto the first. And now they're just going to have to look for his position. And it gives space to other players on the team. Divine now left. 1 versus 3 turn 2. Now he does know roughly where both the remaining players were. And there is still a kit already for Jam Young. Trying to just bait him into the angle. It's successful. And unfortunately he's not quite quick enough to kill off Orman as well.
That is an expensive round, though. So for PaperX, despite losing the round, they take away 4 guns. Now, Almond would be looking to retrieve that AWP for Kaze. But I wouldn't be surprised if PaperX went for a 4 spot here. They have an okay amount of money. 2 players around 3K, the rest of them around the $4,000, $5,000 mark. A buy here, and they can break the economy. This could be the start of a pretty decent T side here for PaperX. Now, got to bear in mind, Tom, that this is PaperX's map pick. Map number 2 is going to be Inferno, Vichys, where they are pretty much nigh unbeatable unless, like I said earlier, your name is Tyloo.
टैप लगा के स्कोर दिखाओ भाई, मैं ये देख रहा हूँ.
Especially on this map.
In terms of the purchases, utility is where I think PaperX are probably suffering the most, but there's a bit of a deficit
Switch से
in
देख रहा हूँ
I'm
भाई,
liking the
तो
use
yes.
of this utility though. You can see that PaperX want to try and challenge A main early. Seems like Vici are well aware, throwing a lot of early utility just to try and deny that presence, but it only denies them for a moment. The push comes out. Nice spray down from Mindfreak. He may have high ping, or is that... No, that's Deathmaker. Never mind. His ping's fine. And, well, you can tell. That spray was ridiculous. Divide with another, but there's still 2 low players. There's a possibility here, especially with both players already rotated in from the CT side. You can see the T's just slowing down. I like this. Buying a little bit of extra time. Kaze peeks out at the perfect moment, drops the bomb. He's got support from Jam Young, who finds 2 straight back. And now it's left all onto Deathmaker. With 2 to find. He knows where both of them are. He's managed to retrieve the bomb.
1 on 2, Deathmaker, come on, let's go.
Out, but in fact, they're going to rotate away. This is perfect from Vici. Play together, play around
Plant
the
करने दे रहे हैं
angles,
वो लोग.
and
Plant
basically just
करने
wait
दे
for
रहे
that
हैं, you
bomb
know?
to go down.
देखा, प्लांट करने दे रहे हैं.
And the
अभी
young
साथ में पिक करेंगे.
Indian
पहले एक-एक
player,
एंगल चेक
this
करेंगे
is
वो
going to
लोग.
be his first real test, if you ask me. I don't think he's ever played in a high stakes game, especially internationally.
देखो, जिगल पिक करके
1v2
ये
against
पिक कर रहा
the
है.
2 star players of Vici Gaming is never going to be easy. And I do believe it was a 4v2 or a 5v2 there, Tom. And now, all in the hands of young Deathmaker. It's got his position towards E-box. They haven't cleared it out yet, but they should have an inkling he is going to be there. Kaze
अब
baits it out. Now
position
they know
मालूम पड़
exactly
गया.
where it is. And hunts on. Kaze just pushing in. USB out. Jam Young keeping him in
Nice
place.
time.
Malta the push.
Buy किया.
Kaze's going to have an easy time of it. And what a
And
retake
Jam Young
there.
के
What a
पास kit
retake.
भी है.
2v4.
किट कहीं
and
से
they make it
उठाया
happen.
था.
And that
डेटमेकर
is
ने
the
बहुत
problem
ज्यादा
when you're gonna
you know
face
जिगल
against
पिक
VG.
कर
You
लिया
might
वहाँ
find the
पर.
3 players, as
एक
long as Kaze and
एक
Jam Young
बंदे
are
को अगर
alive,
जो
it's
होल
never
पूरा
gonna
फाइट
be
ले लेते
easy.
ना, तो फिर
I
डेटमेकर
really like the
यहाँ
way they
पर
played
जीत
off
सकते
of
थे
each
क्लच,
other as
क्योंकि
well. I think it's
काजे
underrated in CS
के
that
पास
when
किट
you're
नहीं
in
था.
those sort
जैम
of
योंग के पास खाली
situations,
किट था.
like Kaze almost, like that first pick is sort of like bait.
हेलो भैया, कैसे हो?
It's
मैं
like,
सही
oh,
हूँ.
come get me. I've got an AWP. Like, I can't kill both of you. Like,
First time in the chat.
Jam
Thank
Young
you,
is
M.
probably still on
Shrivas.
B
Thank you
somewhere.
for
Like, and
tuning
then
in.
they peak. Both of them peak at the same time. Jam Young goes bang, bang. See you later, guys. You didn't expect me to be here. So,
चलो guys, 200 लाइक
it's
कर
a
दो.
smart play. They
62
didn't
more
take
likes,
too many
guys.
risks as individuals. It was only that first pick from Kaze where there was any real danger of him losing his life in a 1v1. At any other point, trades were available. And now it looks like Advent, he's having a bit of fun.
Yeah, and I like what they're doing here, RVG. Like, they know it's going to be an eco around here. But Kaze should be a little wary here. Benkai, the timing could be terrible, and terrible it is indeed.
खेल वो
Considering
रहा है,
that the
nervous
smoke's
में
gonna
हो
land
रहा
perfectly
हूँ.
for him to make his escape as
Nervous
well.
तू हो रहा था.
And now with him being in the back lines, it could be a problem. However, Almond is going to come creeping up immediately, takes care of that particular threat. Yeah, just want to point out how
अब एक upper
VG,
है.
even though they knew it's going to be an eco, they didn't allow PaperX much space to work with. They kept
मालूम
them
पड़ गया.
at bay, but Jam Young now knows that the B bomb side has been compromised. They're going to get the bomb down. So I think that's a mission accomplished for PaperX. If you ask
Yes, it is mission accomplished, bro.
Not bad at all. Anything from here onwards is just a bonus. And, well, Mindfreak's managed to get another pick. And there's actually not much utility left for the CT side to
Nice
force
one.
them out of positions. The problem is the remaining 2 players really don't have much whatsoever. 3 kills and a bomb plant, though, is actually very impressive.
Very good,
in
yeah,
this sort
very
of
good
from
round
HyperX,
because
so,
3 kills मिल गए हैं.
hey, can't really complain.
Nice, yeah, can't really complain.
Can't really
man.
complain, yeah.
I agree with the
better than they had in
caster
the
here.
previous round, if you ask me.
I
where,
agree
yeah,
with
they
the
got the bomb
caster.
down, but considering just the pistols they had, VG Gaming going to be a little bit annoyed about that.
Notification अभी आया,
considering
कोई
that
बात
they
नहीं.
could have
PaperX का
done
coach कौन है?
things
PaperX का
bit
coach है
better, kept a few
प्रशांत.
more guns alive. Because if you look at the
Bruh.
money for the
Hacker.
Chinese side, they
जो so strong का owner
don't
है.
have much. Almond, yeah, there we go.
PaperX Singapore
So
से है,
we
yes.
got Zoking on 0, rest of them around the $1,000 mark, which is not ideal considering they have won 4 in a row right now. So they're still on a journey, Tom, trying to build up the economy, trying to stabilize it a little bit. And for PaperX, of course, they have everything to work with here. They got the 3 kills, they got the bomb down, off
So
in the hands of
3
Divine
pop
once more,
doc
and this
और
time
2
around,
IV.
a much healthier set of utility as well.
क्या फ्लैश कर रहे हैं अपने आप को ही दवाई?
Yeah, the worry I always find when you are an underdog team is if you keep doing damage like this but not actually winning the round, eventually it will come a point where Vici win one clean. So they need to capitalize on this. They need to actually break them. Otherwise, this is just going to end up us going, well, you know, the first sort of like 8-9 rounds were close and then Vici banged
Best
them out.
opponent in
Because
India.
it's bound to happen. It's just going to happen eventually. So hopefully, for the sake of the match,
पता
PaperX
नहीं यार,
are going to
बहुत
win
सारे
one
लोग हैं.
soon.
Yeah, that's the thing with Train. Like, we had this even with some of the EU, the CIS games we've casted, right? Like, you don't really know which way it's going to go. You're like, oh, you've won 6 rounds on the T side. This one's done, isn't it? No, it's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't work that way. And especially, at least in my experience with Asian Counter-Strike, that can be amplified by quite a factor.
Hey, what's up, Lord Batura? Welcome.
I do like the setup from Vici, where they have the 3 players with audio playing up close, just kind of
So अभी jump करेंगे साथ में ये लोग जैसे ही smoke जाएगा या फिर एक pop contact करेंगे. मतलब pop contact मतलब सीधा pop flash करके contact.
Have a very comfortable time because he gets
Nice
2
trade,
kills. Yeah, but it
Deadmaker.
just finds 1. Bomb's gonna get planted, and this is a
Okay,
very good
Deadmaker
round
plant
already
कर
for
रहा है.
PaperX. They have a lot of utility as well to work with, Tom. If Zoking gets found out by Mindfreak, that should be the round in the bag for PaperX.
भाई टैब एक बार भाई टैब नहीं दबा
The
सकता
only worry
क्योंकि
for
मैं
me
ये
is
स्ट्रीम
how
देख रहा हूँ मेरे
passive
भाई.
all of their positions are. Like, this
I
almost
cannot
looks like
I'm
an
not in the
old
Go
school
TV
style of
server.
Train, whereas the majority of
Zed Malik, hello bro, what's up?
attacking sides now look to take map control, like push down the lanes, like try and get a little
What's
bit
up
more
Furkan
aggressive.
Ahmed?
Luckily, it
ये
doesn't
क्या
really
देख रहे
seem
हो?
like the
ये
CT
VC
side
Gaming
has
versus
the time to do
PaperX.
too much here, but
हमारा इंडियन
it
भाऊ
doesn't really
डेथमेकर खेल रहा है.
make me feel confident
उसको
in
cheer
their
up कर रहे
attacking
हैं.
side when I see those styles of play, because there was a point, and I think there still is a point, that Train
Hey,
B
what's up,
side
Rio
was one of
Monster?
the most
Welcome.
retakeable sites in the entire
IGL
game,
for
because
PaperX.
teams would sit back. The only strategy in
IGL
the
for
book was,
PaperX is
oh,
Dawai.
I can bounce a
नहीं,
Molotov
oh my
off
god.
the
Dawai is the
door, and then
upper,
everybody
IGL
just
is
throw a
Alex,
smoke.
coach is
And
Prashant
so
sir.
people
Prashant
had to
Prabhakar.
adapt, and the way you adapted was you'd push forward,
That
you'd get
nigga
up
from
in the face
Kolkata,
of the
yes.
round connector, and you wouldn't allow them a chance, even a chance to retake, because they didn't have any map control. The way that PaperX played it there was they all just kind of huddled up.
Thank you
at the
Anish
back, and
Jadhav for your 20
if
man.
there was maybe a pick or two that went the other way, or even just good utility usage from Vici, you're not going to win that round.
Oh yeah, indeed, 100%. I also feel like it could
जल्दी like करो रे, जल्दी like करो.
the
Let's
fact they
reach
don't have enough
200.
prep work, 'cause
ऐसे
if they're
ऐसे
gonna be aggressing
200
out there
जल्दी
and
पहुंच
going
जाओ.
a team like
चलो
VG,
चलो guys,
they're
जल्दी
gonna be
200,
waiting for
जल्दी
that push
200.
patiently, right, towards the back of that.
और भाई
of
notification
the
नहीं आ
bomb
रही
site.
है.
And
Subscribe
I
करो
feel
guys,
like for
subscribe
PaperX,
करो.
they don't want to complicate matters a little bit, because when
Thank
you're
you
pushing
for
up there, you are
tuning into the
taking the
stream.
fight to them. And
Your love is
against
only
Vici, who
what
have the right
matters to me, bro.
protocols in the way
Nice
they
bait
work
setup.
with it,
Let's see क्या
it
करते
can
हैं
be
अभी
a little
आगे.
scary. Now, the Vi gets the pick, and immediately going to be falling on by completely
Zoking
unaware
को
where
push करना
Zoking
चाहिए.
is. And unless Benkai is careful, he could fall.
Yes.
This is going to be free.
Yes,
Perfect time
yes,
from Zoking
yes,
there
yes.
to get
मुझे
the
लगा
trade.
था
He's got a smoke
कि
to pick up
जैसे
the
ही
AK-47
ये
as well, but
push करना
Deathmaker,
चाहिए
can he
इनको.
get the entry here is the question. He spots out a player, Jam Young, and immediately plucks his head. That's a huge opening kill, because the B bomb side is completely bereft of any CD presence for now.
यहाँ पर ओमन सामने है तेरे डेथमेकर.
Almost retrieved the
Let
AWP,
me
and,
go.
well, there's that aggression this time. Maybe you're
बहुत
right.
aggressive, बहुत
He's
aggressive
gonna
हो
get
गया.
caught.
Right? Use the
He
smoke,
goes
buddy. Use the
aggressive.
smoke.
But this gives some space. There's still a man
I love
lurking
this
around the back
Gundherva,
lines,
Gundherva,
but
Gundherva.
every single remaining member of Vici is going to come in from their CT side of the map. And this is what I mean. They've got so much space to work
Nice
with.
name.
They can start throwing out utility. They can start to clear out some of these remaining angles.
Oh,
That's a bit nice, you know. I've been
yes,
saying
yes,
before,
yes.
that's
Nice,
nice
Mike.
work for a Mind Freak. He's just been wrecking them at the moment. And while finished off by Devai, I'm thoroughly impressed with some of the individual plays we've got coming out from PaperX at the moment. And they've
By
finally
the
done
way,
it. They've
ये
destroyed
pick
the economy of
VC
and-
Gaming का है. ये pick
we
VC
could be
Gaming
looking
का है.
at maybe even 7 rounds already for them.
By the
on
way,
the
ये
T
pick
side.
VC Gaming का है.
Yeah.
और guys जिसने भी सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब कर दो. Let's reach 3650 today. Let's reach 650 3650 today. Let's go guys. और like कर दो. पट पट पहले तो सबसे पहले like कर दो guys.
Experience for the young guy. He gets the opening kill, finds Jam Young in a bomb site, which is a huge pick, and then just pushing all the way up there, not expecting a potential play coming from CD spawn. He had a smoke as well. He could have smoked it off. So small little mistakes being made, tiny mistakes of course, but against a team like Vici, you do that, you are definitely gonna be punished. I like this from Vici though. Gone for the stack towards outer. And PaperX going for the contact plays. This could get a little picklish.
It's a bit of a weird stack.
Yes,
I think
global
we
wala
saw it
Deathmaker
quite
hai.
recently as well, where it's one where it's only really valuable from one angle. Like if they go Ivy, you have a chance at a kill, but still retrieving the gun's going to be difficult. You go anywhere else, and it's not going to work. And
Sabka sab Benkai chura liya
I feel
sala.
like he stole every single
Yes.
one of those kills.
और
Yes,
एलेक्स ये एस
And
होता
if
था
Alex had
एलेक्स
got
का
them all, he
Yes,
would have
yes.
aced it. Instead, he ends with one.
ये एस होता था
That
एलेक्स
is,
का बट बेनकाई ने सारे
kind of
चारों के
unfortunate.
चारों
5
किल
or
चुरा
6
लिए
kills.
ओ भाई
Oh, that's funny.
The human pyramid of death. Unfortunately,
This is
Avicii doesn't quite work out.
तो डेथमेकर का पिंग आ रहा है
Alex's
130
ADR is 71 with 3 kills.
Hey man, whatever it takes, right? 6-4 though. 6-4. This is a great start for PaperX. If
Yep.
their CD side is anywhere close to how this T side has been so far, we're in for a game. This could be a 3-mapper. Map number 2 is a map pick from Vici. That is Inferno. Flashbang is not that
कैसा
great.
है SpongeBob?
but I think
Welcome to the
it's
stream,
one to have a
bye.
quick trade from Zoking. But yeah, map number 2 is Inferno. Third map is Mirage. All 3 maps, at least Inferno is a map I do believe every team who plays Counter-Strike at a decent level knows how to play. And Mirage is a map which is kind of like I do believe the most popular map in Asia. So we could be in for a banger here. And I
Yeah,
won't lie,
yeah.
coming to this series, I thought this would be a quick 2-0 for Vici.
Well, that's something I've learned in CS is if a European or American team ever plays an Asian team, no matter what your ban is, ban Mirage. Like that's the rule. I remember making a joke to, I think it was to Dead at one of the Star series. I was like, oh, by the way, you're going to ban Mirage. This was when it was SK or about to play against Tyloo.
डेथमेकर
And
स्मोक कर
they
रहा है
didn't, and they lost.
डेथमेकर स्मोक कर रहा है boys
So, you know, it's always been a thing. Zoking's aggressive position.
आए आए क्या
Okay.
दोनों कूद रहे हो
I'm
बे
not sure what's happened there. You can't bunny hop past bullets, at least not in this scenario. It's given away a man advantage into the favor of the CT side. This was a weaker buy from them. A lot of utility missing. In fact, they've got none left, and Kaze still only on a scout. With 30 seconds remaining and still such an aggressive position from Orman. I don't know how they're going to get past both of these players, but Deathmaker is going to be able to find one. An impactful pick, but Orman's position is so valuable, and he knows where the players are. He's dropped the bomb,
Nice
and he's going
one,
to make it
Orman.
look all too
nice
easy in the
angle
cleanup.
nice hold aggressive भी
Yeah,
hold किया उन्होंने
that was messy. That was
कहाँ की
very
और गए?
messy
सिंगापुर
from,
की?
from PaperX. I don't know what the hell they were thinking over there towards teammate. Like, even the 2 guys coming out. the
Aquitas coach
spacing was
है
completely
yes
off.
Aquitas coach
Yeah,
है
a little bit of utility there. Maybe just go for the contact play. Maybe just go for the wide swing with 2 or 3 people. I don't know.
चलो guys 10 10 more
but
likes
still,
for 200
65.
जल्दी
Let's
जल्दी
look
like
at the
कर दो
silver
guys
lining
जल्दी
column.
जल्दी जिसने भी ट्यून इन किया है अभी
They're
अभी
winning.
सब्सक्राइब कर दो
They've
नए
got
हो
more
चैनल
money.
पे तो और लाइक कर दो
T side train.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
यार
There
6
we go,
राउंड
though.
निकल
This
गए
is a very
अच्छा है
fast
यार
push out. Maybe trying to catch the CT side off guard is something very common on a map like Train. Mindfreak has been doing very well at getting these opening picks, and well, he'll do it once again. Give them the man advantage. Continue his push forward. Zoking has found a gap around the smoke and is going to net him a kill. He's heard the footsteps through, but can't quite work out where Alex is going to be. And again, unfortunately, Alex has done damage, but he hasn't managed to find a kill. However, Benkai has got 2 back. The low player slowly falling. Mindfreak will take down 1 more and leaves Jamyang. He's been in these
Temporary.
positions before,
This
but
is
I'm not
temporary.
really sure how he gets out of
Deathmaker
this
is not
one.
in Paper
33
Rex.
HP, so
It
much
is
time for the
temporary.
T's to play with. He's caught in the open. I'm not sure if that was too close.
4 by
but
3.
Easy. No worries there. No worries.
4 by
Deathmaker
3,
plays for
100%.
global,
I'm
yes.
sure I've seen
Deathmaker
him
plays for
otherwise,
global.
but yeah, 7 rounds now, Tom. Like I said, yeah, you got to look at the silver lining. The fact that the team are pretty much new. They have a stand-in playing in the form of Deathmaker. T-side of turn is never that easy.
He has
and
a
75 is not.
140 ping.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a pretty good job with what they have to work with, and it is against a team. Yeah, they didn't pick Train, but they are pretty comfortable in Train. I've seen them play Train decently in the past, and PaperX showing that they
क्या
have
किया
prepared
Deathmaker?
for this.
ऐसा ही
This is
है
a good
मौलिक
sign.
का?
I like it.
The one thing that worries me a bit is the fact that I feel like if you have high ping and you're playing on the T side, I'm not saying it can work in your favor, but it's at least workable. Like, there's things you can do, like more aggressive wide peaks. You can have that slight peek as advantage. It can work. You basically just have to be super aggressive. On the CT side,
एक बात माननी पड़ेगी,
it sucks.
देखो डेथमेकर को
Because you're trying to hold an angle and the person's already gone round before you've even seen
7
them.
kill है,
So,
Well, I mean,
But
there is a solution
7
to
के
that.
साथ
and I do believe
headshot,
Arc
headshot
and Furious
percentage
figured it
100 है
out.
भाई के.
Then why don't you just rush to the CT
Nice
as
one.
well?
just never stop rushing.
देखो 7 kill है, 8 deaths हैं,
Easy.
चलेगा.
I don't
So
know.
it's
But
everything-
headshot
That's the thing that
percentage
worries
100
me. I
है.
think that if, especially considering, I think when you have a new player or a player standing in, it's always going to be tougher on the CT
How
side.
strong
because
is
a lot
VC?
of your
Top 5
rotations might
top
be a
5
little
in
bit
China.
off, or you might be forced
Bro,
into
top
a
3 in
position that you
Asia,
don't
bro.
necessarily play.
Top
Chances
3 in
are
Asia.
HyperX
VC's
haven't
top
gone,
3 in Asia.
We're going to play around you. You're going to fit in with us. So he's already going to be at a
Tyloo,
disadvantage,
Tiger, and
then
VC.
he's got that as an issue. I do worry if that will play a part. And if it doesn't, then I think you have to give massive props to him and the team if they're able to pull it off on the defensive side. The other thing as well is during the We Play Clutch event, we had Kyle joining us, who's a host from Dota. And I firmly believe that he now thinks that
That nigga
Train
playing
is
headshot DM.
T-sided. Because I would tell him every time it's a CT-sided map. And
Hey,
the
what's up,
CIS
Jules?
teams
Welcome,
would
man,
get
welcome.
10, 11 rounds on the T side.
उसकी ping भी
And then
ज़्यादा
the
है,
other
yes,
team
ping
would get
ज़्यादा है.
10 or 11 rounds on the T
Let's
side.
go
So
250 likes, guys.
he's
जल्दी
got
जल्दी
a
like दबा दो,
very
एक एक करके
bad
like दबा देना.
representation of
Let's
Train,
go.
And I do fear that we might be about to witness another.
और if you're new to the
Yeah,
stream,
that could, that could
subscribe
But
कर देना, guys.
again-
Subscribe.
Vici, though, this has been a little strange. What worries me
Every
is the fact that
subscription
we've seen this
helps.
happen time and
Thanks
time
a
again.
lot
Like, you
for
get someone else
subscribing
on
if
the
you
side,
have
and then
already
the
subscribed.
money breaks, they lose because they're on the C
Let's
side, the money
push
breaks.
together,
and then,
man.
like you mentioned, when you have the new players playing in for your team, where do you keep him? Because Train is so heavily dependent on holding on to those choke points, right? Do you trust him enough as the newest addition to play solo B or play towards IB?
That's the
I don't
most
think
common.
so.
I think solo B is the most common just because we're a team and you're that dude on B. Like that I've seen so many teams do that where it's just
अगर
like
China का होता
you
तो
play
ban
B,
कर
right?
देगा.
It's like, well, I normally play B. No, cool. We play B. And it's like the calls have to be so good and I don't like it. I don't like when you just try and force a new
HyperX
player
कहाँ
through
team है?
an
HyperX
anchor role.
सिंगापुर की team है.
Oh, Mind Freak trying to be cheeky there. He has found a little bit of success earlier.
200
but
likes
maybe
and
once he saw
zeros
the
is
smoke,
dislikes.
perhaps
Guys, जल्दी जल्दी
could've
जो भी
waited a
नए
little
आए हो
bit. But
stream पे
yeah, when
पहले
you're
तो
8-5
subscribe
up,
कर दो.
penultimate round of the first half, I guess you are allowed the freedom to be a little bit more.
पहले तो subscribe कर दो और like कर दो, guys. धड़ाधड़ like करते रहो. Let's go 250 likes,
They need
guys.
the last 2 rounds, Tom, if they want to put up
Thank you for
put
tuning
up
in,
showing
man.
in the second half. I don't think 5 rounds is going to be fine, to be very honest.
3
Unless
विंडो
you're
नहीं, खाली
CIS,
2
in
ही
which
विंडो
case
है.
it's
बस
more
एक
than
खाचा है. तू एक खाचे को
But,
मारेगा तो दोनों विंडो टूटेंगे. बेनका
But
है.
yeah, I think it's also a shame that because of the way that this match has gone, we haven't actually got to
ए,
see.
ए, क्या कर रहे हैं?
No, Benkai, that's not it. You alright?
I've never
पीछे-
seen anyone do that before.
उसके पीछे भी कोई बोल रहा
bounce
है.
it back onto themselves through the window.
Listen, this is map 1 of game 1 of 3 days of non-sub Asian Counter-Strike. I
That nigga
can't
playing
let you
130
give up
ping.
on me right now. Ooh, flashbang, not good enough though, and that nigga spots a player on great opening, but a quick trade from Kazi. Now, with the
That
two
nigga
players
ping
waiting
है
towards the end,
130.
that could be a problem as Zoking joins the fray, and all of a sudden it's down to Benka and Divine. Now Divine from above, he's got that AWP to make it work. Benka just needs to get the bomb down here, but no. Bomb is dropped towards upper, so that needs to be picked up by Benkai. Sorry, by Divine. He's going to drop one down
नीचे,
off
नीचे,
the hand,
ah.
but he will find just one. Advent doing good work there, and will retrieve the AWP as well. So 6 rounds of VG, and I do believe that if they play the cards right here, this could be round number 7. But even then, PaperX will move into the second half
740 watching.
with the
अबे
with the lead.
व्यू बॉट मत करो रे.
Yeah.
जिसने भी view bot लगाया ना, guys, please बंद कर दो.
Unfortunately, the way the
और
economy
अगर
is
जो
gone, we
view bot
haven't
नहीं
got
है
to see Kazi
तो मेरे को
evolve
बताओ
very
proof.
much, which
Like कर दो
I
जल्दी
definitely
जल्दी.
think, even from not seeing him for a while.
Like कर दो, चलो जल्दी जल्दी like कर दो. Let's reach
Why can't I
300
finish this
likes.
sentence without someone doing something? They've just
क्या
got
मिलता
stuck
है
in
रे
the
व्यू
floor.
बॉट लगा के क्या मिलता है भाई?
But,
व्यू बॉट मत लगाओ guys,
go on,
please.
Yeah, it's
Don't-
one of the
don't-
more enjoyable things to watch from Asian Counter-Strike.
व्यू बॉट मत लगाओ बस. देखो रिप हो गया तुम्हारी वजह से.
Is a beast. So
Oh,
we'll
but
see if he can show off a little bit in this final round of the half.
I feel like
ब्रो मेरा पिंग इशू क्या ही कर सकते हैं ब्रो.
my ooh, that is I think you've activated him, Tom. Congratulations. I feel like one of the biggest regrets I have when it comes to Asian CS.
साला फुल स्क्रीन कर रहा हूँ तो ऐसा हो रहा है रे.
And maybe talk a little bit more about the round. It's almost equal in HP.
U-bot क्या है? अरे मत करो रे
105 to
U-bot. क्या
104.
मिलता है सालो गरीब की तुम लोग मार के?
Benkai doesn't realize that he's trying to flank while being flanked himself.
Don't U-bot, please don't
But the
U-bot.
guy with the gun standing behind himself, like he wasn't ready for that. And Alex now left, trying not to get any more assists. He's on 8. It's not going to happen this time. He needs to finish off the round, looking for their 9th. But with such low HP, Orman barely even has to aim. And it will end up as an 8-7 half.
Benkai is very, very.
YouTube से नहीं देख सकता भाई, Twitch से ही देख सकता हूँ.
Very.
Thank you मोहित जोशी. कौन लगाया व्यूअर पता नहीं यार भाई. मास्टर्स लीग का शेड्यूल क्या है ESL की साइट पर नहीं दिख रहा.
Late round flanks, the post plan flanks, and you saw how both of them were just ready and waiting. It just wasn't just advent there, and I think that's something Benkai got to be wary of. Back in the
कौन लगाया व्यूअर पता नहीं. जिसने भी लगाया प्लीज हटा दो यार व्यूबॉट. माइंडफक होता है ऐसा. माइंडफक होता है भाई ऐसे. जिसने भी लगाया है प्लीज निकाल दो व्यूबॉट.
I do remember when he was just stomping over everyone else in Southeast Asia and Asia. He was this god, like a new T side.
भाई कौन कर रहा है व्यूअर? अरे मेरे को पता रहता तो मैं तुम लोग को बताता नहीं क्या कि जाओ उसको जाके गाली दो. कम ऑन यार, मेरे को कैसे पता रे. भाई कॉपीराइट का सीन तो नहीं होगा. ट्विच से देख रहा हूँ रे, नहीं होगा. जीजी है भाई. देखो ये व्यूबॉट की वजह से है ना, जीजी हो गया यहाँ पर भी.
Always talked about with Asian CS is that the aim is there. The aim has always been there. That's why these upsets against top teams
तेरे
have
मैच का
happened
क्या हुआ? आप लोग
throughout
हार
the
गए भाई.
ages. Like the SK losses or Luminosity, whichever you name it, Navi being beaten out. Like Navi have always had some of the greatest firepower in the game. And then they go up against the T side of an Asian team, they get headshotted 30 times and lose the map. Like that's just how it goes. So
I
it's
like
not
the
going to be
team. Thank you guys. अगर जो
HyperX,
नए
but
हो,
I'm hoping we'll get to see.
अगर जो नए हो स्ट्रीम पे, डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब. नोटिफिकेशन मिलती रहनी चाहिए. एंड ऑल्सो लाइक द स्ट्रीम गाइस. जल्दी लेके करके सब लोग लाइक कर दो. लेट्स रीच 300 लाइक्स गाइस. लेट्स रीच 300 लाइक्स क्विकली. जल्दी जल्दी कर दो गाइस. लेट्स गो.
To slow down anything that was attempted by the T's. If not, then Vici will probably take it.
Well, considering what we saw from the T side, though, I am pretty impressed. I won't lie.
4
A
सेकंड के
couple of
पकड़े
mistakes
जाने
here
के
and
बाद
there.
आपके
Apart from
करियर
that,
पे
8
कुछ
rounds of
फर्क
T side
पड़ा.
taking the
यस
spotlight,
फर्क तो पड़ा
especially
यार.
against,
एक
probably the
एक
best
ऐसा
versus
ऐसा
Malaysia
जाता है
right
ना
now.
करियर
But,
तो
the CD side,
ऐसा हुआ. फिर थोड़ा सा
it's all
ग्रोथ
about,
स्लो हो गया. ऑप्टिक
it's
का
all
जो
about
था
trying
ब्रो
to
बहुत ही
work
यू
it
कैन से
safe and steady. And thing for Vici is a scary
पावरफुल
thing is that
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
man,
था.
Soul King.
बहुत ही
Now, he's been off.
मार्केटेबल
He didn't
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
have
था.
a great, like an
इंटरनेशनल
incredible T side,
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
but he
का
had a
बात ही
very
अलग होता है
decent
ना
one.
यार.
And the T side is where he pops off. I do believe many players or many viewers watching
U-bot
this game
going down.
probably
Yes,
don't know
yes,
much about
yes.
Vici.
Thank
But
you
you would have
guys.
seen a few Reddit threads, some HLTV forum posts about this mad Chinese guy who's just
U-bot
swings
को
his
bot and
arm
इसको kick कर दो.
like a I don't know why. I
It's
don't
like
even have
he's like he's wrestling a snake. That's the best way I can put it. Like you watch it, and
Yes.
it's like his
ब्रूटैलिटी
mouse is
डिस्क्वालीफाई
fighting
हो गई
back.
क्या
It's
ब्रो?
like,
नहीं डिस्क्वालीफाई नहीं हो गई. ब्रूटैलिटी हो गया. हार गया ना PES से.
Wait,
So yes.
that's what it looks like. It's mental. If you haven't
Maps
seen
कौन
it,
से हैं?
Google it.
ट्रेन
I don't know how he plays counter.
ट्रेन picked by PaperX. VC Gaming picked Inferno शायद. और फिर थर्ड है मिराज. VC का Inferno बहुत अच्छा है भाई.
super low or anything. It just we haven't really seen much of his POV so far, but
Hey,
you're
NJ
gonna
Gamer,
be
welcome.
seeing it now, especially on the T side. He's gonna be the guy just running in and trying to pick heads. Here we go. Pop dog spotting player out. Alex spots a feet.
Alex.
Tickle there from the CZ. And yeah, that's Maker playing with the Vi. That's interesting. That means the comms need to be on point.
Yeah, comms
top.
need to be on
and
point.
Benkai gonna be the solo player towards B.
Yeah,
Is
do
it
like
Asia
this,
qualifiers
though.
for Rio?
I think that the
No, Pro
lazy
League
way to
qualifiers
bring
है
a
ये.
player in is to
Pro
just
League
throw
का
them onto
qualifiers
the solo site. And if that
Forcing
player
के
doesn't
contact में
normally
हो
do
नहीं
that,
मेरे
you're
भाई.
just
Forcing
screwed.
contact
Like, you
contact
are
में
just
नहीं हो.
screwed. And then if communication's bad, you don't get the rotations right. I am interested by the double Molotovs though. It looks like they're going to have some sort of set execution. The nade's actually peeking solo into the A side, though, so got to be careful. That could have been half your utility gone within the first few seconds.
Title,
I imagine one of these
semi-finals हम लोग हार गए हैं, but we are in the lower bracket now. Let's see.
Bounce off the door, and they don't have a smoke to deny it. It may not matter though. Bankai just holding from afar. A second kill already comes up for Alex, but he should be traded out very quickly from Kaze. But some of that utility has already gone amiss.
That figure कितना कमाता होगा international खेल के? I don't think उसको कुछ मिलता रहेगा यहाँ पर PaperX में.
Plan in this round, get in the faces with the Glocks instead.
क्योंकि वो
they're being
lone
picked
पे
apart, and it's left all onto Kaze. He needs to ace this. There's no Molotov to bounce off the door anymore, and Deathmaker will take him down. A great pistol from PaperX, pretty much from start to finish. And now Vici,
they've got the bomb
down player. Is it classic still in Asian Counter-Strike?
पूरी दुनिया को पता है वो hacker है.
Do you think they'll just eco this one?
Oh, Vici are one team who will probably go for the eco here. Maybe if you upgrade. Oh, never mind. Why do I open my mouth? Why do I open my mouth? There we go. It's starting. But the force buy, I mean, you get the bomb down, right? I mean, it kind of makes sense. And Vici on the CD side, though, I'll give them that. On the CD side, they do tend to go for the full eco. So it is something that they tend to do on the CD side. T side, I guess, is situational, as we've seen over here. From Alex, he gets a kill coming up from Pop Dog. I would have liked him to just stay alive there instead of just went for the peak, considering how low he was. And that could have gotten a little scary. But then, yeah, the rest of PaperX really hitting the shots. And gotta give kudos to Deathmaker, man. I mean, he came in like the latest addition to the team, that too on a trial basis, if I'm not mistaken. And considering even the ping disadvantage he has, he's pulling his own weight. Credit to that.
Deathmaker India का है ना? Yes. Deathmaker अपना वाला है क्या? Yes.
I just don't like seeing 8 assists for Alex makes me sad because sometimes I'm that guy where I'm like, I'm doing so much damage, but I'm not getting any kills. It's unfortunate. It might just be because I need to aim for the head a little bit more, but you know, I'm not very good at Counter-Strike.
That's why we talk about the game and don't play it, Tom. That's
for sure. For sure.
Scout in the hands of Kaze. And Zoking is going to open it up, and the trade's actually going the way. Come on, Alman, you gotta be ready for that. So fair trades, and then Mind Freak picking up the M4 now. For the T's, that's 2 Galils taken out. Advin just has a Deagle, Kaze with the Naked Scout, and Jam Young. Everything on his young shoulders is waiting for the smoke to dissipate, but that nade's gonna be straight in his face and doesn't do much damage. Okay. I think it went beyond him there.
It looked like it was
आजू बाजू से जा रहे हैं.
They're actually walking past each other, and yeah, I was about to say Alex just turning around. He's been hand delivered an AK-47, and this is as easy as you like. It will be 10-7. I think that's a bit of a misplay coming out from Jam Young. Like, I know that it's a position I guess he expected maybe to be dead instantly, but he doesn't actually check properly.
चलो गाइस 300 लाइक्स के लिए ओनली 13 मोर लाइक्स रिमेनिंग. जल्दी जल्दी जो भी अभी ट्यून की है स्ट्रीम लाइक कर देना, और अगर जो सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो बहुत गलत है. रात को देखना बहुत बुरा होगा तुम्हारे साथ. सब्सक्राइब कर दो. थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन गाइस.
This is looking good. I like this PaperX. This already
Scout अच्छा गन है
looks like, Tom, to me, a better PaperX than what I've seen of them in since their first iteration a few months ago. So this is great for them. I'm very, very happy with the way they're approaching this. The protocols are on point. The players are really popping off as well. Now, you talk about this team, and the one player that would stand out stats-wise is going to be Davai, right? And you look at Mind Freak, you look at Bankai, you're like, you know, Bankai had his time in the sun, but he's kind of like quieting down of late. And you have Mind Freak, who he's not, I'll be real, he's not at the level of a Davai or an Execute for that matter. But they're seemingly hitting their shots here. And not just that, they're looking good.
Did he left GE? No, bro.
I'm pretty impressed. You don't walk out like that to Davai. Come on, VG.
कितना funny होगा ना? कितना funny होगा?
Thing is, you sort of mentioned,
guys, ये last match है अभी खेल के जा रहा हूँ अभी VG के साथ खेलने.
Comparison to some of the players, or some of the players you'd compare them
against. Is that the Indian team?
The other team, like you've got the likes of Kaze, who has been doing all right, but again, that AWP hasn't come into his hands too many times. Advent's getting absolutely wrecked.
Oi, what's up?
What, Jam Young, Zoking, like putting up some okay numbers, but
is one of them, best of 3
at the moment, and that's a lot of what we're seeing is these aggressive pushes. The denial of what they can attempt on the CT side by just these entry frags, which have been so successful, and now they've got to try and do it on the T side. And again, I don't feel like India wala hai,
yes, India wala hai.
Everything in a round more than like maybe twice. It's always been like, oh, I've got an AUG, or okay, I've got a scout, or I've not got no armor, or I don't have a pistol. So there's always something missing for him. Which, if he's your star, why is that happening?
True. I find it a little.
You're not playing
worrisome as
Suez
well.
today? खेलेंगे भाई.
And what I do not find worrisome is PaperX, how we're approaching the CD side as well. We saw 3 players towards Ivy there earlier, and in fact they had a 4th player nearby as well. And heavy Ivy presence early on, waiting for the initial push. They're not just playing very passively; they're being very proactive, like you mentioned, aggressing out, forcing Vici to expend quite a bit of utility to get a little bit of map control. Menkai with a reverse smoke of his own, and yeah, they're just keeping them at bay, you know, just whiling away the time and forcing Vici to make mistakes. As they have to
संकित
go
राणा
for a very
PaperX
late
कहाँ
round,
को और गए?
pushing
ऑनलाइन
the
है या
bomb
लैन
sites.
है?
I like this. I
PaperX
like the way
सिंगापुर
they
का
doubled
और
up
गए
almost
और ये
every
ऑनलाइन है.
corner. It's good stuff from PaperX, yeah.
Yeah, I have to say this is what you like to see on a map like Train.
DM 2 teams में
They've
खेल
got
रहा है
them
क्या?
down to
Yes,
the last
DM
30
double shift
seconds.
कर
They
रहा है.
actually
Night
still
shift
have
और
some
day
more
shift
counter
दोनों कर रहा है.
utility available for them. They've gone aggressive onto B, so they can now gamble firmly into the A site. They basically have everything they need to know exactly where their opposition are going. They've got that aggressive spot into heaven as well, so I don't really see how the T's win this round. They're going to have to hit some pretty tasty shots. Mindfreak, I think he's a little bit confused as to where they are, and he's got a bit lost, but they're running out of time. 8 seconds left, and they're getting the bomb down. If this is spammed through the smoke, well, it may not even matter. It's up to Advent to try and turn this back around. He has, however, found a couple, but one will be traded back. He's set up Orman at least with a chance. The bomb not in the ideal position, but he might be able to find it from Pop, and I don't think
Yes, Pop
the
का plant
CTs
है.
actually
Oh,
are
nice
aware
plant,
that
यार.
he's going to be in this position behind them. They're both
दोनों मर
looking in the
जाएंगे
wrong
अब.
direction. There's a good opportunity for him here. Hear them tap onto the bomb. Benkai should have a good idea. That's one angle you have to watch, and now he could just hide. He doesn't even really need to fight this. The orb's going to be pulled out. The time is ticking so far gone, and he is going to get the kill. The defusel's going to be ever so close.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
why did he have to go for the op there?
VC क्या
I'm a little
round
confused.
निकाला यार. Very good round.
Maybe he
I
didn't
mean,
know he
I
was
guess he
low.
didn't know how. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that was heartbreaking. I felt like PaperX had that. They did everything right, but then Advent with 2 kills, which in my opinion should just got 1 and have been traded immediately. But 11 rounds, so PaperX still leading with 3 rounds. And for Vici, yeah, they win the round, but they lose all the players, and that means they will have to buy up again. And for PaperX, money is not going to be an issue, at least for now. You can already see it being a little bit of a problem here. You have Alex with the FAMAS. The dual upset of the Deathmaker with the AWP. That is interesting indeed.
Deathmaker AWP उठा लिया.
Got the scout instead of the
Deathmaker
orc,
का
which
ऐसा ही है साला.
is not
M4
what
नहीं
you
चलता
ever
है
really
तो
wanna be seeing,
AWP
especially on
उठा
the T
लेता है.
side. I feel like maybe on the CT side you can work some magic just with how you manage to move. Orman though,
अच्छा
and the rest of
flash,
the squad
अच्छा
are just going to be barreling out onto the A side. It's Divide to get the opening pick and just waits patiently for the re-peak. Looking like they're going to get the round they deserved in the last, unless Orman can do something magical once again. And okay, he's managed to bring this back at least a little bit. I imagine they feel a little bit paranoid at this point.
Nice
after the
crosshair
last
placement.
round. He's only got
Very
6 HP, but he only had 6 HP when he got the second kill.
6 HP, and he's gone for the wrong long rotate. The thing is that AK-47, Tom, just needs 1 bullet apiece. Now, I think they have conveyed information, have the fallen
Twitch quality
teammates for
480p
PaperX that
होगी
he
ये
is
लगता है.
very low.
नहीं
But the
रे,
amount of time he has
720p है
to
शायद.
work with, it's gonna start to make Alex and Divide feel a little paranoid. And that could be the little bit of a window, a little bit of an opportunity he needs. Divide making quite
Divide
a bit
को
of
कुछ
noise.
पता नहीं है.
Almond knows exactly where he is, but Alex is nearby to trade, and Divide's gonna
Nice
pre-fire
try,
around
nice
the corner.
try.
Nice
Divide
catch
with
out
the
to
3
seal the
kills.
deal. Almond making it a little bit expensive, but for PaperX, they survived that round. They survived the force.
चलो
but they
guys, let's go
survived Divide,
350 likes.
and
और
that
अगर जो
means Vici will have to make
सब्सक्राइब
decisions
नहीं
to go
किया है,
for either for
सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना. Don't forget guys, you guys are my only motivation to stream. So let's go, subscribe कर दो. Every subscription matters guys. Every subscription matters. Let's go 650. Let's go 3650. Let's go guys. जल्दी जल्दी subscribe कर दो and don't forget to like.
Definitely, maybe go for the. Okay, they've saved, and then they just run back to spawn now and just buy.
Listen, a few P250s and a deagle, a couple of flashes. I'm gonna call that an eco, all right? I'm gonna stick with an eco.
I think from what we've seen so far, definitely in terms of strategy. PayperX
Face
have
it
been the
पे
better
एशियन
team.
प्रो लीग
I
खेलने
don't
वाले
think
हो
it's even arguable.
यस खेलने वाला हूँ ना यार मैं खेलता हूँ एशियन प्रो लीग बट यार
individual plays, like
कैसे कैसे
the
लोग
round
आते हैं ना भाई
victory
मेरे
they
को ऐसा
had,
लगता है कि यार ये
they didn't deserve.
एशियन प्रो
They
लीग
planted
खेल
the
भी
bomb
क्यों
with
रहे
8 seconds left. They were lucky that they even managed to get it
एशियन प्रो
down.
लीग में डिवीजन
And
अलग
it
अलग
was
है
a 2v4 that,
मैं
well,
मास्टर्स डिवीजन
unfortunately,
में हूँ
the
और उसमें
CTs
कोई
were looking
खेलता
in
ही
the
नहीं है
wrong
मास्टर्स
direction.
डिवीजन में
Like, sure, that's maybe a bit of a mistake. Mind Freak, okay, a chance to pad the stats a little bit. Some money made off the MP9 and not really much gained at all for Vici. It would be nice if
ओवरले
they could
बनाओ
get a kill
बनाएंगे
with it, do some
पेपर
extra
एक्स
damage.
इंडियन
The
ऑर्ग नो
CTs
ब्रो
actually
पेपर
don't have
एक्स
much cash because of
सिंगापोरियन ऑर्ग है
how much damage I feel like Vici have been able to
इनके
do in these
comparison में
clutch
Indian teams कैसे?
situations. Like at least
अच्छे नहीं।
get a kill or two. From this point onwards though, PayperX, they want to
Scope
keep
of
this
India
one
in
nice
Pal
and clean.
Summer.
Don't
What is
lose
Pal
any
Summer,
extra
bro?
players. Don't let Orman hit a 1D.
Let's go 350 likes, guys.
Definitely don't
जल्दी
let him
like
get
कर
2
देना।
kills again.
Let's
And
go,
then they're
let's
gonna be a little
go।
bit more comfortable in their
अगर जो
CT
like
side.
कर दिया है तो thanks a lot, like नहीं किया है तो like कर दो
I
guys। Let's
actually
go।
like the little bit of freedom that they're giving Deathmaker. Like, you know, he's obviously listening to what Alex is telling him to do as an in-game leader, but at the same time, they have the trust, that faith that, hey, you know what? We know we can go for this, which we know that you can go for these picks, and that's something. That's a little bit of confidence that, you know, when your team gives you that little bit of freedom, that little bit of confidence in you, that itself instills that extra bit of that oomph factor that you're looking for, right? You're feeling nervous, you're playing against probably one of the best teams in the region, and you're kind of like a stand-in on the loan to a team where PayperX are on the level of VG. They still have some very known names like players
Shichu
like
को
Alex
Wolf
and
में
Benkai,
recruit
even
कर लो।
Dubai for that matter. So there's a lot
क्या
to prove. And
प्रोफेशनल
right
स्ट्रीमर
now,
क्या
the young lad is
वो
definitely
पहले से
showing
VLT
what
org में
he
है।
is made of. Still early
दवाई
days, though.
एंटीडोट है क्या
Again,
नहीं नहीं
reminding all
दवाई
viewers that this is a map
सिंगापोरियन
that PayperX is trained.
मलेशियन
A
है
map where if it is your pick
दवाई
and your opponents are that well versed on it, it could be quite a problem indeed. Jam Young, oh, the worst time possible, and Mind Freak getting a little too overeager there. Look at the aggression from
देखो,
Davai, the
ये
bomb
देखो।
steal, and he will make his escape. He's
ये
gonna
होता
even
है
go in for the repeat, if I'm
पिंसर
not mistaken,
करना
and that's
इसने
dangerous, as
कांटेक्ट
Kaze
लिया
is
इसने
ready
मारा
waiting,
उसने
and
मारा ऐसा
better
करना
sense will
वैसा
prevail.
करना
They will
बहुत
fall
अच्छा
on back. Mind Freak down 15 HP. The immediate switch of the AWP and the M4. And it's interesting to see how for PayperX, I do believe at least 3 of the
Thoughts on
players
Team
are
Liquid?
pretty comfortable
बहुत
with
ही
the
अच्छा है भाई।
AWP. Even Benkai as well, whenever he feels like it.
Deathmaker is not playing bad yes is that a
I
country's
like it.
Deathmaker
I
yes
like how aggressive that peak was. It was risky. I don't think you ever really see players going up so far up the ramp that they can check left. Like, it's normally, okay, I peek into the right-hand side, that's about it. But no, I'm clearing the left-hand side.
मर गया
Benkai, balls of steel. Not
अभी तो
even
हट
gonna
जा भाई
budge an
बेनकाय
inch.
मर
And
मर
again,
के दम
it's
लेगा
these
क्या
scenarios for Vici where they're hoping for opening picks. They're looking to try and find a way in. And when you don't get those picks on train, it becomes an uphill struggle. Like, there's very little you can do other than just try and pull off a strong execution in the last 20-30 seconds of the round. And they are running out of time. Like, they're just trying to maybe bait out some players. They forced a few out of position. And with 20 seconds left, they're going to try and head into this A side. But there are some really good positions at the moment. A spray down from Davai is absolutely perfect. He knows where the last couple of players are. He's got to be careful, though, not to give this one
11
up. The
seconds.
time is absolutely everything.
वो
Just
देखो,
9
भाग गया
seconds
plant
remaining,
करने।
and he just holds. He waits. Mind Freak's there with him, and he gets
So
the
strong.
final kill. That was perfect from Davai. I was so worried he'd go down
11
fighting the man from Pop, but he knows that player is irrelevant at this point.
That
14
was
more
so
likes
well
for
done, right?
350
Like, not
जल्दी
just
जल्दी
the
like कर दो
2K,
guys
and also
14 more
love how
likes
PayperX didn't fall for the fake from
अगर जो
Alvin.
like
Alvin's
नहीं किया है
making
तो
a lot
like
of
कर देना
noise. He's like,
and
"Yeah,
don't
you
forget
know,
to
I'm gonna
subscribe
fall for
let's
that."
go
And Davai
3650
gets the 2 kills. He
today
plays
let's
that
go
E-box.
guys
He knows that the 2 players
PC ने
left
major
alive.
खेला
They
है,
gotta
yes
get the
खेला है।
bomb down. The player Pop is not budging, so the other players are
Please
C-box.
tell
So he
भाई
just
मैंने
holds those
Instagram तेरे को
E-box. He
reply
doesn't
कर
face
दिया
who's
PP
to stay
मलिक
at Pop Dog. Boom, just like that, round done, and he even gets the kill as well at the end. The 14-8 PayperX, they have looked so good, Tom, and I'm actually glad to eat my words. This is a very surprising performance from the Singaporean, Malaysian, Indonesian, Indian mix, and I for one am a little gobsmacked. Okay, Kaze, that's disgusting. That's filth. You can't do that. Oh my lord. Did he
Let's
even
get back.
stop?
No. No. They
Nice
might
shot.
still lose this round, though. Of course, it's not a whole lot invested into this one. The bomb is down. Orman's going to be handed the AWP, given a chance to try and fight this one out. If they can even just retrieve the bomb, they don't necessarily have to plant it here. It's only really Deathmaker they have to worry about. It is in an awkward spot, though, and now Benkai is going to be slowly ducking his way under. It makes it impossible for him to be seen. and spraying down the first. This now becomes a tough scenario once again. But it's Orman. He's been the man looking to try and turn a lot of these rounds back. That's not that far away through the edge of the smoke. But Ben-Kai, he loves his little angles, doesn't he? Just looking over the top, not giving away his position. And I think they should be realizing fairly soon that Orman has left the building.
And he's going to start making a little bit of sound. And immediately, yeah, there's information conveyed. Now, Deathmaker, he's got that up. Here's a plan taking place. 5-7 out, and Orman doesn't really have much space to work with. They peek together, he's done for. He just has the AWP to work with. I like what they're doing, coming in from two directions, ensuring that even if he gets one kill with the AWP, he won't find the second. And with that, PaperX gets around. This is a phenomenal CD side, and that is in addition to what was a great T side as well, Tom. This is very good stuff.
Exclamation mark Insta लिख दो, मेरा Instagram आ जाएगा.
I'm gonna say flawless
रात को sign
because
कर
the
दूंगा.
one round they lost, they should have won.
PaperX में कोई
I guess
सिंगापुरियन
that
प्लेयर
means
है.
it's not flawless. but
Ben-Kai
they
है,
made
Alex
a mistake
है,
in
Mind
that round in
Freak
the 4v2.
Indonesia का
But
है,
other than
Deathmaker
that,
India
they
है,
haven't
दवाई
even really
मलेशिया
close
का
to
है.
losing a round, and they've been forcing
So
each
Mind Freak
time
और
Vici
Alex
to go for like a 10
सिंगापुर के हैं,
second
और Alex वैसे
execution onto the
फ्रेंच है,
side because
फ्रांस से है वो,
they've
but
just
yeah,
choked
रहता है
them
सिंगापुर
out.
में.
This is like a proper old school train where there's just nothing. Like you see the team win the first half 14-1, then lose 16-14. Hey Gambit,
कौन जीतेगा हैवान? ये मैप तो PaperX जीत सकती है. Next map important है. Next map is very
You're never
important.
gonna
guys.
let that go, are you?
No, ever.
Okay, the timing on that. Kaze, he had a train, and of course going to peek on out. And the moment the smoke booms, Ben-Kai will find his make. And Zoking comes running out, and this is what I've been waiting for a while. Zoking entering like the madman that he is. Going to find Deathmaker on a bomb train. This should be done. And VG finally go for a textbook approach. Just basic solid smokes towards the outer yard. Kaze gets a pick towards Ivy. Bomb down. Zoking already towards heaven. And this round's done. This is a donezo. And PaperX should... their money's not that great. They should be looking to save the guns here. They have two M4s. They have the open hands of Divide. They've already lost one, which was in the hands of Mr. Deathmaker. So save the 3 guns and play for the next round. They have 7 map points to work with. 7 opportunities.
Some pro
Yeah,
tips.
that's something I
अरे
actually quite like
spam
to
मत कर
know
रहे
your
भाई मेरे.
opinion on.
Spam मत
From
कर
what I'm
please.
watching at the moment, excluding this round, it almost feels like Vici are giving far more respect over to PaperX than we saw the other way around. Like, PaperX were regularly throwing in, like, just running out A main and trying to find picks, and it worked quite well. Vici have been very, very slow. Like, 20-30 seconds left on the clock whenever they try anything. That's not
दवाई ने
really
भाई
what
carry
you see on
किया है,
train, at least
28
all the
kills
time.
के
You
साथ
need to
दवाई
have a
ने.
mix, and
Nice,
I do
nice.
wonder if Vici are just
Deathmaker
expecting
समझ
some
सकते हैं,
aggression or
16
expecting
kills
their
है,
opposition to
but it's okay,
try something,
चलेगा.
so they're waiting, but I'm quite confused.
Dobyo log, हैवान, what's up?
I feel like Vici are the closest to EU CS that you'll generally see. When I
It
say
was
EU
the same
CS,
qualifier that was
I'm
played
talking
on
about, like, how they
ESEA.
approach every game. It doesn't matter who they're playing against. It's a lot of
नहीं ये दूसरा है.
lack of wild aggression, which you might see from the other SEA teams or the other Asian teams.
Lost
It's very different
semi-finals.
With Tyloo, you'd have someone
Lost
like someone
semi-finals,
who's
but
onside, like 10 times out of
We are still in the game.
9 times out of 10.
We are into lower brackets
that's something
now.
which they tend not to do.
Senpai,
Even if
welcome
they're
here to
the
the stream.
firm favorites, even though they're going to be facing off against other, unknown teams and whatnot. Alex, you need to get those kills there, buddy. And yeah, it's just the way Vici plays, Tom. I don't think it's about their opponents. And for PaperX, they know they need to be disruptive. They know they need to be a little bit more unpredictable, a little bit more aggressive and in your face. And I think that's the way almost every team tries to play against Vici.
PaperX's
But the
Indian
thing
team,
is,
no
Vici's, their
Kinjal.
protocols and the way
PaperX
they
is a
approach the game
Singaporean
so
org
solid that, well,
with one
most of the time, they
Indonesian,
will
one
still come out on
Malaysian,
top,
one Indian,
despite giving
two
a lot of
Singaporean.
space to their opponents.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me though is I feel like the difference between
130 ping for DM, yes.
like a decent team and a methodical team and a great team is you
Kiske
need
against
both.
lost?
Like there has to be those rounds where I want
Global
to call it like a
Esports.
disruptor round. Like you see
Well
it
played,
often
Hewan,
on
अच्छा खेला.
Overpass,
चुप
for
कर रहे हैं आंटी
example,
साले.
where you'll have these slow methodical rounds. You're looking for picks, you're working it out, and then you execute.
Mindful
That's
हो
the
गया मेरा अभी
standard.
वो match से.
But every 1 in 5 is a run-through monster or something like that, just to basically get your opposition in a mindset of, well, they could do that again. They could just run through it. Because otherwise, the scenario we're seeing here is PaperX a lot of the time don't have to use a lot of utility in the early portions of the round because Vici aren't doing anything. They're just walking around. They're expending a few nades. They're trying to bait out extra utility. And instead, like I said, we've had 20-25 second executes coming in from Vici that have not been working. In fact, the rounds that have been working are those rounds where you go blasting through and you take the individual fights, because as we've already mentioned, in terms of individual skill, even just on that alone as a basis, Vici should be the better team.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. But I also feel like for Vici, the one I've been asked this many a time where people are like, okay, what are Vici lacking? They have the in-game leader in the form of Advent. They have Kaze, probably the best Asian player right now since Benkai has kind of flown the coop. Then you have Jam Young, really solid. I think the problem is Almond and Zoking. Now, they are good role players, but they're just not consistent enough. You'll have Zoking drop like a 30-bomb game, but for the other 3 games, he's going to be in single digit. And I know his entry role and whatnot, but it's just not good enough. And even Almond, most of the times, you'll just see him pretty much absent from the server, and they just need a little bit of consistency. And I think maybe
किसको replace किया PayperX में?
having one
सुबे
player swapped out, maybe
सबे करके एक player है मलेशिया
any
का,
other Chinese player, any other
दवाई का
decent Chinese
दोस्त है,
player could make them
उसको
the
replace
team
किया.
to beat Tai Lu. But look at this peak of Death Maker, he just finds one. Unfortunately, that could be an easy double, and with that, it's all in Divine Alex to bring this one back.
Hard luck,
And
Death Maker, hard
Alex
luck.
on 20 HP.
When your match will
as many
held, I don't
assists
know,
as
bro.
kills,
Let's see कब होगा.
It's not something you really want to see.
How is GM
but
playing
maybe
with
he can help
150
out Divine a
130
little
ping?
bit. Unfortunately, he's so
पता नहीं कैसे
low
खेल
and
रहा है भाई.
their money's in a pretty
पर
poor
क्या ही
state.
करे,
I'm not really
मजबूरी
in
है.
a mindset of wanting them to save. But these are the scenarios where I do want to see Vici slowing down. It's smart. They've got the advantage now. They've got a lot of control. Now it's about sort of calculating where the remaining players are, where they can get their after-plant positions. And Advent, he's actually just trying to bait out a peek. His teammates weren't really ready at that point to defend him, so I like the idea. And now he's going to hear the players pushing forward first. Already going his way. And eventually
Nice.
Zoking is going to close it out. The grind back coming up, and well, with a
Is Death Maker
relatively
IGL? Yes, he's
inexperienced team
IGL.
on the other side in terms of the full 5. Is there a chance they
How to
choke
be a
it
CSGO
where-
coach in India and also
Oh, yeah,
tips to
100%.
start a career. भाई
110%.
CSGO coach तुम तभी बन सकते हो जब
I've
भी
seen
आपको
this
कुछ
happen so
experience
many
हो यार.
times.
मैंने थोड़े
I
बहुत
don't know if you
coaches
remember
देखे
this
जिसके पास
team,
कुछ experience नहीं है खेलने
Blue
का और वो
Dreamscape.
coach बोलते हैं अपने आप को.
Yes,
बस यहाँ
right,
वहाँ से
yeah.
सुन के बातें.
Benkai, it
नहीं
was
होता है
Flash
भाई
K,
वैसा. खेलना पड़ता
Benkai,
है.
you had Impression, you had times that you had Alex as
आप
well
कौन सी
playing
टीम से
there.
खेलते हो? Team Wolf.
And that was a team notorious for...
So any
they
idea
didn't,
regarding
like,
placing
they
ESC
qualified for,
qualifiers?
do believe
I
some
don't
sort
know,
of
bro.
DreamHack
उनका जो
Masters
match
as
होगा तभी
well.
देखेंगे.
They were a team who were beating Tai Lu and Avicii's, and the number of times I've
I think
seen
OT
them
can
throw
happen.
away a lead,
Possibility
just
है.
choke
ये
at the
round तो
last
equal है
moment.
अभी.
It's always been painful. But this PayperX team, it just contains 2 members of that and 2 of the better ones. So let's see if they are able to defy what they had. Alex, beautiful shot there, but not able to second. And now Jam Young, he challenged on his frag of his own. It's an eco round, just a little bit of an upgrade pistol wise and a scout in the hands of device. So for
Love from the boy.
PayperX, just
Alpha
about
Q
dealing
CSGO
damage.
GTA
The
5. Thanks a
problem
lot, Alpha
is
Q.
money is not a problem for VG. They're looking very flush
Alpha
with cash.
Q.
And with 3 more rounds remaining after
Okay.
this, they're gonna be feeling.
Because
they're gonna
that
be feeling
sounds a
overtime.
little weird, Alpha Q.
Yeah, and I think they've also made the realization
Thank you,
that
thank
I
you,
have that these initial slow rounds don't work. Like
Don't forget, guys, if you're new to the stream, don't forget to subscribe
using their
and
individual
like
skill.
the video if
Also
you're new.
putting
Let's go,
pressure
guys.
on a
Let's
team
go.
that
Let's
has
go
a player
3,650. Let's go, guys.
stood in for
Only
them and who
I
is
think
also
60,
on
70
very high
subscribers
ping.
more
Like,
needed. Let's go,
I
guys.
know it sounds kind of awful, but
Don't forget,
exploit it.
sub games रखूंगा मैं.
If he's
उसके
got
पहले मैं giveaway
140
करूंगा.
ping, use that to your
पहले ये बताओ कि giveaway के लिए मैंने select किया है AK front side Misty, factory new या minimal wear है. Minimal wear है शायद. तो वो बताओ कैसा है. Chat में जल्दी जल्दी बताओ, guys. अच्छा है कि नहीं? Yes or no? Yes लिखोगे, अपन giveaway वो करेंगे. Budget है ना भाई, थोड़ा budget है.
Bison is definitely fair enough, but let's see what PayperX can do. Can they close it out? They had 7 map points, 7. Now they're down to 3. Vici Gaming have strung 4 in a row together, and what interests me, Tom, is the double op setup on the T side of train. That's something which is
They've got a gun on the floor.
oh okay. That makes
It
sense.
was being juggled, so they have so much money at this point that they can afford to have 2 weapons each if they really want to. So, yeah, the worry for me is the fact that PayperX, what I've really been sort of impressed with is how they've used their utility. This round, they've invested into the double AWP rather than getting those extra grenades. Like, a couple of players even having head armor.
ये
I
चड्डी
don't
है
like to harp on it, but why? Like you're up against AK-47s
Yes, yes,
and AWPs.
okay,
like,
okay.
that-
चलो समझ
that's
गया
gonna
मैं.
help you like 1 in 100
कब है
times.
गिव अवे?
for
मेरे
someone tries to
इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं
wallbang
अनाउंस
you.
करूंगा गाइस. वेट फॉर द
So,
अनाउंसमेंट.
They
Follow
now
my
have
Instagram
basically no grenades,
to
but we are
get
seeing this slow
to know
round once
all.
again. And as
सब
said,
कुछ
that's
अपडेट
what's
का,
played
सब कुछ
into
अपडेट कर दूंगा
the
उस पे.
favor
Instagram
of
पे फॉलो करो.
PaperX in a lot of these rounds is the fact that the
कब है
slower ones,
giveaway?
Vici, have run out of time and they've had to rush things. They're going to go in a little bit earlier this time as Advent looks for the peaks. They've got all 5 members already waiting on this B site, but it may not matter. This is the fake player. He's just baiting them in, and he's
Fake-
already found 2,
fake
almost
हो
a
गया
third. They now get
बे.
an after plant situation with a man advantage.
number 4 देख
Connect
कहाँ पर
the
है, Jam Young
control,
देख कहाँ पर
and
है.
only one man anywhere near. And Jam Young, he's looking to ruin their day. He will eventually get traded out, but it doesn't
DM versus
matter.
3. He's saving. What
That
the fuck? DM
over-rotation
IGL
from
नहीं रे.
PaperX,
DM
that
IGL
was
नहीं है. मैं
massive.
मजाक
And
कर
also
रहा था
got to
उसके
give
साथ.
kudos to
झूठ बोल रहा.
Advent, right? Like I did say,
Exclamation
he's
giveaway.
perhaps the worst fragging in-game leader in professional
Like कर दो,
Counter-Strike,
जल्दी
you
like कर
know,
दो. मैं अपने
right
Instagram पे
now.
update कर दूंगा.
And it's a fact. I think even he would admit it. Like it's a fact.
Yeah, but you
he's
then went
grading
on, well, not on stream, but you went on to compare him to James Bardoff, which I think is mean.
Okay, do you want to go to route of Hunden? But I think Hunden's still better. Like people keep talking about like Hunden being, you know, like oh you can't frag, but Hunden's a better fragger than Advent in the server. I'm not even kidding. But the fact that he went for the fake, he got 2 kills, almost gets the 3rd, while completely selling the fake all by his lonesome. That is massive. And with 2 rounds
Pause लेना चाहिए
remaining,
यहाँ पर.
no
PaperX
gun
को pause
save,
लेना चाहिए.
PaperX. Oh lord, what have you guys done?
अबे एलेक्स का हमेशा
15-8.
मालूम है तुम
was
लोग
the
को एक राज
scoreline
बताता हूँ.
a
मैंने
while
कभी भी
back.
एलेक्स को देखा है ना, उसके
And
असिस्ट बहुत ज्यादा
we
रहते
did
भाई.
say this, Tom.
मैंने इसको
We did
देखा
say
है
this,
5-6
you
से
win
ज्यादा
7 rounds
असिस्ट
from
रहते ही है
T-side,
उसके.
you know, you
5-6
pretty much
से हमेशा
guaranteed to
ज्यादा
win, and
assist
then we
रहते हैं.
also said, yeah,
Like कर दो
not
friends,
necessarily.
जल्दी
Look
like
at what
कर दो.
happened in CIS, and this is Asian
Let's go
CS
400
after all,
likes.
and, for a moment, we believed we
PaperX
were
एक
wrong,
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
but
है
we
और
feel like,
इंडिविजुअल टीम है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है.
it's not gonna happen. We're
OT
gonna make
easy.
it,
लग
It's
रहा है.
more so the 50.
मने भी लग रहा है guys, OT होने वाला है.
Side. Then you really should guarantee the win. If you lose from that point,
Oh,
well,
oh.
yeah, maybe your opponent stepped up, but you need one.
क्या
And
खाते
they're
हैं
still
ये
going to
Chinese
get a
लोग?
chance. The Vi hitting a hell of a lot of shots with that league, unfortunately. Not getting the
Spray कर
kill.
रहा है,
And
spray कर रहा
these
है
are the
सबको.
plays I wanted to see from
और एक है,
VC. They're
Alex
just
है, Alex
brimming
छुपा है
with
कहीं.
confidence.
नहीं,
Pushing
Alex
out
back
the
stab
site,
कर रहा है.
Jam
Lower वाला
Young
बंदा है.
starting to find kills, and we've seen
Viewbot
pretty
yes
much
रे.
every
मेरे को लग रहा है
player
साला
now
viewbot है.
step up.
गांडू जो भी
Like,
viewbot कर रहा है ना,
King was very quiet.
मत करो प्लीज यार.
Kaze was
मैं
even a little
रिक्वेस्ट
bit
कर रहा हूँ
quiet.
आपसे कि viewbot मत करो guys.
Advent
अगर
and
जो कर रहे हो तो
Orman as
viewbot
well,
तो
but
मत
they've
करो.
all
और अगर
risen
जो
over the
real
last
हो
few rounds. There's going to be
तो
6 in a row for
like
them.
का
The
बटन
CTs,
दबा
they
दो.
got 4 loss
देखते हैं
bonus. They
real
will
हो
be
के
able
नहीं.
to get whatever they desire. But
Hey,
it
what's up,
does
Anmol
seem
Johri?
like
Welcome, bro,
Vici are
welcome.
in their heads now.
Of course I remember you man.
Each are definitely in the heads, and
क्या
they do
throw
have
करते रे
the
15-8
money
से?
in the end, though, so they won't have to
Mindfuck हो गया
have
रहेगा
a,
ना?
you know, gamble between the head armor.
चलो
and utility,
last
at least
round.
for the
Let's see
majority of
सब
players
utilities
in
है
the,
और
Mindfreak,
डेटमेकर ऑफ कर रहा है.
and Davai having to
दवाई
give up
ऑफ
the
नहीं कर रहा है,
helmets.
डेटमेकर ऑफ कर
But
रहा है
yeah,
guys. तो
full
समझ
utility
जाओ.
apart from Deathmaker with
PaperX
the
का जो
AWP.
IGL है.
Interesting that Deathmaker is with the op, while Davai
Yes.
with the rifle. But then again, considering his ping and CD side especially, it's easier to op when you have the high ping. At least in my experience playing EU matchmaking also in India, so
Castles
that does
volume
work
बंद
out. So
करते हैं
let's see what he
करते हैं.
does with it. He has shown that he can land those shots. He has shown that he does have the
मतलब उन लोग उसके आईजीएल ने
raw
कितना
young
ट्रस्ट
aim.
दिखाया है मालूम
But look
डेटमेकर को
at
कि
the
दवाई के
aggression
ऊपर ऑफ
from
करने
Mr.
के लिए.
Alex. All the way towards in the brown hole. He hasn't pushed up yet, and it looks like Vici are not going to try anything fancy. They're just going to become running out, and Deathmaker's going to strike first. Finds one, looking for the second kill as well. Goes to the flick shot. Usually doesn't get a kill,
Nice.
but he does the damage. In fact, he does manage to find a kill in the end, and all of a sudden, it's a 4v3. Make that a 4v2. Kaze and Jamyang left in a 2v4. They've done it in the past.
भाग दिया
Can do it
रे.
Not looking good, and well, right at the
Wow.
final hurdle, they fall. It was looking
Last
like
round पे
Vici
3
were
kill
gonna
लेके
drank this bank, but maybe didn't leave
जीत गए.
themselves quite
Last round
enough
पे 3
space
kill
to
लेके
do
जीत
so.
गया.
A pretty
Nice one,
close
nice one.
affair, but ultimately they have won their match.
Bhai,
so I
remember
think
you, of course,
even
game
just
plan in
that
India, I
alone,
remember you.
Blair, is something we didn't really
ये इंडिया वाला
expect.
डेटमेकर का yes.
Got a little too close though, didn't it? It was 15-8. Should have been a 16-10 or 16-11 game, but
Is that play? Yes.
16-14, I think they'll still take it.
16-14 बहुत ही क्लोज गया भाई. डेटमेकर ने ऑफ मांगा. मेरे को मैं प्योर बता सकता हूँ भाई कि क्या बोल रहा रहेगा डेटमेकर. गाइस मेरा राइफल नहीं चल रहा है, मेरे को ऑफ चाहिए और मेरा पिंग भी ज्यादा है, मेरे को ऑफ चाहिए. अब क्या ही करे जब एक प्लेयर ऑफ मांग रहा है. तो एलेक्स ने बोला होगा ले ले भाई अभी ऑफ ले ले, तो डेटमेकर ने निकाल दिया. नेक्स्ट मैच देखेंगे अपन, तब तक थोड़ा खेल लेते हैं. बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है वन, यस बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है। ए व्हाट्सअप फ्राइट लीगा, हेलो 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 गाइस, जो भी नए हो स्ट्रीम पे डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब गाइस, लेट्स गो 3650 टुडे, जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब कर दो एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक, बचा लिया लास्ट में, हाँ ना भाई, नहीं तो गए हो, गेम तो गए हो। अगर जो डेथमेकर एक भी किल नहीं लेता या एक ही किल लेता ना, तो गए हो राउंड। चलो ये हम कर देते हैं, क्या करें अभी, ओवरवॉच करें क्या? बेबी ये तो
स्वागत तो करो हमारा।
थैंक यू अक्षय घाटी की, थैंक यू मैन, थैंक यू फॉर योर सब्सक्राइब मैन, थैंक यू फॉर योर सब्सक्राइब। गाइस बने रहो स्ट्रीम पे, नेक्स्ट मैच चालू होते ही तेरा भाई वापस दिखा देगा मैच, उसमें कुछ टेंशन नहीं है रे, टेंशन नहीं लेने का गाइस, टेंशन नहीं। वेरी वेल प्लेड टू डेटमेकर सनी देवांजन दास। ओवरवॉच प्लीज प्ले प्ले, केस ओपन, केस ओपन, तुम लोग को देखने में तो बहुत मजा आता है केस ओपन, साले मेरे यहाँ पर पैसे जाते हैं। शीरे क्या मिराज हारे हम लोग। एक तो सबसे पहली बात गाइस, मैं ऑप्टिक से लेकर अभी तक बहुत ही कम मिराज खेला हूँ, क्योंकि हम मेरा पर्मा बैन रहता है मिराज, हम लोग मिराज, मैं मिराज नहीं खेलता बेसिकली, बट इट्स ओके, हम लोग प्रैक्टिस नहीं करते हैं, इसलिए हम लोग ने बोला कि चलो हम लोग प्रैक्टिस नहीं करते हैं, पग स्टाइल खेलेंगे, थोड़ा मिराज ही पिक कर लेते हैं।
स्वागत तो करो
थैंक यू
हमारा।
फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग मेरे भाई, थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग। ब्रो वाज इट द फर्स्ट मैप? यस, सेकंड मैप 5-10 मिनट लगेगा, तब तक हम लोग थोड़ा टाइम पास कर लेते हैं। म्यूजिक किट बताओ अच्छा सा, मसाला होता ना लेकिन ओटी होता तो। म्यूजिक किट बताओ अच्छा सा, म्यूजिक किट मैं तो ये यूज करता हूँ भाई, ये अच्छा म्यूजिक किट मेरे को लगता है। कहाँ गया बे म्यूजिक, ये प्ले करूँ, कैसे प्ले करूँ? हाँ प्ले करता हूँ, अबे प्ले कर रहा हूँ, अरे प्ले तो करने दे। आई एम न्यू ईयर, हाँ सही है बेटा, स्पॉन्जबॉब आई एम न्यू ईयर, वाह बेटा वाह। कैजुअल प्लीज, तुम लोग को कैजुअल देखने में बहुत मजा आता है हाँ? तुम लोग को कैजुअल देखने में बहुत मजा आता है, चलो खेल ही लेते हैं कैजुअल, या ओवरवॉच करते हैं। चल मैं डाउनलोड कर रहा हूँ ओवरवॉच, ओवरवॉच करते हैं। चला रैंक डाउन हो गया रे कल से, शी।
स्वागत तो करो हमारा।
थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग ब्रदर। नेक्स्ट मैच कितने बजे? 5 मिनट में होगा भाई, 5 मिनट में, ज्यादा दूर नहीं है। सब लोग जाएंगे बाहर, थोड़ा कोल्ड ड्रिंक बिल्ड ड्रिंक सुट्टा बिट्टा मार के फिर वापस आएंगे, खेलेंगे। 420 लाइक्स, 420, लेट्स गो गाइस, 500, रोड टू 500, जल्दी जल्दी लाइक कर दो अगर जो नए हो स्ट्रीम पे, एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब। लेट्स गो, केस ओपन, ओवरवॉच, चलो ओवरवॉच कर रहे हैं ना मेरे भाई, चलो कर रहे हैं ओवरवॉच, उसका टेंशन नहीं है। उसके बाद सोच रहे हैं एक केस ओपनिंग भी कर दे। गेमिंग विद सार्थक, बहुत बुरी बात अगर जो आपने अनसब्सक्राइब करके सब्सक्राइब किया तो नहीं करना कभी भी। थैंक्स अ लॉट मैन। एम गेम पैसेंस और व्हाट एल्स, इंडियन टीम्स और फॉरेन टीम्स में क्या फर्क है? इंडियन टीम्स में फर्क ये है कि भाई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है ज्यादा। एम अच्छा है बट ऐसा भी नहीं बोलूंगा टॉप क्लास है, एम अच्छा है बट यार एक्सपीरियंस की कमी है, नॉलेज की कमी है इंडियन टीम्स को बाहर के मुकाबले। अगर जो मैं निको के साथ हर रोज खेलूंगा तो मेरे को नॉलेज आ जाएगा ना थोड़ा बहुत। तो वही होता है, यूरोपियन टीम्स एक दूसरे के सामने खेलते रहते हैं, नॉलेज बढ़ते रहता है। इंडियन टीम्स कहाँ खेलती है किसके सामने? एशियन टीम के सामने खेलती है, नॉलेज कहाँ है? नहीं यार मुझे नहीं लग रहा है, मतलब अभी तो 2 ही शॉट मारे इसने। ये क्या भाई पीछे क्या मार रहा है? नॉर्मल लग रहा है, ही इज होल्डिंग वन एंगल। ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं भाई। ठीक है भाई, ये क्या बाद में चालू करेगा? मुझे लगता है बाद में चालू करेगा। ए व्हाट्स अप मैगेमिन, वेलकम। कैन एनीवन डू ओवरवॉच? आई डोंट थिंक सो ब्रो, खाली स्पेशल लोगों को एक्सेस दिया जाता है ओवरवॉच का। क्या 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 मतलब ये नूब होने के लिए ये किया है क्या इसने? रिपोर्ट किया है इसको नूब होने के लिए? क्या है भाई ये नूब है इसलिए रिपोर्ट किया है क्या दोस्तों ने? पेपर एक्स का गेम कर रहा हूँ, चालू करूंगा भाई। आई एम न्यू ईयर, प्लीज टेल अबाउट योरसेल्फ। अच्छा लक्ष्य जोशी बेटा, सही है। एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क अबाउट टाइप कर साले। आई एम न्यू ईयर सर, एमबॉट्स में एक टैप मार देता हूँ लेकिन एमएम में जब कोई सामने आता है तो भाई डिस्टेंस पे मेरा स्प्रे निकल जाता है, क्या करूँ? सबसे पहले तो क्राउच अनबाइंड कर दे। क्राउच करेगा तो स्प्रे करेगा, तो क्राउच अनबाइंड कर।
स्वागत तो करो हमारा।
थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग ब्रो। डीएम को सिंगापुर टीम से ऑफर आया, उन लोग का कोच इंडियन है रे, तो उसने ऑफर किया, प्रशांत प्रभाकर ने। ये मैं डिसाइड नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ ये क्या कर रहा है। लिल सॉल्टी प्रिक, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग ब्रो, थैंक्स अ लॉट। भाई पेपर एक्स का मैच देखे? पेपर एक्स का मैच देखा ना भाई?
स्वागत तो करो हमारा।
थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग ब्रदर, थैंक यू फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग। चलो चालू हुआ? नहीं रे चालू नहीं हुआ। चालू नहीं हुआ है। Opponents 5 ops. I guess that's a good way. अबे 15-15 हजार है बे, चलेगा? अबे भाई कोई चैट में बताओ ना यार, मैंने ये सीरियस नहीं लिया है डेमो को इतना। कोई चैट में बताओ ना, अगर जो तुम लोग देख रहे हो तो प्लीज बताओ यार ये क्या सीन है इसका, सस्पिशियस है कि नहीं? मुझे तो क्लीन लग रहा है। अभी वो सीटी उसने पिक किया क्योंकि उसने सीटी से ऑफ शॉट मिस किया। This guy is as clean as my toilet. मतलब तेरा टॉयलेट क्लीन नहीं है साले। ब्रो कभी कभी AK-47 का रिकॉइल लॉन्ग रेंज में कंट्रोल नहीं होता, प्लीज गिव मी अ टिप। लॉन्ग रेंज मारना ही नहीं है रे पागल, गेट राइट नहीं है तू। लॉन्ग रेंज में मारना ही नहीं है, कोई नहीं मारता है लॉन्ग रेंज में स्प्रे। टैप मार, बर्स्ट मार, हो जाएगा काम। Why India doesn't get a slot in that special ESA qualifier? क्वालिफायर होता है भाई मेरे, ये जो टीम्स तू देख रहा है ना, वो सब क्वालिफाई करके आए हैं, और कोई कोई लोग को इनवाइट भी मिला है, जैसे टाइलू वीसी ये सबको इनवाइट भी मिला है। ऑफ कोर्स वो लेवल पे आपको खेलना पड़ता है, टूर्नामेंट जीतने पड़ती है एशिया में, तब जाके आपको एशिया क्वालिफायर का इनवाइट मिलता है, यू नो। क्लीन 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 क्लीन। हाँ यार चलो अच्छा है, क्लीन है। इसको बेचारे को रिपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते। देखता हूँ मैच चालू हुआ कि नहीं। नो नो, चालू नहीं, चालू नहीं। दवाई ने अच्छा मारा यार वो गेम में। दवाई ने टॉप फ्रैग किया, फिर डेटमेकर और माइंड। ये क्या, ये तो इसको तो स्मोक भी नहीं आता गाइस। इसको क्या रिपोर्ट करूं बे? ये ग्रीफ कर रहा है क्या? नहीं, ग्रीफ भी नहीं कर रहा है भाई। इस बेचारे को स्मोक नहीं आता। द सस्पेक्ट हैकर है, यूट्यूब पे वीडियो है उसका। हाँ रे, मेरे को वही नहीं पता चलता ये सस्पेक्ट है कौन। नाइस वन हर्ष, तू या इनोसेंट बनने की कोशिश कर रहा है या तो सच्ची में इनोसेंट है भाई। वॉल्स है रे, कैसे वॉल्स है? आर यू डूइंग सीएस ओवरवॉच? यस। 1 on 3 है, चलो देखते हैं। एक हेवन तो था ही, क्योंकि उसने ऑफ शॉट बताया। अबे चल बे। नहीं 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 गाइस, आई डोंट थिंक सो। इनसफिशिएंट एविडेंस, इनसफिशिएंट एविडेंस, इनसफिशिएंट, इनसफिशिएंट। मुझे नहीं लगता गाइस ये बेचारा अब कर रहा है कुछ। व्हाट आईएसपी डू यू हैव? लोकल आईएसपी 7 स्टार। मेरे को सिटी साइड में हैकर लग रहा है एक बंदा। सिटी साइड में तेरे को हैकर लग रहा है? मैं अभी उसको कैसे रिपोर्ट करूं? यो भाई एक वेलकम ही कर दे। डोमिनिक वेलकम टू द चैनल ब्रदर। लास्ट में ट्रिगर भी कर सकता है। नहीं किया ना, लास्ट तक हम लोग ने डेमो देखा नहीं किया रे। बेबी इट्स champion, champion, champion. ला 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 ला। भाई पता नहीं मेरे को आप लोगों को बताना चाहिए ये कि नहीं, बट एक मैंने एक फनी कमेंट पढ़ा एचएल टीवी पे। अब वो सही हो गया तो शायद, पता नहीं यार। बट लेट्स सी। नेक्स्ट मैप कौन सा है देखने दो। नेक्स्ट मैप है इन्फोर्नो, जो है वीसी का पिक। अब देखते हैं क्या करता है, क्या अलग करता है पेपर रेक्स। मैं अपने को एक्सेस चाहिए रे गो टीवी का। आई डोंट थिंक गो टीवी का एक्सेस रहेगा, फिर भी एक बार ट्राई मारने में क्या जाता है। सर्विस मेडल ले ले। प्ले एमएम, अभी एमएम खेलने का टाइम नहीं है मेरे भाई। आई एम सो प्राउड। व्हाई आर यू सो प्राउड माय फ्रेंड? भाई इससे अच्छा ब्लास्ट प्रीमियर लीग स्ट्रीम कर ले, क्यों तेरी कमेंट्री अच्छी। बस कर भाई। इनोसेंट ही हूँ ब्रो, मैं 15 साल का बच्चा हूँ। ओके ओके हर्ष, ओके। व्हाट वाज द कमेंट? भाई कमेंट बता नहीं सकता। चैट प्लीज हैवान को मेडल लेने बोलो। भाई एक बात बता, ये मेडल में तेरे को क्या मजा मिलता है भाई? ये मेडल बता। ये साला ये मेडल मेरे को बिल्कुल ही अच्छा नहीं लगा भाई, सच्ची में बोल रहा हूँ, दिल से बोल रहा हूँ। मेरे को 2015 वाला मेडल बहुत अच्छा लगा है। ग्राइंडिंग एवरीडे, स्टिल आई एम डीएमजी। ग्राइंड मोर, और ग्राइंड करो। लॉबी में खेलो, अपने दोस्तों के साथ खेलो, और ऐसा नहीं। ओके चलो, चालू हो गया है गाइज, जरा देख लेते हैं हम।
Our first map with PaperX really showing up. Fake comeback, I guess you could say, from Vici made things interesting, but a 16-14 victory. Regard.
Yeah, ball to the court.
Yeah.
Now it is Inferno though, and at the risk of jinxing everyone,
started.
Jim
Okay,
Reddick
let's
doing some
go.
Big Beachy and pulling off an Anders. Tom, I have to say that this should still be a map favoring the Chinese Malaysian side. You have PaperX opting to start on the CT side, no surprises there. Alex taking one for the team, smoke, flash, and a nade, and then he's going to be playing towards B.
That trigger sandbags पे.
Davai at the back of the bomb site, and Deathmaker plays with Sandbag. So a little bit of a bait setup there.
अकेला है डेथमेकर अभी, उसको फ्लैश मिलने वाला है. लेट्स सी.
It's a
डेथमेकर
risk
मांग
as
फ्लैश,
well, 'cause
अभी नहीं, बाद में.
Deathmaker, it's a surprise, but at the same time, he really doesn't have much support. The nade through will give him a little bit of space, and
आजा आजा, एलेक्स बोल रहे हैं कम बैक डेथमेकर, सनी
he's
कम
eventually
बैक.
going to fall back. But with the amount of
Sunny बोलते हैं, no,
personnel
I
that's spotted
get
on the
one
other
kill.
side, it is going to leave Vici now with an aggressive push in towards this A site. Mind freaking a good position, but
Mind
left
freaking.
completely blind. The flash is on point,
one.
just trying to hold on from the mini pit, and somehow he's still alive. Tries to switch guns, and well, eventually gets closed down.
3 on 4,
Yeah,
किट नहीं है किसी के पास.
Very, very quick decision.
Is
there.
DM playing
Second
on
spot
60
out,
hertz?
realize,
No,
let's
DM is
bring out the
playing
B,
on
let's get to run A.
240 hertz.
Very fast
He's
pace
playing
being
from a
set there.
cafe.
Perfect flashbang as
So
well,
yes,
blind out
he's
Mind
playing
Freak. He
240
does find
hertz.
one, but it was not enough. Now 4v3, they don't have a kit as well, but
VC
they
कहाँ
have
से? VC
time
China
to work
से
with.
है. Oh,
Okay,
nice.
Deathmaker, that's filth. That is pure filth. But
But नहीं, हाँ नहीं, राउंड नहीं निकाल पाए. Nice shot from Mr. Debanjan Das, Deathmaker.
That was a sick flick.
Nice shot.
Hey, if you open up the stream quick enough, you're probably...
Clip it, boys. Clip it.
Unfortunately, the people at home can't do that, but you know.
Currently,
that's,
which team we are
that's not
playing
much.
for? Team Wolf.
It's going to be 1-0. We are going to see the investment back in from the CT side, attempt to do some damage, and if not, eco into the next. Plenty of Galils.
Make Anmol mod, please.
Allows them a lot more utility,
करूँगा
which
मेरे
is-
भाई, करूँगा.
well,
Tension
this is
मत
probably
ले.
the map where it's most important in the entire game. Just taking control of Banana without utility is basically down
आसाम
to
में
luck.
कैफे खुल गया. डेथमेकर आसाम में नहीं है. डेथमेकर कोलकाता में है.
Of course, this time it doesn't really do too much damage. Like in the short setup though, it does leave Arch very open indeed. But of course, the players
नाइफ नहीं
on
होता
the B
फर्स्ट
side
राउंड.
playing close
नहीं, ये
angles
इसमें
anyway,
नाइफ नहीं
so
होगा शायद फर्स्ट राउंड, क्योंकि
chances
होता
are
क्या
they're
है
gonna be
मालूम
able
है.
to avoid any sort of
VC का पिक
wraparound.
है
It means
तो
that there's more of a chance in
VC
this
ने इन्फर्नो पिक किया है तो
crossfire.
पेपर एक्स को
However,
ऑप्शन मिलेगा
Dubai
सीटी या टी
gonna
खेलने
make
के लिए.
sure and just go for a little check.
पेपर एक्स का पिक था
I
ट्रेन
think
तो
he's gonna be
VC को
peaked
ऑप्शन
in
मिला
just a
सीटी या टी खेलने के लिए.
Right. One player don't want to really go for these 1v1 deals, especially when he's got his hands in with that deagle. So VG just feeling it out. They have a lot of map control to work with. They have apps as well. They have brackets. They have banana. Jam Young should be careful. He spots a player out. Spots the barrel.
नहीं यार,
of
अपन
that
थोड़ा
MP9
इंडियन
hands of
इंडियन
Mind Freak.
एशियन को देखेंगे ना यार.
Slow things down again. There's a lot
मालूम
of
तो
time to
पड़ेगा
work with though. But that means
सबको.
they are almost out of utility. Still have a couple of
I am
smokes
from
and a
Kolkata and
flashbang, but
cafe
no
in open.
incendiaries to
है,
push out
open
the
है भाई.
player. And I love the patience here from Kazi.
What up,
holding
Evan?
the
What up,
angle,
Sarsh?
waiting for the
Welcome,
aggression
welcome.
from CT. Davai wanted to go for it. Needed to find some information at the very least. And the second he spots him out, Alex gonna actually peel away from that bomb.
Let's go
site,
500
and then
likes.
one final smoke
Put,
from
put.
Deathmaker is going to keep them in. Now
Put,
with
put.
25 seconds on the
Boom
clock,
bam
they're gonna
करके
head back to
500 likes
A.
कर दो guys. Boom
It's,
bam.
it's a circus of sorts.
ठोक दो, like ठोक
but
दो guys.
Mind Freak, it needs to get that kill. He gets a ding, but not the frag. Leaving
अब
it all
Benkai
in the
पे बहुत
kid's hands.
ज़्यादा
Benkai with the
nice
deagle, and he finds one in the Kaze looking
कोई
for the
बात.
second, but Almond will deny.
So
him,
looks
and
like
this should
Deathmaker
be
is
the round
playing
for
with
BG. 9
Alex at
seconds
banana.
remaining. They finally get
Deathmaker
the
is playing
bomb
with
down.
Alex on banana. Banana.
Yeah, the unfortunate
Banana,
truth there
nana,
is that
banana.
if the player in apps is not in apps, they probably win that round. Like, in all honesty, if they had more of a crossfire, could have tried to work that one together. Instead, well, you're basically reliant on.
OpTic.India
Benkai
कैप्टन कौन था
killing
ब्रो?
everybody.
OpTic.India
The bomb's the
कैप्टन
last man
पहले
through.
मैं था,
Maybe if
फिर
it was
YB
first,
बन गया.
you could have got
वो
something
Lucas
a little bit lucky, but
groaning.
yeah, I will say that
YB,
VG, they're one of those teams that likes
500
to
likes
play
and
with
open
the
case.
full
Chill
amount
कर
of
रहे.
time.
तेरे को तो खाली
And that
केस ही
makes
ओपन
me
करना है.
feel very
Double
uneasy
fake,
in a
yes,
lot of
double fake, bro.
rounds.
नेट सही
They-
हुआ.
they're also
नहीं,
a
कल
team
ठीक
who,
करवाऊंगा नेट.
rely a lot
मैंने
on
क्या किया है
information
मालूम है?
being
एक
run,
ट्रिक
and
किया
they-
है.
and they
मैंने
live or
बिट्रेट
die
कम किया है.
with the calls by
पहले ज्यादा बिट्रेट था, अभी
by
कम
Advent.
किया है. बट
He
नेट वाले ने
is
बोला कि
the
वायर
master
चेंज
of
करके दूंगा
puppets
तो
and
देख
pulling
लो.
all the strings.
मैंने,
So
ठीक है, देखते हैं.
it's an interesting team. Like compared to many other Asian
That
teams, where
player
they
being
just go for
140
a
है,
dry
130 है.
push towards the stacked bomb site, you will rarely see BG ever do that. And but then again, like you said, the caveat
भाई
being
इससे अच्छा
that
ब्लास्ट
it
प्रीमियर
takes so
स्ट्रीम
much
कर नहीं
time
रहे भाई.
that even against like a standard setup or against just pistols,
आज
they
रोड टू
do
ग्लोबल
lead to
नहीं.
the loss, very
आज
last
रोड टू
minute.
ग्लोबल
So,
नहीं, कल
yeah, I
करेंगे.
guess you can't have both.
या तो शाम
You
को
know, or
करेंगे.
BG after all, you need to make things. move
जोनिक मेरे बाजू में बैठा है, बोल रहा है तू बहुत अच्छा आदमी है. भाई क्या बात कर रहा है जोनिक? Thank you यार Pyxis, and thank you Zonic, Astralis के coach. Thank you यार, thank you.
Ultimately, just handing a
Do you live in
frag away
Mumbai?
to
Yes, Sarsh,
Vici,
I live in
and,
Mumbai.
Well, this round, if they clear their angles properly,
Mid stack, क्या बात है?
actually
Deathmaker
send
mid
maybe
rush किया
just a
लगता है.
lone man to go probing into the B site, it'll be very easy indeed.
Should be indeed. And well, surprised why Deathmaker was the guy pushing all by lonesome out there towards
Yeah,
mid.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Even I'm surprised,
they
Blay.
had all these other players. Maybe they were setting up the bait,
Maybe, maybe. Yeah,
fake
yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
You know, Deathmaker comes out mid,
Yeah.
so you know everyone. So Vici thinks it's going to be a stack at B, and
Yeah.
it's going to be at A, and they're going to
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work out. Vici
कोई बात नहीं, होता है, कभी-कभी
mind
workout नहीं
freak,
करता है
clears
Blay.
around the corner, and Jamyong just holding the line, ensuring that no casualties for them on this round number 3.
Can
So
I join
VG,
OpTic.India?
after a good start, after what should have been a little bit of a heartbreaking loss on
Karna.
train, if you ask me, Tom. They did come down to 15-14. They grinded it back. They won 7 in a row, or 6 in a row,
Nice
but
shot.
unfortunately not able to take it overtime. So on Inferno, I do believe they're going to be feeling much more comfortable. It's their mapping. It's a map where they are, I would say, they're the best Inferno team in Asia.
Yeah, even I can say it,
because
Blay,
a lot
yeah.
of teams in Asia do enjoy playing this map. So
Yeah, Blay.
HyperX in for a rough time indeed.
Yeah,
And if you
even
do
I
see
think
round number
best
3, it is going to be
Inferno
a
VC
barrage.
gaming का है Asia में Blay. I agree with you. He is good.
Yeah, I think that's the one that throughout the years of my casting career has been the map where you fear Asian teams. So to watch
Yeah,
them
yeah.
play off against it, it's going to be fun for sure. 3-0 though, and now this is where we finally get to see what PaytM have got going on this CT side. They've saved the extra cash to enable them to have
इसमें
the
ऑफ
early
कर रहे हैं
AWP.
Deathmaker वापस.
Well, there is still some head armor missing, so that Mac 10 is going to be
Hey, what's
deadly
up,
as ever.
Element
The
CSGO?
Galils will be one shot to the face, and more importantly, going to see an aggressive play straight up banana, just trying to catch them
Deathmaker,
off guard.
ऑफ का
That
क्या
Mac
हुआ?
10 leading the charge.
अच्छा, चले गया है वो
Dark
Dark
try and
पे.
get up in the faces of their
Dark पे
opposition.
चले
but
गए,
it's more
Alex
so
भैया
just to take
first
that
box
map
पे.
control. You want to have as much banana control as possible in a map of Inferno, and ultimately they've managed to get it within the first 15 seconds.
First 15
And
seconds
that's something
में
that's
बना
going to
ली.
be worrisome for PaytM. It's still just the beginning
ये
of
last
the game,
map है,
beginning
नहीं,
of
ये
the
second
map
map
here.
है.
Just 3 rounds done, and
अगर जो VC जीतेगी,
if this is going to be a tell of how this banana control is going to be, it is indeed worrisome. Like you said, I would like to see what they did in the pistol round. You know, regress out a little bit, use a little bit of utility, but still a minute on the clock, minute and 5 seconds to be more precise.
bro webcam थोड़ा छोटा करो और
The
ऊपर करो.
utility for the 2 players towards the B bomb side is completely gone. There's nothing for Alex and Deathmaker to work with. They have to go for the rely on the rifle to do all the talking. As Vici Gaming now slowly creeping up towards mid. They kind of have brackets control, and this setup from PaytM, I'm not a big fan of this. There's no real crossfire possible. As I say that, though, Benka is going to make his way towards the inner bomb side.
ठीक
We
है
have
ना?
Mindfreak playing from pit, and Defy gets caught out. This is hard.
Well, Benkai is at least going to be able to pick off a couple. Kaze, however, helping with the trades, and it leaves us in a 3v2 that realistically they can't go for. They don't have a kit. Sure, they still have themselves their rifles in hand, but yeah, there's absolutely no time, no utility, and it just has to be the save. So again, we see, I guess what I prefer a lot more on Inferno than I did on Train, where there's a lot of baiting when it comes to rotations, forcing
Is it
players
VC
into awkward
pronounced as
angles.
Vici?
PaytM
Yes,
are
Vici.
having
It is
to go
pronounced
for
as Vici.
information plays, whereas Train, it's a more passive map for the CT side. They're able to just wait out a lot
Damn,
of these
that zip
angles. But
picks,
you
Molly
could
smoke.
see
Yes, that
some
was very good,
comfort,
very good.
I guess, for
Prepare तो हुए
PaytM,
वैसे
who
कुछ
were
scene नहीं है.
basically like taking certain pieces of map control. On Inferno, they've struggled with that, and because of that, there haven't been able to be any early rotations. They haven't had the players in the right place, and I think you even pointed out in the sort of mid stage of that round,
Mozilla Firefox, yes
their
bro.
crossfires were terrible because I felt
मैंने
like they were
कहीं तो
trying
पढ़ा
to find out what Vici
कि
were doing.
Chrome का
And from Mindfreak
क्रोम का बहुत ही क्रोम ज्यादा रैम खाता है. मेरे दिमाग में वही बैठ गया है और मैं Mozilla Firefox ही यूज करता हूँ तब से.
like, you can't allow Benka to get 2 kills inside an A bomb side and you do nothing. You get just picked off.
कोई
not
टीम
even
ज्वाइन कर लो
training,
भाई.
taking
है रे
place.
टीम
So
अभी.
that is
टीम वुल्फ.
something I'd like to see a little better. Now, Deathmaker and Alex still have the guns, and that B bomb side is definitely going to be still bolstered by their presence. They have utility as well. I like
Oh,
the peek
nice
coming up.
shot.
Okay, Deathmaker, that was fast indeed. Almond's going to be picked off. And now there's the
भाई,
ops presence.
Deathmaker
There's gonna be
opper
hit
है रे.
coming in real fast towards the A
हम
bomb
लोग के
side.
सामने
Three
भी
people
OP कर रहा
lying
था
in wait,
साला.
and Mindfreak's going to find one, but Zokring replies back real quickly. Headshot. Done a bit of damage to the Benkai as well, but Devi on that pit, the mini pit position, he needs to do a lot of work here.
And they don't really need to dedicate themselves to this, but they're going to continue this push in, and by this point, the full rotation, the full force of the CT side is in play.
Nice
Sort of
shot.
gave credit for
Deathmaker
the
with the 3
rotations
kill.
previously from Vici, but this round they were fully committed to that A site from start
साला
to finish.
Deathmaker ऑपर है रे. हम लोग के सामने भी ऑप कर रहा था.
And Deathmaker, a lovely opening there towards Almond, helped out by Alex. And a
Open
very
लोग
good
इंडियन के
rotation
open
as
लोग
well. I
इंडिया
like,
के
I mean, you
एंटीडोट
can't really fault
साई
VG there
हंटर
for
कैरामेल
going for the fast
कारा
hit towards A with a new
देख लो अभी आ गया एक और मार्केट में बहुत टाइम से है मार्केट में वैसे ऑप करता है बट अभी तो ज्यादा ही ओपिंग कर रहा है भाई अभी
making it
बिग
work.
फैन सर ये थैंक यू
And when you have
Thank you,
Define in
Sharan.
team and you're the primary opper, I mean, okay. Color me intrigued, Tom. I am very much intrigued indeed right now.
Again, we see these early nades over the top, but it's a very passive start from Vici. Maybe waiting for early banana nades to be
Is this the
expended
same
before
Deathmaker?
making
Yes.
any sort of push.
He's
but
on loan
Actually, they've
playing this tournament
just been
stand in
patient. The CT side starting to hold on to some of their grenades, and more importantly, I think the reasoning behind that AWP is just the position that they put Deathmaker in. He's going to be the solo B defender. Actually, a fairly early smoke considering the presence actually taken from Vici, which is interesting because normally you try and keep a more aggressive stance just for that information play. Instead, they've
4
completely
सेकंड
given
कुमावत
it
को
up.
टाइम आउट दे रहे
They're very
एक तो
reliant
पहले से
on
जिंदगी
one
खराब
man
किया उसने
holding down
ऊपर
the
से और
fort.
स्पैम में
Otherwise,
आके
this is going to be a very easy
टाइम आउट दे
round
टाइम
for
आउट दे
Vici
जरा
if
राउडी
this
टाइम आउट
single
दे
kill comes in for Zoking. However, it looks like they're trying to sell a fake, and instead they're walking straight into a stacked mid. A great setup so far from the CT side, but even still, the trades go in favor of the T's. Jam Young finds another, and somehow they've dismantled a 4-man.
ये मैं बताना चाहता हूँ गाइस इंपॉर्टेंट बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट जैसे कि वो लोग ने मिड फ्लैश पिक किया ठीक है मिड कंट्रोल लिया उन लोग को मालूम पड़ गया कि एक बूस्ट है और एक बूस्ट के नीचे है ठीक है तो जामयोंग जो हाउस वाला प्लेयर क्या किया उसने हाउस वाले प्लेयर ने हाउस रश कर दिया तो अगर जो वो लोग यहाँ पर है तो यहाँ का कंट्रोल ले लो यू नो हाउस पुश कर दिया तो उसने किल ले लिया फिर दोनों किल ले लिया इजी राउंड हो गया और वहीं पर अगर जो हाउस वाला पुश नहीं करता तो भाई गलत हो जाता जामयोंग ने बहुत ही अच्छा खेला वहां पर
In that fight, and with that, now PaytM have the money for the buy, of course, but 500 VG, they're already off to a flying start. This is the complete 180 compared to Train, Tom.
Well, the worry is as well, like, that was one of those rounds where I don't really agree with it from PaytM, but it was a big risk that paid off and they still lose. Like, and they lose in dominant fashion. Taking risks all over the shop by the looks of it.
कहाँ से ऑप करता है
Again,
देख
try the
साला
same setup. They
कहाँ
did
से
it
ऑप
already in
करता
the
है
pistol round. It's something that Vici are going to expect. I feel like if a team at this point doesn't check sandbags in every scenario, even if there's a smoke down, even if
हर
there's a
राउंड ये
Molotov
स्मोक कर रहा है
down,
वो
they're
actually
making a fatal error. And if that's what you're relying on, you're in real trouble. And again, they try something and it just completely fails. Every idea that's come out of the book for PaytM so far, except, well, having a load of pistols and an AWP, has
insane
failed.
he was good yes
And the thing is, it's not like Vici is trying anything crazy. They're just playing the information game. They got the pick towards B on Deathmaker.
लेट्स गो गाइस 500 लाइक्स कर दो रे अभी तक 470 पे ही अटके क्या रे कब से ये गेम जब ट्रेन में चल रहा था तभी से 470 उसके बाद एक भी लाइक नहीं जल्दी करो रे लाइक जल्दी करो फटफट लाइक कर दो गाइस 500 लाइक्स झट से कर दो चलो एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब इफ यू आर न्यू डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब लव यू गाइस लव यू
Now they know exactly where you are. They're going to go for the push and
थर्ड मैच कौन
round
सिलेक्ट
done,
करता है
just like that.
रैंडम
It's just
मतलब
the
जो मैच
timing
बचा है
is
वही
not ideal. They're maybe
M4 3 अच्छा ठीक है M4 था सॉरी डेटमेकर सॉरी आई डाउटेड यू सॉरी अब तो और गुस्सा हो जाएगा डेटमेकर क्योंकि वो बोलेगा कि भाई M4 तो चल ही नहीं रही है मेरे को ऑप ही करना है
You don't want to go for that aggressive when you have no eyes, like literally zero eyes towards mid, and not even a smoke or Molotov to keep a potential push from the T's at bay. So fundamental mistakes here from PaytM on the CT side, and this is very different from what we saw on Train.
Yeah, and the thing that does worry me a little bit is a lot of the stuff they're attempting, at least in that round, for example, I don't really like the solo
one of the
play
best
on sandbags, but
Asian
the
का one of the best
aggression,
informer यार VC का
I don't mind the two players trying to double up and find a pick. They
Yeah,
still
even I
just
don't
got
mind.
absolutely wrecked. And I think the scariest thing is the fact that Advent was the guy who got the opening pick on B and then gets the 2 opening picks on the other side of the map.
Yeah,
That's 15
man, that's so
seconds
funny,
later.
dude.
That's just a one-man show, just a wrecking ball that's coming through. And you could just see
for crying out loud.
yeah, you can see Vici are looking very comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, very
They're
comfortable.
not trying anything too crazy, but this is their favorite strat. The only successful strat. It's the pistols once again. And it's Deathmaker who's got 3 kills off the back. He was the one with the AWP last time. Now he's been left with just a trusty Deeg. Clearly someone to watch.
देखा क्या?
Feels
देखा
like
क्या?
Kaze's spidey senses are tingling, but he's not going to be able to do anything off the back of it. Nice shot from
Baby
Jam
ये
Young
तो
to at least
champion,
bring something back. But there are 4 men
champion.
currently sat on the bomb, protecting. that
डेथमेकर ने
remaining
ऐसे
piece
किल
and
चुराए हाँ, दवाई के किल
more
चुराए,
and more
एक
damage
एक
just
बुलेट
coming in
मारा
every
दोनों
few
को बॉडी शॉट
seconds.
पे और दवाई ने थोड़ा
They seem
मारा.
to only do this when they have pistols.
Yep.
And that's something which you've seen from many a team in CS. Like, you know, they go for the more risky, with the more aggressive plays. They're all like that from that little boost, cheeky boost that Benka catches him off guard. And Kaze left alone 1v4. There's not much you can do here, to be very honest. Here comes the push.
ये देख ये नशे करता है साला.
Oh no, not like this.
हाँ बे, ऐसा
like
मत
this.
हारो रे.
Not like this.
Do 15 seconds.
साले
There's
ये
no
क्या
way.
नशे करता है रे
And,
साले
even with
डेथमेकर.
that, there's
बोलो
absolutely
गॉड
no
बोलो
way.
डेथमेकर को और बोलो
He
साला.
doesn't have the time. If anything, he should just go back
अभी
and
time नहीं है,
pick his
चलो अच्छा है.
AWP off the floor and just save that for the next round.
That
That is
does live up to his name. He does live up to his name. You can't deny that. I
Oh.
didn't take his AWP. All right, sticking to the AK-47. That's fine. Money's not going to be a problem though
Yeah.
for Vici. They're going to be feeling very comfortable. And even though PaperX win their second round here, it's still 6-2. I wish they did more of that earlier on. I wish they went for these early round aggression towards Banana. Keep them at bay.
Okay.
Maybe apps, maybe towards mid. That would work on out here. But okay, let's see what they do now.
Well, Mac 10. So I assume it's going to be something fast, maybe like an apps play. Otherwise, I can't see a real reason. I like this though. Like you said, they're starting to fight
3
for
kills,
banana because
minus
in the early
1, 2
rounds, their
kills.
strategy was Deathmaker basically sits sandbags. The other two kind of bait him. Like I don't even know a better way to put it. Like just kind of sit there and try and flash him in. That's not a good way to play the CT side. Instead, they've taken control as a team and actually gone for that 4-1 gamble stack again. It is going to be the apps play. This is the only position where a Mac 10 really makes sense, and that is as brutal as it gets. Deathmaker goes for a peek. He's caught by Jam Young, who's going to be delivered an AK-47 for free. I'm sure he's quite happy about that. He takes the headshot through the smoke. He saw him coming. It's not quite as impressive as you might think, but still a wonderful shot. And then Orman, that's going to tilt you a little bit.
Baby
Benkai,
ये है
1v4, turn
champion.
3. 2 low players, but look at where Orman's going.
EDM अपना
Of
वाला
course
yes.
he's going all the way towards B. Of course he's going to do that. Knowing Benkai is probably fancying his chances here, and it is doable. If he finds Advent, who's, like you said, he's so very low in health. But yeah, it's not going to be going for it. And Alman already cutting off the escape route. I think Benkai might have heard
Asia
him
servers
running
are good.
up, Banana, so he's going to be
They are good.
very
सबसे
wary
अच्छा बात उन लोग का
of where
anti cheat है.
Alman might be looking
बहुत ही
towards,
अच्छा
but
anti cheat है वो
the
लोग का.
moment they
ESC
bought
का.
that Mac 7, sorry, the Mac 10. I'm saying Mac
Kills ना
7,
मिलने का
it's
teammate को
wrong.
मार दिया भाई
The
ऐसा
moment
ही
they bought the
है.
Mac 10 and saw him
डेथमेकर
like,
कासे
creeping
देख
up
जो 100
towards,
HP था साला वो मर गया.
towards that apps area, that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, this could be bad, because Deathmaker was the only guy there with the AWP, and I love that. I love the switch from Vici. All right, you want banana control? Fine, take it. You're gonna need 3 players for that initially.
Let's
and I
go guys.
love that
500
switch up. I
likes
wish
के
it's
बहुत
something
करीब है
more
हम लोग.
teams
Let's go.
actually did
और
when
अगर
it comes
जो
to international.
like सॉरी सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना गाइस. अगर जो नए हो स्ट्रीम पे डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब. You guys are my only motivation to stream, so don't forget to subscribe, guys. Let's go.
You know, we've already had maybe 2 players rotate back towards an A bomb site, and I love that from Vici. Fast hit towards A, and that too towards an apps area, towards a balcony area where, let's be real, the PaperX were not ready for that.
डेथमेकर ऑफ कर रहा है भाई. अभी तो प्राइमरी ऑपर बन गया है भाई.
They've got
पहले
banana
तो
control again.
लग रहा
This
था
time
कि
they are
दवाई के
gonna
बाद
have
ऑफ
that-
करेगा
that
ये,
gamble stack
बट अभी
once
तो ये
more,
प्राइमरी
making
करने लग गया है
rotation in.
बे.
It's just whether it's there in time. So far, though, well, as we've already said, Vici have only lost rounds to pistols. It's been the hyper aggression, these fights coming in.
चेक
Well, then-
कर रहे ओमन, चेक कर रहे बाबा. ऐसा कैसा होता है?
I don't really know. He doesn't predict that. I'll be honest. Like they did this in the previous round. Deep smoke down. Is Devy really gonna? Oh, he's on the edge of the smoke. I was about to say. I was like, is he about to put? He is pushing it. Okay. I guess one. And actually, Alex has been able to trade another. Very risky, but I guess, as said, these have been the plays that have been working for them.
Yeah. As long as it works, and Alex does a smart thing. Gets a kill, falls all the way back towards back of coffins. Not even at coffins. And now 3 players on his A bomb site. This is going to be hard. But And there were two players you wanted to be in a situation like this. It is Kaze and Jamyang. And like you said, look at that wrap
Baby
around
ye
the
hai
spawn. 25 seconds though.
Jamyang.
And they need to make a little bit of haste. So Alex will definitely sniff it out the moment it does happen. He's actually going to reposition himself. 17 seconds. They got to go for a run here. And he gets spotted out the jigsaw.
The rest of the team have to come running. They're still
Kya?
worried that there could be a second player within this site. If they get the kill, though, now it gets interesting. Smoke gonna go down because they don't know how quick the rotation's already coming in. Jamyang, he needs at least a kill here. He is gonna do some damage and actually manages to get back around the corner. The Molotov will buy them a little bit of extra time. And they're gonna go peeking to see if there's anybody coming from CT because they knew at least a couple of players were in the other direction. This now lets them set up for a perfect position for the remaining few players. Utility being expended, the corner being held, one kill comes up, it's left all onto Jamyang to try and hold on, and Deathmaker, he's the pistol master at the moment, doesn't even need his AWP. I feel like that's become the secondary.
Yeah, can you just give him a pistol every round? He's just hitting everything at the moment. But yeah, 3 rounds for PaperX. Vici, nice attempt there from Kaze and Jammy. And for a moment there, I felt like it would be a possibility. But yeah, they were so paranoid there would be another CD coming in from CD spawn where their attention was diverted for quite a while there. But still, money will be not a problem for the Vici guys. Op once more back in the hands of the Kaze, who is top fragging at the moment in the server. 10 kills for him. And for PaperX, Op again for Mr. Deathmaker, who I don't think he fired up a single op shot the previous round, just a 5-7. Oh boy.
Well, once again, we're going to see the same sort of hold. Okay, Benkai's just been ruined.
Bhai, ye Jamyang.
Information. This is what we saw in the earlier rounds from them, is they tried to look for stuff in mid. Okay, we got there in the end. And then they get punished. They've gone for this risky setup again. There's no real information for Deathmaker. That's dirty, though.
That's dirty.
You're gonna find the kill through the smoke, and that's all he really needed to do. In a 4v4, this would have been horrific, but with a man advantage, still plenty of utility because it's a much faster take from Vici. They can just look to try and bombard these remaining players. That nade has left Kaze very low on health. I'm worried. 2.9 up. That was close. He still gets a pick. He knows there's a couple more there. He's evened up the scenario. He's a little bit worried about where that other AWP could be, however. And with Ruins currently not under their control, Molotov about to force him out of position. He jumps into the hands of Deathmaker, and now the push coming in. No, he's up close, and he makes it work. 2 fast headshots. It wasn't through the smoke. That's a lie. And it's going to be 8-3 in favor of Vici.
That was brilliant. That was actually brilliant stuff coming out there from Vici. And you got to... The reason they won that post plan, even though it was a 4v3, was firstly Kaze, even though he got bombarded, he got the kill. It's a 3v3. They know exactly where he is, but the sheer discipline, this is textbook Counter-Strike. The discipline on him not to peek towards coffins, because he knew Deathmaker was ready and waiting. They took the time. In the end, they're like, all right, we need to use a Molotov, the incendiary that we have.
Isko मैं बोलता हूँ fanatic smoke.
Even when it pushes him out, he pushes out towards the first oranges, where Deathmaker does get the kill, and then Advent in the smoke catching the other 2 CTs off guard. That is just so well done by VG, despite being a man advantage initially. And with that, 8-3. The eco, pretty much a full eco here for PaperX.
PaperX hug रहे.
That's about it.
वो मेरे को पता ही था रे PaperX huggेंगे because.
Can he do it? Oh, almost gets it.
It was one of those things I said earlier. It's like, if you don't check sandbags when you're walking up banana, and there's nothing that irritates me more than the sort of half
First match
check.
pick PaperX का
Because I know
था रे.
everyone does
VC
it,
Gaming का
including
Inferno
myself.
बहुत अच्छा
But it's
है
like when you
senpai.
watch it, it's like, why are you checking if you're not actually checking?
First match कौन जीता? 16-14 PaperX जीती. 16.
Well, Jamyang does find the buy in the end. And with that, pretty much a flawless round as well. 93. It's
Guys, आप लोगों को पता है कितने likes चाहिए 500 में? जल्दी 500 like कर दो guys. पट जिसने भी अभी ट्यूनिंग किया है सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना. Let's go.
But I do feel like I hear Mirage knocking on the door right now.
Yeah, 9 rounds on.
Yeah,
the
he seems so reluctant.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's been brutal so far, and even though there's been moments, most of them have been Vici's. Oh, okay. Yeah, not really much you could do about that one. Good luck. Orman's just going with the D. He's had enough of that Mac 10. It doesn't matter. He's got support anyway. And Jam Young is just looking to try and beat them while they're down. As there's only Mind Freak left, and you can almost bet that he's going to be hunted. Still 3 players tagged, but it really doesn't matter. We saw in the early stages that Vici were trying to avoid the initial grenade bombardment.
Chalo, nice. Let's go. Like kar do, guys. Sabhi ke sabhi like kar do.
It's just like we'll get banana anyway. And that's one of the weakest things we've seen from HyperX. In all honesty, their banana control. They've had it 1 or 2 rounds, but I don't know if you agree. Both the rounds that I feel like they got control, it was almost Vici going, yeah, we're going A. You have banana, enjoy. We'll take it from you next round though, just to kind of prove that we can again, and and then we'll win.
Kali 40 subscribers, 3,650 ke liye. 40 subscribers only. Let's go, guys. And subscribe karte raho. Let's go.
And I do hope HyperX get a couple more rounds, just so we can see Vici's B-hold. One thing I used to enjoy with Vici, this is back when they had Freeman playing for them, was their banana control is up there. It's up there with some of the best teams in the world. It's not even an exaggeration, and I hope we get to see it here as well. It's not impossible. Like early banana control, it's almost like you can't take it.
DM HyperX ke sath lone pe khel raha hai.
So what you do, you just give it up and you go for the retake play, and then Vici's aware of that, so they won't use the utility early on because they've won the mental battle. And then like a few seconds later, all right, things are quieting down a bit. Maybe it's time to get banana control. And Vici's like, yeah, no, we have all our utility remaining. So it's super fun to watch them play with the banana, and that it's chunky on the almond, but he has dealt a little bit of damage as well from his side. But with 10-3 the scoreline, especially in T-side Inferno, I think HyperX is just going through the motions.
Deathmaker!
Sorry, the one to get that kill. He molotovs out for his other 2 teammates. He's like, "Oh, you're taking too long. I'll just
keeping 130.
We'll move on from this." The funny thing is, the B site is completely clear. Now, something that they have done quite well is there's been a player pushing the B site in the majority of the rounds, but normally that's Orman, and because he's low, he's just got to hold it. Now, we've seen them walk into a stack before. Now, when they've walked into the stacks with pistols on the other side, they've lost.
Abey kitne baar bolu Malik bhai,
easily indeed. So we'll see how this goes already.
Last pro ke matches nahi dekhe hain bhai.
Of the CT side, this time though Jam Young is going to save them. A nice
Jam Young kya khel raha hai,
which was necessary, by the way.
Yes, Jam Young, let it flow for you. I like it.
Yeah, I like it even. Yeah, even I like it.
You rarely see that from these Chinese players unless they're facing off against Tai Lu. And whenever it's Tai Lu and Vici historically, even if you go like a little bit way back in the past, Tai Lu and whatever team admin used to play for, it used to be just a lot of BM, a lot of shooting the bodies,
let's see.
And I'm a huge fan.
Let the darkness consume you.
Yes.
Do it. That's what
All
pops into my
out
head every time.
I wish we could clip that, like, have like a voice.
Long, bhai, kaise bhage dekho Long.
Every time. Okay, Mind Freak just walks up, buys Lonesome, gets the kill, but they've lost Arch control, and Defy and Mind Freak out in the open. You gotta be a little bit more aware. Now Defy is trapped, he finds one, but Jam Young will snipe him down, bombs down as well, and all of a sudden... What? Kaze almost foons his way out of there, and it's all in Jam Young in a 1v2. He will pick up the bomb. He's got a Molotov to keep them at bay for a while, but it's Deathmaker and Benkai. Try and deny this.
It's actually KZ. We got it the wrong way around. It's going to be Jam Young trying to clutch this one out. I don't really want to bet against him at this point. What? Okay. Just closes both players. The thing is as well, that was misleading from the auto director, because something that most people will probably know at this point, if you watch it from one player's point of view, you could, like, 80% of the time they're going to get the kill, and then he just wrecks both of them. That was filth.
Okay. That was a pure spray transfer, semi-wall.
Nice spray transfer, yeah.
That is, I don't even know what to say there. But yeah, going to second half, Tom. I don't know about you, but I have a slight little feeling that Vici might push it to map number 3. I don't know.
Yeah, even I play. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Even on an individual level, like there's been a few moments. I have to say, like, considering Deathmaker coming into this team, I'm going to bring up ping again. It's not something I like to mention, but the dude's on 135 ping, and he's still playing very, very well. They've got 3 rounds. He's got 3 MVPs. I'm not saying there's correlation, but there definitely is. As I think one of them was solo warp, one of them was off the back of his Deeg. So it's an awkward position, but like a lot of the stars that we saw from the previous map just haven't shown up. Mindfreak was doing very well with a lot of entry frags and picks for the side. Devi's not been playing bad, but he's not been anywhere near the same level. Like, I think he was 25 plus kills in the last map.
10 kill पे है,
to do that, he's going to have a very, very good second half.
अपनी टीम में top frag कर रहा है, ये बात
yeah, on
मानना
the other
पड़ेगा.
side, we've seen more of what we expected. Jamyong killing it, 19 kills in the first half, more kills than his age. You got Kaze, 15 kills. He's got a little bit further to go if he wants to beat that number. Then again, I'm pretty sure I'm the same age as him, and he's slightly better at Counter-Strike than me.
Without bomb plant
we
push
are
कर रहे
probably
हैं. Without bomb plant इसलिए push कर रहे थे कि उनको लग रहा था कि भाई वो निकल गया है कहीं पर और.
Chinese players on his team, so he's probably the best player from his region, I would assume.
Yeah, best player in Malaysia, probably the best player in the entirety of Asia right now, considering good old Ben Ted has escaped Asian CS.
Does he not count anymore?
He doesn't count anymore. He's American now. He's American Asian at this point. Have you seen the teammates he's playing with? He is 100% American Asian, and his name is Hansel Ferdinand. So please,
it's the fact that there was Hansel Ferdinand and Kevin on the same team at one point is just. It's beautiful. I want more stuff like that. I would have preferred, like, no offense to the name Buntet, but why are you not calling yourself Hansel Ferdinand? Like, you would be the most reputable brand in the whole of Counter-Strike if you've just been beaten by Hansel Ferdinand.
क्या PS disqualify? क्या बोल रहा है?
It's a very metal name. It's a very powerful name. I want to ask you. I want to ask you your since you haven't been doing HCS for a while. What's your eye test on Jam Young? Considering we're now through like 2 maps, and you obviously know Kaze, but Jam Young.
Yes, it is Nishant. Knowing smokes.
It's kind of like if
as
a young
important as
player
aim.
gets picked up within an Asian team, because I think it's definitely changed from maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But like I remember when we used to cast Asian Counter-Strike, and it was the same players every time in all of the EU games. Like it would just be the same people, then they'd shuffle, and it'd still be the same people, just in different teams. So for someone like Vici to adapt and go, okay, we're gonna pick up some 18-year-old after losing one of our best players. That kid has got to be ridiculous. Like, otherwise they just go, oh, we could just pick up that dude we played with for the last 4 years and then dropped for a little bit. Like, that's just how it always was. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised to see Captain Mo come back into the fold. Like, it's happened so many times, but no, he's ridiculous. I'm enjoying it. And this pistol round is already looking firmly in favor of Vici. So decent space gained, but if you're talking about the space a team has picked up, that probably means in the kill department it's not been
Who lost
going
semifinals?
so well.
We lost semifinals,
Oh, yeah.
but
and
we are
I
in the lower
how
bracket now.
Kaze and Zoking played.
हम लोग lower bracket में हैं.
Waiting to its CD spawn is trying to cut off the rotation, and he's the player without any armor. In fact, 3 players have no armor. Kaze opting to go for the CZ. Alex switching up to the USP. That's a little bit of an upgrade. But Almond's going to find the kill. And with that, Mindfreak and Devi are far away from each other. Devi is going to fall, bomb down, literally in enemy territory. And Mindfreak alone in 1v4, 27 HP, and a little bit of a prayer on his lips.
Oh, he needs to double his kills. That's one. Oh, we're getting there. Okay,
2.
that's 2. We're on. Something's happening here, Blair. Still, though, Zoking and Kaze to close them out. They have control of the bomb, and the dream is dead.
It was a short but sweet dream. I enjoyed it for a moment there, but it was a rude awakening at the end. 13-3. They win the pistol round. And
Your next match
with
date
that,
and
for
time?
PaperX,
Instagram पे मैं message कर दूंगा,
so
story भी
the
डाल
Vosco's
दूंगा.
pistol rounds, they
So guys,
won
don't forget to
one
follow my
equal
Instagram.
round,
Nice
where
shot in
basically
yourself.
Deathmaker got the,
Through all
got
in
the kill
Inferno.
with
Thank
the-
you,
with the-
Viswaj.
with the
Thank you.
AWP in the end. The second was again the pistols with Deathmaker, and then one gun round they won. So they've really struggled. I think that's an understatement.
Should I go
for
get my
CD's
wig so that the fat lady can start singing?
Yeah, can you sing?
Maybe after a few beers.
Listen, man, I'm just waiting for this COVID stuff to like die down. We can like grab a few beers, start singing. A little bit of karaoke. Maybe.
I'm down. Karaoke in Ukraine is a lot of fun, and unless you have to hear them sing, and then I'm sure there's some good Ukrainian singers, but in the bars late at night there aren't.
Which is why you grab a few beers, because everyone sounds like, you know, Adele or, I don't know, like Pavarotti or whatever. I don't know his name.
Pavarotti.
Is it Pavarotti? Yeah, it is, right?
No, it is, but I just like that was where you went. You went from Adele to Pavarotti. Like
One side, one
that
side.
is my first
Bole
choice
Haran
of
Hai.
songs when I go to karaoke. I'm like, you know what? Do you have any Pavarotti?
Why not?
Isn't VC the best CS:GO team in Asia? No, no, no.
Not Queen. You've not
I
gone
think
down
Tiger, Tyloo के बाद आता है VC.
Well, listen, I got a little bit of class, all right? Hate
Yeah,
me for
you
that.
do. I clearly don't.
Are you one of the ones who go for Wonderwall at every place?
If it is not played at least once at karaoke, are you really doing karaoke?
That is true. That is indeed a fact. But right now, what are VG doing? What are VG doing, Tom? They got SMGs, but it is a bonus round, and they have the buy. But Allman, he doesn't stop holding W. Continues to shoot. He's still moving around, still rattling off bullets, and the early aggression from PaperX towards Banana gets completely, utterly crapped on.
Yeah, this almost looks like an old bonus round, which we really don't see anymore. Like, most teams will buy a few rifles. Okay, this might be the one map that's a little bit of an exception because you can aggress quite well, especially around Banana. But this is what I used to see, like, the French teams doing, where they didn't quite have enough money for a buy, so they would just go, just SMGs? So we can, might be able to make it work with SMGs. But it always proved to be a level of disrespect, in a sense, that, okay, we don't even need rifles to beat you. And to be honest, for Vici, I kind of believe them now. The real worry is the fact that they've only got 2 players on the other side of A. Of course, those 2 players, it's Jamie and Kaze, so they at this point they count as 3. I think that at this point you've got 3 players on both sides.
Thing is, though, like you said, it is the bonus round, right? And they have the MP9 and UMP at that range. You can't count on the fact that PaperX, these players, they do know how to aim, and they got the AK-47s. And
You can add me on my smoke,
spotted out
man.
the
I will
nade
tell
there,
you.
and it's perfectly timed. And Kazi tucked in the corner, trying his best to stay alive, but normalcy will be restored. PaperX will get the bomb down with 7 seconds remaining
Nice.
on the clock.
Mazalai and Tyloo are top
it
teams
might
in
be the call
Asia.
for the save here.
Mazalai नहीं रे
Almost
Tiger
went home
है.
on AK-47.
Mazalai
That's
भी है,
exactly
अच्छा
what
है.
he's doing all the
But
way
Tiger
to the
उससे
bomb
अच्छा है.
side. And Advent and Zoking, just
Hi,
trying
bro,
to eke out a
remember
little
me?
bit
Yes,
of
of
damage.
course,
They
I
have gotten
remember
the
you, bro.
loose, the FAMAS and the
Aishik Sarkar,
UMP, go
hello.
for some exits perhaps. But for PaperX, they will get around.
चलो guys, जल्दी जल्दी like का बटन दबा दो. We are on a road to 550 likes and don't forget to subscribe guys. अगर जो आप नए हो चैनल पे subscribe करो. Don't forget, you guys are my only motivation to stream. So subscribe कर दो guys and thanks a lot for tuning. Thanks a lot.
Worry that maybe it's not. Zoki gets you good peek out and die.
मेरा लास्ट गेम कहाँ देख सकते
Ultimate
हैं? मेरा लास्ट गेम ESL पे देख सकता है भाई तू.
will have some sort of
हॉटस्टार पे देख सकता है. हॉटस्टार.
get back. Jamyung could
IGL
buy
कौन है? PaperX का Alex.
basically a full buy going into this next round.
Yeah, and hopefully Kaze does come back soon. We do have that technical pause.
What is story behind your game name? है कुछ story वैसा कुछ नहीं है रे. I was just looking out for a nick और basically मेरे को हैवान मैंने सूझा नहीं. मैंने तो बीस्ट देखा. तो बीस्ट का टर्किश में देखा. मैंने हैवान बोलते हैं बीस्ट को टर्किश में. हैवान. फिर तो मुझे लगा हैवान तो भाई इंडिया में भी हिंदी में तो कुछ बोलते ही है. डेविल. शायद ऐसे ही डाल दिया. और डाल दिया तो टूर्नामेंट्स खेले. तो नेम फिर चेंज करने का ना ही टाइम मिला और ना ही मौका मिला.
Having their own regulations and whatnot, but somehow Counter finds a way. Figured out, how to find a VPN.
Even Tyloo can't beat VC or
It
Inferno.
took
Is
a
VC
while,
that
but I
good
do
one?
believe
Yes,
in
yes,
the
VC is
all
very
the
good in
professional teams
Inferno.
playing right now in Asia.
एक्चुअली
They
लाइट
know,
यूज
like,
करना चाहिए
which
था
ISPs
डेट
to
मेकर को.
use,
उससे
which
कुछ नहीं
VPNs
होता
to
ब्रो.
use,
वो
so
कोलकाता से
Kaze
उतनी
is
पिंग
back,
आती है.
but unfortunately,
We've lost
the
पेपर एक्स
buy-
कहाँ की टीम है? सिंगापुर की टीम है. बाउंटी
it's,
सीएस. हेलो
That's
व्हाट्स
one of the
अप.
things I've never understood, especially with big titles. I always used to play like Black Ops Zombies with my mates, and then I moved to Ukraine and couldn't connect to my friend. It was like you'd have connection issues, firewall issues, like had a million excuses. And on one day I was just like, what if I just VPN to the UK? Worked perfectly. My internet was fine. And I was just like, that is the stupidest, like, do you just hate Ukraine? Is that what it is? Is that what the issue is? Like, because clearly I
आप
can connect to
सेमीफाइनल
him.
आप सेमीफाइनल हार गए. यस, मैं सेमीफाइनल हार गया, बट वी आर इन द लोअर ब्रैकेट्स नाउ. So if we win that, we have a chance.
You gotta lie to it. Oh, he's back. And I do believe we should be resuming the next few minutes here. Vici, there's 2 more rounds, and
Sir, chat में Hazy.
they
Hazy
did
कौन
save
सा chat
that
है भाई?
that AK-47, and that's gonna be dropped into the hands of
Good morning,
the
sir. Big fan.
capable
Don't
young
feel low.
hands of
अरे
Jam
कोई
Young.
बात नहीं यार.
What a name though, Jam Young.
I'm not feeling low,
I
bro.
wonder if he gets older.
It's just that
he'll, like, just
थोड़ा
be
बहुत
called
you
Jam.
know गेम में इतना एनर्जी
Jam.
पुट हो जाता है ना.
Okay, yeah, he
तो
goes to Jam and then Jam old when he gets to.
थोड़ा
And no one
होता है.
wants old Jam.
मिस्टेक्स होते हैं सभी से, और हम
Such
लोग
a
तो
bad
विदाउट
joke.
प्रैक्टिस खेल रहे हैं, so it's okay, fine. That's very
How does
decent.
Jason like deal with
Score.
you on a day-to-day basis?
थर्ड मैप कौन सा है? थर्ड मैप मिराज है.
I don't think he does. He's
Faces
been doing
sir
a lot
आने
of
वाला है
Valorant
डोजो का.
recently.
You push him out of
Hope तो कर रहे हैं, आ
Counter-Strike
जाए.
times.
He's
अच्छा है.
gone over to D-Man. I've lost him.
You
I
lost
think
it.
he was
Oh.
casting with Medic and Pansy at one point, so he definitely got
चलो
tasted.
गाइस, मैं ना अभी ये कास्टर्स का बंद करके, ठीक है, अभी खुद का थोड़ा चालू करते हैं. ओके, सो देखो ये बूस्ट बहुत अच्छा बूस्ट है. यहाँ पर स्लो पिक मिल जाता है. यस, सो स्लो पिक मिल गया है काजे का एलेक्स के ऊपर. 14-4 राउंड है एंड 5-on-4 सिचुएशन है. बहुत ही टफ कमबैक करना है अभी पेपर एक्स को. मुझे लगता है पेपर एक्स को थोड़ा कंट्रोल लेके मिड का एक साथ कहीं भी जाना चाहिए, या तो मिड जाना चाहिए या तो बी जाना चाहिए. सो यस, ओके. बवाई दवाई बवाई बोल रहा हूँ भाई. बमाए. एक्चुअली मुंबई में बमाए, बुआ बच्ची बमाए. सो यस, दवाई ने बॉम्ब छोड़ दिया है स्लो पे एंड दे आर टेकिंग बनाना कंट्रोल. सो यस, मैंने सोचा था मिड कंट्रोल लेंगे, बट नाउ दे आर टेकिंग बनाना कंट्रोल. वेरी गुड. और साथ ही साथ मिड फेक कर रहे हैं ये लोग. शॉट वाले बंदा क्या कर रहा है? क्या कर रहा है? ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है भाई, ये गलत है. चलो ठीक है, गुड वन, गुड राउंड. यहाँ पर फेक कर दिया है मिड. अब यहाँ पर साथ में जाना चाहिए. स्पेसिंग बहुत गलत है, और ये एडमिन कहाँ देख रहे थे पता नहीं. बी ऐसे ही मिल गया उनको. नाइस वन. हाइड्रो कैनन, यस. ऑप्टिक में इसको हाइड्रो कैनन बोलते थे. इसमें 4 सेकंड और एंटी बूस्ट लेते थे यहाँ पर. उन लोग की कोऑर्डिनेशन बहुत अच्छी थी वैसे, 4 सेकंड और एंटी की, तो ये बूस्ट लेते थे. काजे मतलब इन्फर्नो का उसका अड्डा है. यस, दो वीक में फेसिट इंडिया सर्वर आएगा. नाइस राउंड, नाइस राउंड, नाइस राउंड फ्रॉम दवाई. वेरी गुड. 4-on-5 को कैसे कन्वर्ट किया ये लोग ने, 3-on-5 जीत लिया उसमें. वेरी गुड. ब्रो आप किसी फॉरेन टीम में क्यों नहीं खेलते भाई? देखो, पहले तो वो जो कंट्री वाले रहते हैं वो लोग अपने कंट्री के ही प्रिफर करते हैं. हम लोग एशिया में हम लोग यूएस में नहीं है. यूएस में कैसा है, कनाडा का हो गया, यूएस का हो गया, सब इंग्लिश स्पीक करते हैं, या ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ऐसा कुछ. बट एशिया में वैसा नहीं है. एशिया में आपको अगर जो टीम में अच्छा बने रहना है ना, तो आपको मैंड्रिन अच्छा आना चाहिए, क्योंकि चाइना में बहुत सारे ऑर्ग्स हैं, और चाइना में घुसने के लिए भाई मैंड्रिन आना चाहिए. सो यस, थाई थाई ऑर्ग में घुसने के लिए थाईलैंड का लैंग्वेज आना चाहिए, थाई आना चाहिए. सो यस. क्या ये सेल है? नहीं रे, ये सेल नहीं है. स्टिल वेटिंग फॉर द टाइम. होगा भाई, टाइम आएगा, बट प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर के साथ चाहिए. प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर के साथ. भाई फेसिट का इंडिया सर्वर आया तो नंबर 1 काम. हाँ हाँ हाँ, अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं फेसिट इंडिया में. बट ये लेट्स सी कैसा रिस्पॉन्स मिलता है फेसिट इंडिया सर्वर को. काजे ने चीकी किल ले लिया है यहाँ पर, और ये कोऑर्डिनेशन यहाँ पर गलत होते हुए. नाइस वन जैमयोंग, गुड शॉट, गुड शॉट. और दैट मेकर ने ट्रेड कर लिया है जैमयोंग को, और दोनों बी जा रहे हैं. ओके, सो लेट्स सी मिस्टर एडवेंट क्या कर रहे हैं. फाउंटेन पे है वो, क्या मार पाते हैं एडवेंट. एडवेंट फाउंटेन बताओ, एडवेंट को बताओ। ओ हल्लू हल्लू से मार रहे थे। नाइस वन। ईएससी इंडिया चाहिए भाई। अरे देख फेसिट ले ले या ईएससी ले ले। ईएससी फेशिया एशिया में था भाई, फेशिया क्या बोल रहा हूँ, एशिया में था ईएससी 2015 में। बट अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स ही मिला इसलिए भाग गया। फर्स्ट मैप स्कोर विच इज द नेक्स्ट मैप? नेक्स्ट मैप इज मिराज ब्रो। गाइस चलो जल्दी जल्दी लाइक कर दो। 525 लाइक्स ही हुए गाइस। क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग, हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? ऐसा कैसा ग्रोथ होगा रे अपना? जल्दी जल्दी लाइक कर दो। 550 लाइक्स, 25 मोर लाइक्स गाइस। जल्दी जल्दी 550 लाइक्स कर दो। एंड नए हो तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब। हैवान के नाम है थंबनेल फॉर यू, ईमेल कर दे मेरे भाई अगर जो बनाया तो। एंड यस केयूर गुप्ता, थैंक यू फॉर दिस थंबनेल मैन, थैंक यू थैंक यू। ESL India 2017 if anyone remembers. Nice shot from Kaze. सो यहाँ पर मिड फ्लैश किए हैं। दे आर थिंकिंग ऑफ टेकिंग मिड कंट्रोल क्योंकि वहां पर कुछ भी बनाने कंट्रोल नहीं है। नंबर 6 ओमन ओमन ने पूरा ओमन ने पूरा कंट्रोल ले लिया है बी का, और यहाँ पर मिड कंट्रोल ले रहे हैं। लेट्स सी क्या फ्लैश पिक होता है। ओके सो उन लोग ने मिड पूरा छोड़ दिया है, पूरा मिड छोड़ दिया है यहाँ पर। एंड दे आर प्लेइंग डिफेंसिव एट ए। एक बालकनी से खेल रहा है, एक पिट से खेल रहा है और एक आर्च से खेल रहा है। सो दे कैन टेक फ्री मिड कंट्रोल नाउ, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो उनको मिड कंट्रोल लेके मिड ही जाना चाहिए, बिकॉज मिड वाले तो प्रिपेयर है भाई। वी नीड टू प्रमोट इंडियन गेमिंग कम्युनिटी, यस सर। भाई एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क वीडियो देख, मैंने वही बात किया है जो तू बोल रहा है, थोड़ा और डीप में गया हूँ। सो एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क वीडियो टाइप करके नाइस शॉट टाइप करके मालूम पड़ जाएगा। नाइस स्प्लिट, नाइस स्प्लिट। मुझे लगा कि अगर जो लोग ए जाते शॉट से तो भाई मर जाते, बट वो लोग ने रैप किया, ए स्प्लिट किया, दैट वाज अ गुड वन। कहाँ से पता चला? डोजो मास्टर्स करके एक है, ई समुराई गेम्स ला रहा है। गुड टू सी डीएम की, यस। वीसी का रोटेशंस आर लाइटनिंग फास्ट, यस ब्रो दे आर लाइटनिंग फास्ट। रिस्पॉन्स अच्छा मिलेगा फेसिड इंडिया सर्वर को। चलो इंशाल्लाह हो जाए अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स।
Play a better spot. Instead, if you're just going to stand in the same
Are
place
you in a
every
team? Yes,
time,
Jatin.
it's going to be a very easy kill. And I
One
think
at a
both
time and they
teams
might
actually
win.
suffer
Yes, they
from
might
that.
win.
Again, there were plenty of entry frags into pit, which is meant to be probably one of the hardest places in the game to clear. In fact, I remember watching Tyloo not too long ago, actually having a triple nade stack into pit just to almost guarantee a kill each time.
तूने देखा है? Okay, okay, nice one.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think, and the fact that it's not just VG, but even PaperX struggled a bit. Mindfreak was playing towards that spot
Yep.
earlier, and
He's been getting wrecked.
yeah, I mean that's one of the best positions in not just Inferno, in Counter Strike. Kim's all
No bro, I'm not Muslim. डीएम कम्युनिटी कैसे करता है अलग लैंग्वेज में? आई गेस ये लोग का लैंग्वेज है इंग्लिश, सो यस दे आर स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश। टू स्टार्ट प्लेइंग फेसेस व्हाट मिनिमम रैंक शुड आई हैव अचीव इन एमएम? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बट मेरे को लगता है कि अगर जो आप डीएमजी हो जाओगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। ओ दो दो नेट डाल रहा है भाई ये तो। फेसिट का इंडिया सर्वर आ रहा है, गुड, बट डर है कि सो स्ट्रांग और फेसिट में कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं रहेगा फिर। हो सकता है, पता नहीं यार।
That he's pulling off BS rounds at the Teague. Like, yep, these are the guys who used to do it. I'm the guy who does it now. Again, I like the
Whatever it
fake
takes.
smokes. This is good. They baited them completely. This is smart. They put a smoke around the arch side, and it's left all onto Advent. Again, though, the spray, it's good enough. He holds on to one,
Nice
at least
try.
slows them down. There's only 10 seconds left on the clock. All he has to do is try and deny that plant, and he's going to hear it going down. I don't think any sort of spam will be enough in this case. And in fact, Orman is just going to be waiting. As now he gets flashed through the smoke. Jam Young has found himself an AK-47. That Dirty D won't come into play this time, but they are now being pressured. Kaze looking to try and wrap around through the ruins. He's got the flank in and hits the instant headshot. It's Bankai to try and save them. A 1 versus 3, being pressured from all angles. Some low HP players. He gets the first, but there won't be anything more. And they will get on the defusal.
कहाँ पर अनाउंस हुआ है इंडियन फेसिट सर्वर्स आ रहे हैं? आ रहे हैं, अभी तक आए नहीं है, आ रहे हैं। जब ये आ जाएगा तभी बता दूंगा गाइस, और लिंक भी शेयर कर दूंगा। अगर जो आपको चाहिए तो आप फेसिट पे जाके ई समुराई गेम्स अगर जो टाइप करोगे, सर्च करोगे, तो शायद आपको डोजो मास्टर्स करके कुछ दिखे, उसी पे घुस भी जाना।
And they've given a banana control that early, that usually that is a tell that there is going to be a regress coming out with maybe a pop flash. And I some teams do this. You have one player just playing the anti-flash there, or maybe just waiting behind a broken wall for that pop flash in the CTs. And they didn't have that. They lose 2 players. And then, of course, I love the patience from Advent. Jam Young, what are you even doing? I don't think they were expecting that. Mind Freak finds Kaze, and that's the A-bombs that
Mind
lost.
Freak ने दोनों
They
को
lose
मार
just
दिया है।
Alex,
Save it,
and
save
this
it,
is gonna be
brother,
another
save
round
it.
for PaperX. They need to win 8 in a row, however, to take it to overtime. It pretty much sounds like exactly
Exit ले
what
लो,
we did
actually,
as a trade,
exit ले लो।
except it's a different team this time around. Davai finds Almond. I think
Whack.
they're triangulating the trajectory of that of the trace here, the bullet, and after we save the AWP.
मंडे को आ रहा है
But
ऑफिशियल
with
अनाउंस।
that,
ओके ओके,
I think they can still eke out a buy though.
अनाउंस्ड बाय ई समुराई इटसेल्फ। ओके,
Well, their loss bonus is
पीएस के बारे में क्या
surprisingly
ख्याल है
not
आपका?
that great.
वेरी वेल प्लेड,
So-
कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग। और मुझे कभी कभी सैड फील होता है कि वो लोग कभी भी सिंगापुर में अगर जो प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो सिंगापुर सर्वर में बहुत ज़्यादा पिंग मिलता है, दुबई वालों से प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो दुबई सर्वर पे ठीक ठाक पिंग मिलता है, बट यूरोप पे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो यूरोपियन पे सर्वर पे ज़्यादा पिंग मिलता है। सो यस, बहुत लिमिटेड ऑप्शंस है उनके पास प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए।
is even if they now lose this map, at least going into Mirage and go, okay, we lost that one, but on the T side we felt a bit more comfortable. Individually we started playing better. The stats don't look anywhere near as bad. You're going to feel a little bit happier in yourself than if you just get banged out. Of course, if they do bring it very close and then lose, we start going down the other sort of side of the coin where you go, oh, well, maybe we could have won that.
Could have, would have, should have. I'm not too.
चलो गाइस, ओनली 9 मोर लाइक्स रिमेनिंग फॉर 550। धड़ाधड़ लाइक कर दो रे। इतने मिनट पहले 25 लाइक रिमेनिंग थे, अभी 9 लाइक। बहुत ही स्लो गाइस, जल्दी जल्दी लाइक कर दो। और अगर जो नए हो स्ट्रीम पे तो सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना। डोंट रिमेंबर क्या बोल रहा हूँ, डोंट फॉरगेट, यू गाइस आर the only motivation for me to stream, and I'm streaming every day for you guys, so please
So I
subscribe,
feel like there's this
guys.
fine line between going for a light buy and then kind of sabotaging a full buy into the next round, which I do believe VG Gaming have fallen into here.
Yeah, the loss bonus will be decent, but
इंडिया में
I do
ज़्यादा
get
CS
your
प्लेयर नहीं है
point.
शायद as compared
Then
to
again, these seem
SCA.
to be the rounds that they do manage to steal away. Kaze, though, going to be the only defender. He needs 2, really. So he's not going to get anything, so... Good cleanup on the A site. I definitely think
Are you
it's
in
been the
CSGO
weaker
team?
of the
Yes,
two,
Team Wolf.
even though the B site hasn't been anything too impressive. The A site just seems to fall far too easily, especially... I think you have to consider the personnel. Like, when you have your 2 best players playing a site, that site's meant to be on lock. Like, you look, for example, on Navi on Overpass. You have the A site being controlled by Simple and Electronic. If you're losing the A site every round, something's going very badly wrong. You have 2 of the best players in the world there. And the same within this region, at least. If you have Jam Young and Kaze playing A, and you're losing A every round, something's going very wrong.
Yeah, agree with you. I think that is something you really can't argue with. I keep harping on the fact that you have Almond and
Hey, Antidote को आपने ऑफ बूस्ट
I'll
बहुत
take
अच्छा
Admiral
दिया था.
because he's the in-game leader and he's been
Thank
in
you,
fact,
thank
putting
you,
up a
thank
pretty
you.
decent show there. But if you
Is
look at
Wolf
the
an
frags,
organization?
look at
No,
the
Wolf is not an
fragging,
organization.
the numbers, it doesn't compute 45.
How
but then
many
again,
teams to
yeah, they
qualify for
had
Pro
most of the
League?
kills on the T side,
पता
right?
नहीं यार,
So,
I think एक team शायद, एक team.
let's see what happens here. Buy will be coming out.
कल वाली M4 की skin
And,
दे दे. बस कर प्रभात.
Like Kazi could have
तुम
had
लोग
the
के लिए गिवे
Kevlar.
कर रहा हूँ ना
Why
एक
go
front
with
could've
MD9?
dropped him a
side
pistol.
मिस्टी minimal wear एक का भाई.
He's bought a
तुम लोग के
CZ,
लिए ही रे.
right?
Because I love you guys.
Advent has
तुम लोग के लिए ही कर रहा हूँ.
$700.
Listen, dog, like. And Advent could
Bop
have bought
nade.
the one.
Okay.
You can do that. I was about to say he doesn't have a kit. Well, he could have bought a kit, but yeah, it's all right. Never mind. You get 2 kills. That's pretty much almost a GG. But Divine Deathmaker and Alex is still alive, and they would be looking to try and drag this one back.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for sure. Especially, again, mentioned it earlier, the A site has been relatively weak. They try and challenge for Banana, and again, it's a great double start for Advent. They got some utility. They're being able to sneak quite far forward. No real information gathered,
हाँ,
but Kaze
ये
has
बात तो मैंने
rotated in
सोचा
to
ही नहीं.
help Orman. All he really needs is a kill, and there we get there in the end. yeah, you spam his body. Oh, I feel like you have to wreck someone to do that. If it's like awkward like that, and then you're like, yeah, take it. It's like, okay, man.
All right, Deathmaker, what you got? Well,
16
Kazi
HP.
tagged it to 16.
That's what he's got. That's what he's got. This is over. We are going to be heading on to Mirage. And, well, there was only
16-9.
one India player who could have got them out of that position. Unfortunately, he is not the one.
ये बहुत caster बहुत
You
4
had to
second
say
के
it,
बारे में
Sean.
बोल रहा
You
है.
had to say it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we're going to take a very quick
ये
break.
caster
and we'll
बहुत
be
ही
back
4
with
second
map
के बारे में
number
बोल रहा है भाई.
3. God damn it. We'll be back with map number 3. It's going to be Mirage to decide which team is going to take this one.
चलो गाइस, थोड़ा पानी वानी पी के जाता हूँ. पानी वानी पी के जाता नहीं, पानी वानी पी के आता हूँ. एंड तब तक चिल करो, मजे करो. गाने लगा के जाता हूँ. हैवान सब टिप्स फॉर गुड एम. गुड एम के लिए क्या टिप्स दूं भाई? एम बॉट्स कर, क्रॉसर प्लेसमेंट अच्छा रख, डेमोस देख. अबे यार, ये प्रिट्सल बहुत ही गंदे गाने बजाता है भाई. और गाइस 600 लाइक्स पहुंचा देना आने तक. लेट्स गो जल्दी जल्दी. जो भी नए हो स्ट्रीम पे 600 लाइक्स कर दो. चलो जितने भी लोग हो स्ट्रीम पे 600 लाइक्स कर दो. एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब अगर जो नए हो तो. थैंक्स अ लॉट गाइस. टेक केयर. ये वापस किसी गाने बजा रहा है भाई? So
And we're flying so close to where we belong. And we're trying to go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. Trying to step back and see the view from above, 'cause I know that nothing lasts forever. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Shockwaves with you. Shockwaves with you. Shockwaves with you. Shockwaves with you.
सॉरी माइक अभी ये क्या हो गया है बे चैट को भाई दो बार कैसे अच्छा खराब हो गया है बे ये डब्बा हो गया स्ट्रीम लैब्स है ना एकदम डब्बा है भाई चैटबॉट खाली मैंने उसका चैटबॉट यूज किया और वो ऐसा कर रहा है मेरे साथ सही है भाई स्ट्रीम लैब्स सही है अभी तक चालू नहीं हुआ है रे क्या बोलते हो रे क्या कुलूच किया डेट मेकर ने भाई इसको एक ही मैसेज 5-6 बार क्यों दिखा रहा है पता नहीं रे
It's been a bit of a struggle since then onwards, pretty much, Blair.
It has been, hasn't it? It's kind of a little unfortunate, but to be honest, I mean, we're talking about Inferno, a map which it's perhaps VT's best map. They do always go for that pick every single time, and every team, including a Tyloo, would struggle against him on that. So coming to Mirage,
कौन जीतेगा आपके हिसाब से
it is a
VC
map where, like you mentioned, it's a map you don't want to face off against an Asian team. But if two Asian teams face off in Mirage, Tom, what will we potentially witness?
Is there any chance for Vitaly to come back yes there is a chance if they participate in Starter Cup 2
The singularity beckons, but PaperX losing the knife round, so Vici winning it. And often on the CT side, we have Advent, the Kitman, a couple of flashes, and Kaze with the smoke flash in the nade. He did like going with the CZ play on Inferno. Of course, he was playing towards Apps, and we have a 4-man stack towards A. This is interesting because PaperX, the bomb is floating towards that the lowest slope. They have the smoke in the hands of Alex. He's ready and waiting. Smoke's going to be coming in. Flash as well. And 2 players coming in from underpass looking to go for the pincer. In fact, sorry, that was 4 players at B. My bad. I'm getting a little confused in my old age.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one for Jam Young by the looks of it. The rotation coming in. Orman's actually managed to catch one as they do go for this push back towards. It's going to be him just waiting patiently, setting up for the retake. They already have all the utility they could ever desire. Almost managing to deny the bomb, but luckily for Alex, he'll get it down. He's done some damage in return as well, but this is when that utility can start to be expended. They may even be able to throw a smoke onto the bomb, make things a bit more awkward. May not even need it. Zoking's already found one back. They know that there's a man on the ramp. Defy just trying to do work with a P250. Mind Freak tapping away. They're doing so much damage, but they're not actually getting any kills. Finally, someone steps up. It's Defy. He's just looking to end them all. And it's left all onto Orman. 1 HP. It's too little. It's too late. As Defy has just killed, well, almost everyone.
Yeah, at 1 HP and Orman, he will have to fall on back. That was almost perfectly done for Vici. The flashbang towards jungle as well, keeping both the T's over there completely occupied, and they couldn't do anything. And Defy, the hero of the round, the little bit of a mistake they made was not checking that position. I mean, rather, they left it alone. They knew it was possibly there, but the P250 and the Kevlar helping it out. And of course, he's going to go for the AK buy. Full utility for every one of the players with PaperX. 3 Mac 10s as well. And for Vici, it's back to the force buy as well. CD side force buy, something I don't see that often from Vici, but maybe something has changed. Maybe they're feeling it on a map like Mirage, where you can go for these early duels.
It might just be what happened in the last map. Because, in all honesty, they were so dominant, and on train, I feel like they actually just almost played a little bit too respectful. Not Orman in this round, though. Makes the jump around, pops the head of Deathmaker. I believe there's an SMG to be retrieved if they so desire it, but to be honest, it's not really worth the risk for them here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to deal.
अब आप कब खेलोगे? Next match बताऊंगा. Instagram पे follow करके रखो. मैं next match बताऊंगा कब है.
He's aware of the second one. Mindfreak's going to get tagged down, and he's down to 29 HP. And that's a job for the scout. The deagle from Jam Young, he finds Benkai. That is huge, because Mindfreak's being tagged down. And the
ESL
scout
Pro
can do
League
so much more
tournament
damage, Tom. He can just tag a couple more players, one more player here, and the pistol is just a body shot from the deagle. That's going to be enough. See, spots on Mindfreak, the double tag, and it's going to be at the end for Mindfreak. 2 players remaining. Divine, Alex, they got the rifles. But Kaze with the scout decapitates Alex. It's all on Divine. He got the 4K previously. He needs to find more, but Kaze, just with the scout, is going to deny it. And Vici Gaming, the force buy, works out.
He didn't even look like he broke a sweat at any point in all of the kills he got. It was just calm and collected from Kaze, and well, yeah, they're pretty much exactly what I was saying. It's like, I feel like in
Let's go 22 more likes remaining.
Especially on the T side, they showed too much respect to PaytM in terms of how slow they were playing. They weren't.
22 more likes remaining for 600. चलो जल्दी जल्दी 600 कर दो, फिर हम लोग एक केस ओपन करेंगे 600 पे.
The face with the pistols. The other worrying thing at the moment is there's 6 kills so far on a PaytM, and they all belong to one man.
Yeah, that is curious. But of course, it is Divide, the star player, the best Malaysian player, the second best Malaysian player. Forgive me, Kaze being the best.
The other one's on the other side.
Just gotta ensure. Oh, I love the scout, though. I love that particular scout, the skin. I don't really talk much about skins, but that is one of my favorites. But forget skins right now. Skins are getting peeled off, but Devi and Alex getting those 2 kills. They're gonna get the bomb down. They're pretty far from Deathmaker to keep the CT at bay as the bomb gets planted. Alex pushing up just with the Glock. Deathmaker repositioning himself. 3v3. This is doable, but Kaze with that scout is being quite a problem indeed. It's all a Deathmaker. He finds one, looking for more, but the lack of Kevlar means aim punch will be a problem indeed. And Norman and Advent, a little bit of an expensive round.
कभी इन गेम केस भी खोलो, खोला ना भाई, कल 2 केस खोला, कुछ नहीं मिला. KLPD मिला भाई कोली.
Rifles being retained, and bear in mind.
Hi bro, याद हूँ मैं, yes Salil, याद हूँ मैं, याद हूँ मैं नहीं, मतलब तू साहिल याद है तू.
With a zoom banger.
Yeah, the thing is, for the T's, that was a very good round.
Like Toko guys, जल्दी like
Toko. A few
Toko.
pistols invested into. They didn't actually force the issue.
HyperX
They
में कोई
made
Indian
a
है क्या?
fair
Yes,
bit of money
Deathmaker.
off it. Speaking of scout skins, I think I like my one. I got the blood in the water, but then I put a Cassandra sticker on it, gold, which for anybody who doesn't know is a shark gold sticker. So, you know, can't really beat it.
Yeah, blood in the water. Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. I agree.
I think the sticker makes it. Not as good as my AK though, which now has. When I bought each of the stickers that is on my.
ये लोग ऐसा लगता है prepare हो क्या है भाई?
€5 each.
मिराज में of course prepare होंगे. BC एक proper team है. कोई mixed team तो है नहीं.
Flip side gold electronic stickers, 4 of them.
Well, get screwed, Tom. Get screwed.
Hey, I love the skin. I don't like that Twitter voted it to be called the AK-47 hairline, but let's ignore that fact. And concentrate on the round as Ben Kai is going to get one of the first kills, as Soking has found one in return almost instantly. He does go down though, and doesn't actually have much support. It was just an individual fight he had to take, or felt he had to take. Now the CT's in a bit of an awkward spot as an afterplant position. They've got some utility to try and clear out these angles, but the clock is now ticking against them, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to pull this one off.
Yeah, and they look very trepidant as well, the way they're approaching this. And I agree with you. I don't know why Zoking had to go for the duel. He could have fallen back, made his retake a little bit more easier. Him being towards CD spawn. Molotov's going to force out Alex out into the open. Jamyung's going to have no trouble getting the kill. 3v3 now. Man disadvantage neutralized. But the buy is going to continue his reign of terror. And with that kill, I do believe it is a call to be safe here. Akaze sticks around, survives as well. Lion Freak trying to hunt them down. But I do believe that they will survive here with both the rifles. Now, money is not great, but Almond can drop a weapon.
Which team are you supporting?
Maybe towards Jam
No
Young.
team, bro.
I think he would be the pick. Advent and Zoking can maybe go some SMG buys, but I believe just playing this one a little bit more traditionally, not really going for the force buy here would be the right call for Vici. Or maybe not. I say it. Every time I say it, every time I open my stupid mouth. Vici, just... God damn it.
See if they're a little bit more audacious in this round with a weaker purchase. Zoking, I feel like a 5-7 for him isn't that much of a detriment. See, however, what's actually going to come in here. It looks like a fast B play, and with the weaponry that's currently defending that site, they're not in the best of positions. Advent, though, well, its first kill comes off the back of a UMP. It's a weapon that definitely isn't particularly popular anymore, and the second he trades it out, he will fall. Another kill coming up for Kaze as well, and the bomb dropped in a bit of an awkward position. The remaining players will have to try and retrieve that, but I think it's more likely that everybody will be dead before that point. Bankai looking to try and clutch this 1v3. Now just 2 remaining.
Indian team में क्या PaperX? No, bro.
Gonna throw out the flash. I don't think he realizes how close Jamyoung is, and he does some damage, but ultimately the round goes the way of Vici.
A little bit of a misplay, I feel like, from Devi, where he went for the re-peek from the window. He had the bomb as well, and that was unnecessary. The window wasn't smoked up. You knew the CTs were already rotated in, and you also knew that Kaze had that op save from the previous round, and he would probably be holding that angle. So I guess what he was trying to do, I get what he's trying to do, you know, maybe trying to catch one of the CTs while rotating over towards B, but doesn't work out for him. Bomb drop, and with that, I think the round was pretty much done here. Aggression from the CTs. Jamyoung taking a fight up top mid, he finds one. Smoke's gonna bloom, and he survives at 14 HP. But Almond has got a nade and incendiary, and Alex will be completely obliterated top mid. One by one they fall. Mindfreak gets spotted out as well. Almond just
DM's
jumping
knife
around.
named Rampuri.
And should be a very comfortable round for Vici. It is an eco after all for PaperX, but it should be 4-2.
चलो guys,
Yeah,
जल्दी
the
जल्दी
last
600
eco
likes
they
पहुंचा दो
had
यारो,
was
600 likes पहुंचा दो,
very
and
successful.
don't
3
forget
kills, a
to
bomb
subscribe
farm,
अगर
and
जो
put them
नए हो.
back into contention
We are
in the
only
next
40
round.
subscribers
This
away
is
for
finally looking
650
like Vici
subscribers,
will
guys.
actually build up some cash, and Zoking
Also DM score,
clean
DM
with his
score
last couple
अभी
of
देख
kills.
लेता
This is
हूँ,
exactly what they want,
116 है.
because up until this point we've
Struggle
seen
कर रहा है थोड़ा,
rebuys come in, but a
but
lot of them have been
again,
very, very weak.
चार के
and
चारों
they
players
came up
दो
to
के
those
ऊपर
weaker
नहीं है.
weapons actually
दो
doing
player,
a
दो
relative amount of
बनकाई दो
damage
पे
in the
है,
rounds that
Mindfreak
they
दो
took.
पे है, दवाई
Even
9
still,
पे
though,
है,
I mentioned early on,
Deathmaker
it
1
was
पे है,
6
Alex
kills
1
and
पे
then
है.
everybody else on 0. It's still a relatively slow start for everybody on PaperX, excluding Zowie, of course, who's currently 9 and 5, top in the whole server. And well, basically on the other side of things, you've got the players you want. You've got
क्या
Jamyoung,
लगता है
you've got
PaperX जीतेगा?
Kaze,
मुझे नहीं लगता है
Zoking's
PaperX
actually
जीतेगा.
having one of those better performances.
Honestly बोलूँ
I
तो
do feel like
VC बहुत ही
a
अच्छी है
lot
भाई.
of the time, especially with
Train
the
में
old school
थोड़ा बहुत
Asian
preparation
players,
किया रहेगा
Mirage is
PaperX
just
ने.
a map that they'll always come back to and always enjoy.
भाई
Oh
giveaway
yeah,
कब?
and the fact that
giveaway करेंगे मेरे
the
भाई.
lack of
मैंने जैसे कि आपको बताया, फ्रंट साइड मिस्टी मिनिमल वेयर मैं गिवअवे करने वाला हूँ. वो हम लोग के चैट ने बोला यस यस यस, सब लोग ने बोला, सो यस वो गिवअवे करूंगा. और गाइज क्या कर रहा था मैं, हाँ इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं वो पोस्ट डाल दूंगा गिवअवे का आज या कल, ठीक है? तो फॉलो करना मत भूलना इंस्टाग्राम पे.
exceedingly good or anything. They're doing the job. They're doing a good job of it. But the fact that there's so much space being made by their opponents, we do see yet another very light investment from PaperX, and it's going to be Kaze from the toll booth. And Molotov is going to keep the remaining teams at base. No trade for Mindfreak. It kind of feels like Mindfreak seems to be the first player to die for PaperX many times. We saw this in trade as well, and he never gets traded out, does he?
No.
No. Even when you were looking at Inferno on his CT side, he seemed to be getting wrecked. I think there is just like maybe a curse going on. At least when it came to the T side of train, he was getting a lot of openers as well. So it was more hit and miss. But since then, it's mainly been miss. Zowie continuing to put up numbers. Of course, this round is still a weak purchase for them, but they want to stop the CT side from building up that extra cash, and with a full push already coming in, Ormond's a little bit far behind. Now, keeping that closed can actually stop a lot of the rotations available for the Ts, like getting in behind them, and will reduce some of the risk. But Bankai, he's just going to go pushing a really nice flashbang, but it's the D coming out for Kaze. He knows there's another man around the corner. Bankai finds the first, needs this second kill, and it's looking like he's getting ever closer to finding it, but he can't get the final bullet. It's left onto that
Alex.
1 versus 2, a real possibility here, but Advent's UMP comes out clutch once again. More damage done in these rounds, though. Vici unable to keep them clean. And again, we're looking at rounds where I feel like PaperX are actually starting to do better with the pistols than they are the rifles.
Yeah, and that's not sustainable at all, is it? Again, Zowie being the man of the hour. He's at 10 kills, top fragging in the server, while the second highest frag in his team is Benkai on 3. We have Mindfreak and Alex in 2 apiece, and Deathmaker, a much quieter game from the young man this time around. But still, it is Mirage. It's one of the maps which is a little bit harder to call based off the first half, right? If you look at Inferno, you look at Train, you kind of have an inkling how the second half is going to be depending on the score lines, but this one's a little bit harder. Jamyoung playing towards Connector, and Zoking once again being aggressive towards the palace ramp area, and Kaze playing from his usual
भाई
spot.
ये एस्टल का डाल फिर से हो रहा है क्या? ESL प्रीमियरशिप के साइड पे दिखा रहा है विश्व पोटेंशियल वर्सेस 2EZ. नहीं रे, नहीं हो रहा है फाइनल्स वापस. आई डोंट नो, अब मेरे को पूछना पड़ेगा. किधर का टीम है HyperX? मूवी मेनिया. मूवी रेक्स इज फ्रॉम सिंगापुर.
What's T-Ram? Is this gonna be the play towards A, the late hit towards A? And I do believe
Easily
that
peasy
could be
lemon
it. But
squeezily.
looking at the position
सारे
of the
casters
three
भी troll
CTs,
कर रहे
this
हैं,
could
हाँ
be
ना
quite disastrous for HyperX. Look at where all CTs are, apart from Kaze.
They could be caught in transition as well. They're currently rotating players back and forward, and it might leave them in a bit of an awkward spot. I do worry with Jamyoung here, though the flashbang's perfect, and now he's going to be able to take some real control around the ramp. This is an interesting one, though. The T's have
jungle
put up or set up shop in jungle, and
yes,
unfortunately,
क्या बात
Device now
कर रहा है
gone
भाई?
down as well. So they have to get this kill. Okay, that's all
कैसे रे
down.
आर्यन?
That gives them at least a little bit of extra space. The push going to be coming through, trying to separate in towards this B side. The problem is this information is no nice shot onto Zoking, and now Mind Freak almost wants to go back in the other direction. It seems like this is a complete, almost random round coming out from HyperX. Kaze actually goes aggressive, but he's going to be caught. And now they have a chance at the bomb plant, but they did spot. I think they must have spotted that player coming in. It is going to be Advent still just waiting patiently, or maybe they haven't spotted him. But yeah, there's the peak. Finally, they have the information. He's not going to be able to connect his shots either, so now he's going to fall. This is a complete mess plan. Now Jamyoung, the man who's got 2 kills holding onto the A ramp, he's going to fall as well. How
Nice
did Vici lose that round?
Kaze lost him the round. I am trying to comprehend
मैंने बोला उनको तो
what
slot
he
नहीं
was
मिलेगा फिर से करने
doing
का.
there towards the window and in
हुआ
market.
क्या आर्यन
It
बताएगा?
made no sense. He gets the first kill. He knows that they're trapped with CD spawn. Jamyoung's he's not in a rough spot. He's all the way towards T slope. There's no need for him to go for the play there, and considering the fact that Admin was far away as well. He went for a very high risk play. It was a 2v3, and they lost because of that. If he had played safe towards the site, there's no way they're entering the B bomb site, right? And that means they will have to head towards A. And if they have to head towards A, they don't have enough time to head all the way from CD spawn. They have to rotate from jungle, where guess what? Advin's in B short. He can cut off the rotation over there. It was perfect for Vici. And Kaze, I don't understand why he went for that play. I want to ask him, like...
That was my head in hands round. I said it was coming. That was the one. Because I've just sat there with my face in my hands. Because, yeah, basically what you said. Like, there was 15 seconds left when they were wrapping through market. So, if he just has to stay alive. Like, a single kill onto the bomb plant would have been enough. There wouldn't have been a position, especially with the crossfire they had. Yeah, I don't even think they would have had much time.
600 हो गए. Thank you guys. Thank you.
I think if they didn't bunny hop through it perfectly, it would have been
करूँगा.
Yeah, they put themselves in an awkward
में तो
position.
मिराज
Of course,
ही
you have
आना
to
है
give
भाई.
props to
Asian
the
team है तो
remaining
of
players
course
from
मिराज आना है.
HyperX to hold on to that round. Like, that was fantastic from them. It shouldn't have worked, but it did. Zoking, again, an aggressive position. He spotted out a lot of information. Kaze maybe trying to rectify this round, but again, it's Jamyoung. How's he doing this? He's just flying through the air, killing players on ramp. He's now trying to hold on all on his lonesome, and that's the man you need in these situations. This kid is ridiculous.
Jamyoung सच्ची impressive Jamyoung.
Kill is a jumping, flying shot.
देखना पड़ेगा भाई इस player
I
को
actually
closely.
preferred, I think, the view we had of it from from the stairs.
far away, yeah.
Looks more ridiculous.
And again, it's the aggression from Vici, right? Zoking gets the kill, immediately gets traded, and Kaze making sure the players coming in from connected.
आपका match कैसे
and
गया? हार गए रे.
Jamyoung's probably get one more kill, maybe.
16-10 हारे, comeback हो रहा था, but pistol round नहीं निकला.
You know, postman situation, but no.
भाई Valve का Dota और CSGO दोनों game है, पर CSGO price pool Dota से बहुत कम है भाई.
Vici Gaming back to winning ways. HyperX now.
मत दिला याद भाई, मत दिला. मैं हमेशा वो सब सोच के ना रोने लगता हूँ.
This should have been 7-2 for Vici. I mean, that previous round they had no business losing. But Zoking, Kaze, they strike in tandem. 1-by-1 HyperX falls. So 73 will be the scoreline here, unless Deathmaker and Mindfreak and Benkai do something truly miraculous. But that
Jamyoung
doesn't
is
seem
new.
like that's going to happen.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try a similar stance once again.
भाई आप इन
They
सबसे
managed to
अच्छा
get
खेलते हो.
the
अरे
bomb
thank
down
you
on
हर्ष
the A
यार,
site
thank
a
you
fair
for
few
your kind
times.
words यार.
Well, this is normally the way they do it. It's with the dirty deeks. Oh, I thought for a second
वेलोरेंट
he
के
was
बारे
gonna
में
get
क्या
a
बोलते
second
हो?
one. That would
अच्छा ही
have
बोलता हूँ भाई,
been truly
वेलोरेंट
grotesque,
अच्छा है यार,
but
मैं
from
खेलता
here
हूँ
on out,
वेलोरेंट,
the shaky aim of Zoking.
बट स्ट्रीम नहीं करता हूँ.
Should have done enough. Truly shaky in that
वेलोरेंट
position. But they get
वेलोरेंट स्ट्रीम नहीं करता हूँ मैं, बट करूंगा गाइज. मेरे को भी अभी थोड़ा मन कर रहा है वेलोरेंट खेलने का, स्ट्रीम करूंगा, बट लेट्स सी कब करें.
okay. Could have
No
saved that
problem
one
bro,
song.
for
still
later.
much love. Thanks
The
a
song,
lot
the
ऋत्विक,
song.
thank you.
You obviously know the song. No.
Do I?
भाई बहुत अच्छा गेम था भाई, आप और
AC/DC,
क्लोज हो
Dirty
जाता.
Deeds,
यस यार
Thunder
धीरज,
Troop,
थोड़ा
no?
क्लोज हो जाता, बट
Well,
क्या
we
ही
might
करें.
even get a DMCA takedown if you even mention it. So it's a
What
wild
is
time
that?
to live it.
I
Tom.
only know I only know free to play music.
Sarah, where are you?
Zoking का
again.
mouse
How
ऐसा
many
लगता है रे.
times is he gonna get an opening towards the T-Ram? It's ridiculous.
And if it's
And
not
they were
him,
trying
it's
to go-
Jam as well.
Yeah, it's not him alone, right? Even if it gets straight to jams right there. And the worst part is PaytM are going for this late
Hi, I love your CS
play
content.
towards A. And
Thank
they're
you
like, all
very
right,
much, Razer.
Benka, just
Zoking
wait
is a very
patiently
good player,
A-Ram.
of
Don't show
course.
yourself. It's like, okay, I won't show myself. And Zoking's like, well, if you're not going to show
इंडियन टीम में
yourself,
क्या
just
नहीं
gonna
रे
walk
यार,
in
ये
and get the
इंडियन
kill
टीम नहीं
anyway.
है.
I feel like Zoking is for when the word yeet was invented. Like just
लिंक है क्या मैच
just
का?
yeets himself
हॉटस्टार
around
पे
the
देख ले
corner.
भाई तू मैच, हॉटस्टार पे है मैच. हॉटस्टार, डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार, अभी तो
God.
डिज्नी
Well,
ने
here
भी
we go.
खरीद लिया.
Connector once again. It seems like
डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार, यूट्यूब पे नहीं
the
मिलेगा
CT
तेरे
side are a
को.
little bit more ready for this, especially with Zoking so aggressive in the palace. He wasn't done after he killed a man and was on 5
Nice.
HP. He went pushing further.
मुझे लगा ही था ये
Jam
मारेगा.
Young has been ever so
उसका
clinical with his
aim
aim,
जो
but there has been
stable
a
है
trade
ना,
back. They found the man
अच्छा
in
लग रहा है
palace. That's at
देख
least
के.
one position clear.
एम स्टेबल
Rotation's
है इसका.
actually taking quite a long time. Maybe still worried that there's somebody in the backlines. They're not. They're on the A side. The Molotov actually starts to clear them back, and I wonder if this time will actually start to play a real part in this one, as they need to gain
Mind
control.
Freak
Luckily,
ज़्यादा ही देख
Kaze
लिया
just
रे.
wrecks
दवाई.
Mind Freak. I feel like that's something I've said
Nice
plenty
shot.
of times this game. Device trying his best. He wants to be the hard carry that they need, but unfortunately, getting 3 kills in a round is not enough, Blair.
टीम
It is
लिक्विड
not
कैसी है?
enough. And
Ascar
I,
भाई, Team
you were
Liquid
saying
तो
how
बहुत ही
VT taking
अच्छी
the
है यार,
sweet
of
time
course.
going for the retake.
If PaytX lose, they get eliminated.
Very patient. with them.
If
They're like, yeah, we
PaytX
got this, it's
loses,
fine. Let them get a little paranoid. Let them, Alex had he had everything, right? He had all the utility. He used it perfectly. He kept them at bay. But in the end, aim duels again. Jam Young. One thing I really enjoy about this young player is, like, unlike a lot of the more, well, I might say the veterans in the Chinese Asian scene,
They go to
where
lower
they
bracket.
love going for his aim duels. He's way more composed. Like, he doesn't always go for the aim duels. He goes for it when he has to. But apart from that, he's very content just tossing a flashbang, falling back, playing for the retake. And I think it's,
go into lower bracket.
great, mainly because, you got to bear in mind, he went from pugging, just playing random pugs and, the Asian version of, the Chinese version of FPL, to playing his first professional team at any level was against, well, what was with Advent, which is great. As Kaze and Jam Young just mopping up the players that getting boosted up. Looked a little scared for Kaze, but he will survive. In fact, he gets the kill as well. But yeah, imagine your first team you're going to be playing with professionally is with Mr. Advent. That's perfect. I wish you could have that for every up-and-coming player.
भाई
in
अपडेट
Asia.
के
The
बाद
first team
FPS
you play
बहुत
with
ड्रॉप हो रहा है,
is
कैसे
in
बढ़ाऊं
BG.
मैं
That would be
अपना
amazing.
FPS CSGO में?
Well, it's what it was why I was quite
रीइंस्टॉल
disappointed
कर दे
that with
CSGO
Lollipop,
शायद, या
his
फिर
time with Blade was actually quite short-lived, because you kind of wonder how far. Like, he's obviously doing very well. Like, Namiga have qualified recently for the RMR event coming up, but at the same time, could we have seen even more from the youngster? Because that's something I've come to learn in Counter-Strike, is that anybody picked
अनइंस्टॉल
up
कर लो भाई
by Blade
CS,
is
या फिर
probably pretty damn good at the game.
ट्राई करो वेरीफाई
And,
करने का
to
गेम
be honest, is
फाइल्स,
why
ऐसा
I'm
कुछ करो.
still
मेरे को भी
excited
फिक्स
for
पता नहीं
what's
है
to
यार.
come from Perfecto,
मेरा भी
because
FPS
I
बहुत
don't
कम आता है.
believe that
If
pickup
bomb
would have
plant,
happened
why they
if
peek?
Blade didn't, well, basically
Because they have to
give
take
it his
control.
blessing.
Something they have to
Oh
take
yeah, I
control.
agree with you, and that's the important thing, right? When you pick up a young
Hey, what's up,
player
Vishal
out of
Sharma?
an FPL or just like a tier 4 team or whatever, you don't give them much time to pick up bad habits, which is something you'll see, especially in Asia, because obviously
Chalo,
there
guys.
aren't that many good
36
teams
more
out there.
likes.
You'll find
30
players who have been playing for 3-4 years and they're very promising.
36 more likes for 650. जल्दी जल्दी लाइक ठोक दो guys. Boom bam, like ठोको guys. Boom bam. लाइक ठोको गाइस एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब. अगर जो आप नए हो तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब. ओनली 40 सब्सक्राइबर्स मोर फॉर 650 3650 के लिए ओनली 40 सब्सक्राइबर्स मोर. सो जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करते रहना. थैंक्स अ लॉट. लव यू गाइस. थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इनटू द स्ट्रीम.
You name it, like so many teams Invictus, the players from BTRG. Instead, he just went for a guy none of us have heard of, and he ensured that he didn't build
आज
any
मैं
bad
मैच
habits.
के
In
बाद
fact,
थोड़ा सा थक
right
गया
now
था,
alongside
इसलिए मैं
Kaze,
सोचा कि
he's
यार
a
आज
star player.
खेलूंगा
So
नहीं.
kudos to
आज
both,
थोड़ा
to Jam
देख
Young
लेते हैं
and to Advent.
स्ट्रीम.
We're going for this gamble, which has definitely worked out for them. And right now, what's working out is 9 to
But
3
don't
with
worry
each
guys,
map
Road
number
to
3, the
Global will be
decider
back
map, ladies and gentlemen, tuning
tomorrow
in.
या फिर
PaperX
कल
winning
हम
their
लोग
map pick train 16-14.
एशियन
They
प्रो लीग
made
खेल
things a
सकते
little
हैं.
bit
एशियन
too
प्रो लीग खेल
tight
सकते
for
हैं.
them, but they managed to close it out. Inferno was Vici all the way, and right now, looking at Mirage, it is looking like the reverse sweep is
We'll wait for
definitely
your Valorant streams.
about to happen. But Kaze gets dismantled by
करते
Divine.
करते.
He's been a pleasure to
Butterfly
watch,
or Karambit?
has to be
Butterfly.
said. Like, the first map was his playground, and the second map, maybe not so much, but this one, he seems to be back on form. Unfortunately, it is a one-man army. Like, you look at the frag distribution, it goes from 14 all the way down to 5. And even with triple kills, multi-frags, entries, so far it has not been enough to even get them above 3 rounds. Bit of a messy spray from both players as they look to put the pressure onto this B site. A quick trade as Advent is only good for 1. Now this retake looks unlikely, especially with that kill coming into middle. Orman going to try his best to find another, and will, and actually makes the jump very clean. So he will at least have a faster play in towards short. This is still a risky round to challenge for.
अच्छा है ना, अच्छा
considering
लगता
what
है ना
they have
देखने को.
remaining and, well, how low Jam Young currently is. And now it just falls into saving that gun so they can get by in the next round. Or not.
Well, doesn't happen.
Hey, what's
they're
up,
still
Jayesh?
gonna buy,
Welcome.
though. Admin's the only player
Case
with not
Salil?
much money. And
Yes, yes,
Kaze
case
is
खोलेंगे ना
flush,
भाई,
so
कोई
he's gonna buy
खोलेंगे.
an offer himself. He's gonna drop a gun as well, although that means that his utility will be a little bit sparse.
मोन्टाज
Famas
भी
getting
स्ट्रीम
purchased,
करोगे,
and
अपलोड
we'll be
करोगे
dropping
या
to
सिर्फ
Advent.
स्ट्रीम्स?
What a
मोन्टाज करेंगे
lad.
ना
What
भाई.
a man Advent is.
थोड़ा यार
Fine. I'll just use it
अपने
for
को
Famas.
चाहिए एक एडिटर जो एडिट कर सके अपने
You
ऑनलाइन
have asked for him
स्ट्रीम्स.
before.
Yeah,
तो मैं खुद ही करूंगा,
there's
but
always
time है
that
ना
one
थोड़ा.
teammate, right? Where you're like, oh, can you drop me a gun? And they have so much money, and they go, yeah, here you go, have a FAMAS. My friend always drops a Bison if I don't specify what gun I want. Like, you drop me a gun. Oh, I have a Bison. It's like, no, you know that's not what I meant.
Well, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, Tom. And right now, Deathmaker opening up the sides, but Orman trying to find him. In fact, will be peeked by Divine, and that's a great opening towards the A-bomb site. And this is looking unlikely. But Kaze is alive. Unfortunately, he has an AWP. Not the best of weapons to go for a retake. And Advent, just with the FAMAS now. Advent's feeling adventurous, though. He's going to be sneaking in around behind the smoke. Device spots him out, but Advent's faster on the trigger. Gets to kill, repositions himself a little bit, and now Kaze creeping up from jungle.
Both got kits, but utility is where they are seriously lacking. And I quite like the crossfire that's being attempted by PaperX, because ultimately clearing this out is going to be very difficult indeed. In fact, the CT's looking like they're not even going to bother going for it, running out of time, and it's understandable. They want to keep their weaponry into the next round. So 9-5, a 9-6 on Mirage, really not that bad. Like, if they could bring it back, especially the way that things were going, like, up until the last couple of rounds, it had just been individual rounds. The pistol, round number 4. I think round number 8 as well. That's all it's been. And then they've won 2 in a row. And I think this is a classic thing just within all Counter-Strike is a team is dominant for the majority of the game.
Yes,
Maybe
आता
let
है,
their foot off the
but,
gas or get a little bit too cocky towards the end of the
10 में
half.
से
Let
5
the
बार ही कर
last
सकता
3
हूँ.
rounds slip, and that comes back to
वो
bite
10 में
them.
से 10 बार करने के लिए अपने को थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस
Does
चाहिए.
tend to happen,
प्रो लोग
especially
10 में से
this part of the
8
world,
बार या 9
and,
बार कर सकते हैं.
could be the case, though. But Zoki with
मतलब
the 5-7.
यूरोपियन वाले
he's gonna do,
जो आप देखते हो.
It's his best gun.
Astralis
This
Bistralis.
is his best gun. He has done some spectacular things.
These are Indian
but
teams, no bro.
no teammates nearby to
Yeah, that
kind
Kulkarni,
of
yes.
help flash him in, so he's gonna just hold on. He
Hey,
just has
what's
the
up,
one
Speed on?
smoke to delay any potential push. And by what we're seeing here in the minimap, PaperX are opting to head towards A-bombs, and why not? They found a bit of success there. It's okay. Just looking to spot out a little bit of a sliver. You
भाई
can see on the
tips
left
and
hand side.
trips बताया
Definitely
कर
playing 16 by 9.
बताऊंगा मेरे
Just
भाई
looking to
अपनी
spot someone
ऑडियंस एक
out.
बार अच्छी
And
बड़ी हो
Alex
जाने
drops
दे
in. The smoke will be
तो
deployed.
ज्यादा लोगों को
See the
जाएगा
remaining utility being deployed by PaperX as well, and I love the aggression from VG. Flashbang is not good enough. Zoking finds one, but a quick trade comes in. But he's the only player inside. Kaze needs to go big here. He is trapped. Oh, but it's also nice flick on the Defy. Is looking for more. The smoke will allow him to escape as Jam Young comes jumping in again, but this time, Tom, it's straight into his death.
Yeah, the smoke was just about to fade. You have to feel a millisecond would have been enough. Surely he's not going to win this. What? It's a TK! Oh, that's gone horribly wrong. The 9-6 might have just slipped away as it's left all onto Bankai. The bomb in his hands and trapped in the corner. Kaze is just cooked. Okay, but he's been thinked up. It won't matter. That was a really weird round.
आउट ऑफ इंडिया जाके कोई टीम जाने का सोचे आउट ऑफ इंडिया अगर जो ऑफर आएगा तो जा सकते हैं भाई ऑफर नहीं आएगा तो वहां जाके खेलूं फिर टीम ढूंढूं बहुत स्ट्रगल है रे
Unfortunately, especially at that range, the FAMAS coming into play.
कभी इंडिया ने रिप्रेजेंट किया है रे आउट ऑफ इंडिया जाके बोला मैंने
Is that what you're going with? You're going with
or
it's
maybe
not that
PaperX
bad?
completely kind of crapped the bed there.
Or maybe they
so,
should have
yeah.
killed him.
Yeah, maybe they should have killed him. Fine, they should have killed him.
साइड
Tom.
पे
All right,
वैन
take it
वाला
back.
फास्ट जंप
I'm
आता
not
है
gonna
टू
like
एप्स
it was
यस
all done from him,
आता है
but
भाई
I'm not going to start praising the FAMAS when he was going.
अच्छा वो जो वैन का
Like
जो
for
लेज है
about
वो
20 seconds
छोटा
to
सा
try and
निकला
kill
हुआ
both of
वहां
them.
से
And he
नहीं
didn't even
मुझे
kill
नहीं
both of them, but one of them killed the other one.
फमास कैसे लगती है
Once
आपको
against
बहुत ही
Advent
अच्छी है
from
अगर जो
Fjord,
आपको
like,
आती है
that's
चलाने तो बहुत
easily
अच्छी है
have
भाई
an insta frag for the guys from PaperX. But yeah,
Hey bro, I
but
watched
no,
your
10 to
complete
5.
match. I must say, बहुत
5
utilities
runs
हगे
T
हो
side.
तुम्हारी
It's not
team.
bad. It's not terrible.
But you know
I won't lie.
what?
You still give yourself
Well
a little
played
bit of room to
and
work
good
with, even
luck
if you
for
do lose
future.
the
Thank
round.
you यार सोमेश. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
things starting to look
भाई प्रोफाइल
little
साइन नहीं
grim.
किया तुमने.
If they win the
स्टीव
personal round
रॉजर्स
though, then I think
सॉरी जिसका भी प्रोफाइल साइन नहीं हुआ है लिमिट रीच हो चुका था इसलिए आज वापस बैठूंगा रात को सबका प्रोफाइल साइन कर दूंगा. इंस्टाग्राम पे मैसेज कर देना अगर जो साइन करवाना हो तो.
Slow starters.
बस 3-4 ही प्रोफाइल और बाकी है साइन करने के लिए वो सब कर दूंगा मैं.
In case on the CT side.
टीम वुल्फ
they're
2020 में
done
मेजर
for.
गई
Like,
थी
they
ना.
need
यस हैक्स 2014 में मेजर गई थी.
maybe getting that double.
Mad Lions better or
AWP
Liquid?
or
Right now,
double up setup.
right now Mad Lions is
But
also better यार.
If
But
he
both
even
are
slows
different.
down and maybe one or two of them steps
बहुत
up, I
hard
still
jump
don't
है
think
वो
it'll
वैन
be
वाला.
enough
अच्छा.
because we've not only
Is Deathmaker your
had,
friend?
like,
Yes,
the sort of
Deathmaker is
usual
Deathmaker is my friend. He was my teammate in Orgles 5 और उसके पहले भी एक टीम थी नहीं उसके पहले कोई टीम में नहीं था मेरे साथ वो. और बट यस ऑर्गलेस 5 में हम लोग साथ में थे फिर वो एनटीटी चले गया और मैं मुंबा में चले गया. एनटीटी के बाद वो ग्लोबल गया.
even where we looked at them and went, oh, that probably should have still gone Vichi's way. Like, I think it was the 7-2 round where
क्या अभी भी
everything just
कमबैक आ
seemed
सकता है?
6-2, I
आ
guess it
सकता है
was,
ना भाई.
where everything just went wrong. So
सिटी साइड कुछ कर सकते
I
हैं
don't know.
PaperX
This
वाले.
is a position now where I think PaperX more so have
Hey,
to
what's
show
up,
what
Salil?
they've
Welcome.
got rather than Vici just kind of have.
क्या अभी भी कमबैक आ सकता है? हो सकता है ना बोला तो. ओ मैं भेज दूंगा अपना प्रोफाइल लिंक और मेक श्योर इट्स नॉट प्राइवेट. हाँ प्लीज गाइज मेरे को फिर वापस मैसेज करना
Alex
पड़ता है आप
still
लोगों
playing that line
को
of
कि भाई प्रोफाइल प्राइवेट है हटा दे. फिर आप लोग बाद में पढ़ोगे फिर मुझे रिप्लाई करोगे फिर मैं बाद में पढ़ूंगा फिर 1-2 दिन का डिले हो जाता है वो. भाई आज एनआईपी वर्सेस वेटालिटी देखने वाले हो? नहीं रे मुझे नहीं लगता देखेंगे. करण डैंग सनी टू गुड. यस ब्रो करण. Giveaway I will announce it on my
free reign on
post.
the T side. They're just gonna keep hammering you down. So
Is a Deadmaker? I said yeah. Ansh he is my friend. अब एनआईपी तो भारी टीम हो गई है. हाँ अच्छी टीम हो गई है यार.
it's a little bit
प्रोफाइल साइन मतलब अपने स्टीम प्रोफाइल पे साइन मिलता है. So that is प्रोफाइल साइन.
G. A bit of utility, quite a bit, in fact. Molotov, smoke, 3 flashbangs in the hands of Mr. Almond and Advent. And of course, Jam Young will be the raid boss. He has the P250, he's got the Kevlar, and Kazi and Zoking just with the Glocks. And for the side of PaperX, though, okay. All right, not a single kit, meaning that retakes are going to be quite a problem indeed. So they're going to try and shut this down as soon as they can.
Well, Jam Young going to be given the mini raid boss and.
By skin giveaway
They've
करेंगे
gone
करेंगे.
through the
Trigger
underpass.
yash
This gives
करेंगे.
a lot of
Reply करेंगे.
information. In fact, Divine might be able to catch them as they try to rotate through the connector. This has become quite awkward now for Vici as they've lost a lot of map control and they don't actually know where the majority of the players are currently going to lie. It's a risky plant. You don't have a smoke for this. I'm not really sure why that was the position they chose to take with the majority of the map clear. I guess this is why. You got Jam Young and he's going to get both again. Oh my goodness.
Baby, he
This
is
kid
Jam
is ridiculous.
Young.
The flank coming in as well. And Orman wins that duel that could have brought them back into this round. Instead, they're basically screwed. They have to kill Jam Young, and he's just using this ladder room to just stay hidden the majority of the time. They don't stand a chance. There's no kit, there's no smoke. We mentioned that already.
एक ladder room
And
में,
Jam
एक
Young
jungle
just
में,
looking
एक
to try and
city में.
close out the-
कैसे जीतेगा ये round? कैसे जीतेगा?
Just brilliant.
प्रोफाइल कोड भेजना है. प्रोफाइल का जो लिंक है वो भेजना है बस. भाई ट्विटर पे प्रोफाइल भेजा है, इंस्टा नहीं है मेरे पास. अच्छा हाँ हाँ ठीक है, ट्विटर पे देख लूंगा. सॉरी स्टीव रॉजर्स, सॉरी मेरे भाई, ट्विटर पे देख लूंगा, डोंट वरी. That because a deadly today. Yes, he was opping.
Boy, did he make up for it. 2K in
भाई
the
सोच
end
तू कब
there.
तक आएगा?
And then even the
मेरे भाई
flank,
मेरे को भी नहीं
mind
पता
freak,
कब
he
तक
should've-
आएगा, कब तक वाद तड़ पाएगा हमें.
it gets found out. I think it was Almond or was it Advent who just turns around in the nick of time. And with that, Vici, they win the pistol round and PaperX's woes continue.
Yeah, I like the fact that they've decided to eco. Gives them a little bit more wiggle room, but it does mean that the buy that's coming up in the next round will be a weaker one. And actually, Vici have invested fairly heavily into the rifles. We mentioned previously when we were watching Inferno, they sort of took big risks with their second rounds and played it more of a bonus. But I guess in this scenario, they realized that, okay, we're getting closer and closer to closing out the series altogether.
राकाजोन के साथ कोलैब करना, भाई क्या ही बोलूं अभी. लेट्स सी, देखते हैं. अपन बहुत छोटे हैं रे अभी.
Came to train is you
Jam Young
doing
कहाँ
this
से है,
amount
by
of
the way?
damage but
He's
not
playing-
actually
he's from
resetting
China.
their economy, not doing the damage to their money, means that it's kind of null and void. Like, you've got these players getting 2-3 kills with pistols, and then you still lose the round, and then you lose the buy round.
Yeah, but if they can convert this one, they can somehow turn
Thank
things
you Aryan,
around.
thank you
'Cause
Aryan.
The thing is, like,
Thank you.
it's early, right? So the thing with T economy, as we all know, is the fact that if they start stringing a number of rounds
ये
together,
स्टार्टर कब का याद
it
आएगा
starts
मिराज
building up,
देख
then
के.
it's gonna
आना
be very
भाई.
hard to stop that steamroll from happening. But if you can stop it early
कहाँ
on,
भेजो आपको?
and
इंस्टाग्राम पे
force
भेज
VG to go for this
प्रोफाइल लिंक
half
भाई.
price and whatnot, kind of
Do you have
bait
an
them
experience
into it.
with
And that's something
cheaters
that
on your
VG
team?
We've seen they
No.
tend to do it, especially
Of
when they have
course
big
no.
lead. So
साले
they can
जले
bait
पे
that
नमक
out,
छिड़क रहा है.
and they can kind of just
Thank
somehow
you
win some of
Aryan.
these
I
rounds
hope
convincingly.
we
PaperX still
keep
do have the
receiving
chance.
you know,
But
such love every day.
with Jam Young popping off.
Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Let's
I
go.
hate to pick on just individuals, but
650
everyone
likes.
in Vici is having a great time. 18 for Kaze, Zoking and Jam Young on 16 apiece, 15 frags for Mr. Almond. And I keep talking about how for Vici, the win condition is, you know, just
Is this Singapore
Kaze
server? No,
and
it's Hong
Jam
Kong
Young
server.
popping off and Zoking and Almond not being terrible. Right now, everyone's popping off. Even Advent having his moments as well. So that is a very bad sign indeed. Because on the side of PaperX, everyone's kind of quiet here. Yeah, like, you know,
नहीं
Zawai
दिखा-
is the
हर्ष,
outlier, but
नहीं
you
दिखा
need
ऊपर
everyone
वाला
to kind of
chat.
step up. Because let's be real, Mirage, especially
ब्रो तेरे को
in
जायू में
Asia,
ऐसा क्या
becomes
पसंद है?
more of an
कंसिस्टेंट है ब्रो वो,
aim
बहुत
battle
अच्छा
right
खेलता है. उसका ऐसा लगता है कि अगर जो एक बुलेट
Yeah,
छोड़ा
there's
तो
very
एक किल
few
रहना ही है.
new
वैसा है रे.
things available. I
Yo,
guess
what's up,
the only
Manoj?
other thing is like a few sneaky players. Like, I've always loved watching Hunter on this map, just with his ability to somehow sneak past the majority of
Shravan
the
showing
roster
show
the
for
whole
second
time.
in
And I
Bikaner.
guess Art falls into that bracket as well, but
कोई मत
his is
दिखाना.
a little bit more manic and insane. But
I think I'm in the
enjoy that
wrong
just
way.
as
What bro?
much.
What way?
Here we go, though. Again, it's damage being done, but they're not getting any of the kills. That's now 3 players that have been
DM
deep
is
down.
getting 120 ping.
22, 12, and 12. But it's still a 4 versus 2 situation, and those players are still standing. Both gonna now lie within the jungle
कोई
once
नहीं भाई, तेरा
again.
tweet बहुत
First kill
अच्छा
goes
लगता
their
है.
way.
Thank you, thank you.
Second should as well.
अगर जो आप लोग ट्विटर पे हो गाइस, फॉलो करना. वहां पर मैं अपने स्ट्रीम ये स्ट्रीम क्या मतलब अपने थॉट्स जाहिर करता हूँ.
Was his counterpart also landing on 12 HP?
एवान स्ट्रीम 50 stream.
With no kit available to him, I'm unsure of how
Muझे
he'll
समझा नहीं
actually
भाई,
manage
but
to win
yes,
this
thank
one,
you, thank
missing
you.
the jump as well. Not that I really think that would have made much of a difference. And Norman going to add insult to injury by closing out the
जो
round. It's
मैंने
sort of-
सोचा
that was
था,
almost the
वैसा ही हो रहा है
perfect representation of how this match
और जो
has
मैंने
gone.
पढ़ा था, वैसा
They
ही हो
did
रहा
a
है.
lot of damage, but unfortunately, they're not
मैं
going to
आपको
win.
बता नहीं सकता कि मैंने क्या पढ़ा
Yeah,
है.
it's
But
very
मैंने एक
much
पढ़ा है
the
कुछ.
storytelling. But then again, you know what?
और
The
वैसा ही
way
हो रहा है.
PaperX have played today, at least especially on train,
कभी व्यूअर्स के साथ भी खेलो.
do-
व्यूअर्स सब गेम्स होंगे बट उसके पहले गिव अवे होगा. ठीक है, तो गिव अवे के बाद सब गेम्स होंगे. लेट्स सी कब होते हैं. टू के सब्सक्राइबर्स पे हमने सब गेम्स किए थे। अभी हम लोग गिव अवे करेंगे और नेक्स्ट माइलस्टोन पे, मतलब अभी गिव अवे तो बाकी है, तो गिव अवे करेंगे उसके बाद हम लोग और एक सब गेम्स करेंगे, ठीक है। वो तो इन इन लाइन है वो तो, फॉर श्योर। अभी मेरे को मुझे लगता है एक दिन निकाल के एक ऐसे वीडियोस बनाने पड़ेंगे, तो मैं हर हफ्ते में दो दो वीडियोस अपलोड करते जाऊं। एक होगा हाईलाइट वीडियो हो सकता है, और एक होगा इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियो हर मैप के बारे में, स्मोक फ्लैश के बारे में, एंगल्स के बारे में। सोच रहा हूँ, मतलब बहुत सारे थिंग्स है यार पाइपलाइन में, बट अपने को एक बेस ऑडियंस ग्रो चाहिए, एक बेस ऑडियंस हो जाए तो फिर अपन, क्योंकि सबको नॉलेज मिले तो वो अच्छा है ना यार।
Was very impressive indeed, in fact. But obviously, it ended
Did I miss any
16-14,
case
but
opening today? I didn't do any
in
case opening,
reality,
but करूंगा।
they probably
तो
shouldn't have
गिव अवे
reached. You
कब
probably
होगा?
shouldn't have even got into
आजकल
double
यार,
digits.
आजकल
It was
मेरे
a
भाई
15-8
वेदांत, आजकल
scoreline,
में
and
होगा,
I
डोंट
do
वरी।
think that
आजकल मेरे
HyperX,
को है
maybe
ना
the pressure got
इंस्टाग्राम
to them
पे
a little
करने
bit,
दे
as
रहे,
there
ये
was
सब
some
मैं खुद से करता हूँ
mistakes
भाई।
being made. Also, Vici just started being far more aggressive and playing a less conventional train. So
ये तो अच्छा है कोई यार, थोड़े लोग हेल्प कर देते थंबनेल बना के, नहीं तो पिछले मैं थंबनेल्स भी बनाता हूँ रात को बैठ के सोने से पहले, साइन करते करते प्रोफाइल। तो सब बहुत सारा अभी वीडियो एडिट करना चालू कर दिया है यूट्यूब से सीख के।
it's definitely a worthwhile investment, but they'll be. While the almost blind aggression there from Deathmaker is a very, very easy kill for the T side. Leaving just 3 remaining, of course, this is a round we can't really expect too much. Unfortunately, they kind of need to do something here, Blair, because even if they are going to manage a couple of...
We are here to you out in any way, bhai, for the videos and subs. Thank you, Nishant. Thank you, bro. Thank you यार निशांत। अभी मैंने अडोब आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स प्रीमियर प्रो, आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स नहीं, प्रीमियर प्रो डाउनलोड किया है वीडियो एडिटिंग के लिए। तो यूट्यूब से अभी देखते हैं एडिट, मतलब कैसे एडिट कर सकता हूँ मैं, वो यूट्यूब से देख सीख के सीखेंगे। थोड़ा बहुत फोटोशॉप आ गया है अभी हमें, तो यूट्यूब से ही सीखा है मैंने फोटोशॉप, कि हाउ टू क्रॉप, और हाउ टू ब्लर समथिंग, और हाउ टू वॉट एवर द थिंग इज। सो लेट्स सी। और फिर स्ट्रीम भी कर रहा हूँ। सो आप लोग मुझे मोटिवेट करते हो यार, ये सब इसलिए तो मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ गाइस, इसलिए तो थंबनेल बना रहा हूँ अपने से, इतने ये सब कुछ कर रहा हूँ। लेट्स सी वेयर वी रीच एंड व्हाट वी डू। लेट्स सी, इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ ओनली योर सपोर्ट वो सब हैपन हो सकता है। सो गाइस सब्सक्राइब करते रहना। 650 सब्सक्राइब टू 3650 के बहुत करीब है हम लोग।
This round, and now just get a random triple kill that doesn't make any sense.
And Zoking is gonna just push up. I love watching his crosshair placement. It is absolutely wild. Alex needs to do a lot. He finds one, but he's pincered, and the timing is atrocious.
Deathmaker वापस ऑफ कर रहा है। I
Admin
think ये
jamming strike in tandem again, and it's all in mind
16-5 game
to
होने
somehow
हो
delay
सकता है।
this. They're gonna find one, but still, bomb planet. Look at the flank in the form of Jam Young, just pushing it all the way from connector, in fact, and Divide, they're making quite a little bit of
Did I
pace.
send you that
Zoking will be
monetization
forced to move on
video?
out, but he will
No.
survive. And this could actually work off of PayperX to get the kill onto Kaze real quick. It could definitely fall apart for the T's, but Zoking pushing up. This is great from Zoking, ensuring that Kaze doesn't get caught out, and then the double P comes in, and Zoking with a
VC
triple kill.
Gaming
15-5 for VC Gaming. They
intentionally
are
हारा है
with
first
10
map।
map and match points.
ऐसा क्यों लगता है रे
I
तेरे को
do
सत्या
like it,
की?
just throwing a little bit of shade. He didn't even do anything that round. He did nothing. He was just like,
ऐसा क्यों
I'm just
लगता
gonna
है
walk
भाई
in and
तेरे?
spray some bodies at the end. Wow. 15-5. There's yet
OG
to really
disband हो रही
be
है,
a
that is very
break
sad
from
यार।
the domination. As
चलो
they
गाइस
only
जल्दी
really
जल्दी
had
650
individual
लाइक्स,
rounds.
650
Two is
लाइक्स
the
कर
most
दो
that
रे,
we've
ये
seen
गेम खत्म होने वाला
strung
है
together
और हम
by
लोग केस ओपन करेंगे।
PayperX, and
650 लाइक्स कर
well,
दो।
they now need 10, and that is not the start I imagine they were hoping for. As Jam Young bursting out onto the A site. It's only going to be one for him. There's still defenders trying their best to hold on, but already they're at a man disadvantage as the bomb looks to be planted. Advent just keeping it safe, stuck around CT. Zoking's almost getting killed just by the spray that's trying to stop the bomb from going down. A little bit unlucky in that scenario, but even still, an after-plant position, no kit, and a single smoke. That's all PayperX have to offer.
Well, Kazi and Zoking being low do give them an opportunity, and they've used a final smoke, unfortunately. That means the Molotov's going to come on in, and oh, okay. The dissipating smoke at the very last second denies the Molotov from blooming, and now Alex finds Kazi, but Almond, an advantageous
GG.
strike, and Alex didn't even have time to move his
GG.
crosshair, as that is going to
दवाई
be the
ने
win for
बहुत
BG.
अच्छा
Losing
खेला,
the first map, but then
कैरी
looking
किया,
very, very convincing in the final two.
बहुत ही अच्छा कैरी किया, दवाई 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 ने. So yes, that is the end of the match, guys, and let's Photoshop हैक किया. Photoshop हैक नहीं रे, वेबसाइट से कोई तो डाउनलोड किया, टॉरेंट से डाउनलोड किया Photoshop. Why do you think team practice is not necessary? I do not think that team practice is not necessary, bro. Team practice is necessary, but we don't practice. Team practice is necessary, 100% necessary. It's the only thing that you can achieve. So I mean, क्या बोल रहा हूँ मेरे को भी नहीं पता, but yes, you should practice. राजा कॉपीराइट नहीं लगेगा. कॉपीराइट लगेगा तो वीडियो डिलीट रे. अपने को प्यार चाहिए रे. चलो केस ओपन करते हैं गाइस. केस ओपन करते हैं जल्दी, फटफट 650 लाइक्स कंप्लीट कर दो. कल के मुकाबले बहुत ही कम हम लोग ने आज लाइक किया है. सो गाइस करो जल्दी जल्दी, सबके सब लाइक करो, और तब तक मैं लॉग इन कर लेता हूं 88 स्किन्स पे. स्ट्रीम स्टार्टर का फाइनल्स. मैं थक गया मेरे भाई, आज मेरे को है ना मैच ने थोड़ा झिंझोड़ दिया, क्योंकि बहुत ही दर्दनाक मैच था थोड़ा. चलो 650 likes guys, and we will let's open some cases. सबसे पहले तो हम शुरुआत करते हैं अपने भाई टैंक्स से, क्योंकि टैंक्स ने हमारी बहुत मदद की है. यार ये नेट खा कहाँ रहा है भाई, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता. ये नेट जाता कहाँ है मेरा. ओपेरा GX स्टीम ही क्विट कर देता हूँ भाई. और क्या है, और कुछ नहीं है ना. नॉट VPN तो कुछ खा नहीं रहा है. ठीक है, OBS 5 MBPS खा रहा है. ठीक है चलो. कितने का सेटअप है ब्रो मेरा सेटअप नहीं है, ये भाड़े पे है. सो लेट्स गो. टैंक्स भाई कुछ अच्छा दिला दे भाई, शुरुआत हम कर दे रहे. अच्छा अबे टैंक्स साले वेस्ट हो रहा है बे टैंक्स भाई. अपन खोलेंगे ना, अभी बहुत हो गया, अभी अपन अच्छा केस खोलेंगे कुछ. ये खोला है भाई, मेरे को बहुत दर्द हुआ यार ये केस से. सर्विसेज विंडोज अपडेट स्टॉप डिसेबल किया है रे. वेलोरेंट खेल. वेलोरेंट अभी नहीं रे, थोड़ा बाद में. वेलोरेंट खेलेंगे, अभी नहीं, थोड़ा बाद में. चलो गाइस 650 लाइक्स पे कुछ बड़ा केस खोलेंगे. जल्दी जल्दी कर दो रे लाइक्स. 650 लाइक्स कर दो, और हम खोलेंगे. कौन सा खोले भाई, कौन सा खोले. 300 का है ये. चलो ये खोलते हैं, 300 का है. चलो 650 लाइक्स पे ये वाला 300 GB वाला खोलेंगे. चलो अभी कुछ भी आण दे आण दे. रात को स्ट्रीम करोगे, सोच तो रहा हूं करूं, सोच तो रहा हूं. चलो 3 2 1 गो. बहुत 300 का है, कर दिया लाइक। माँ की लॉस। 300 का 180 मिला, 120 गया अपना। ठीक है ना, आई थिंक ठीक ही है। चलो 700 पे, 700 लाइक्स पे अपन एक मस्त वाला खोलेंगे जिससे हम लोग एकदम तबाह हो जाएंगे। वो है सबसे भारी केस, ड्रैगन लॉर। ड्रैगन लॉर वाला केस खोलेंगे 700 लाइक्स पे गाइस। चलो जल्दी जल्दी कर लो 700। और गाइस एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क स्किन्स डाल दो अगर जो आप लोग को ये साइट पे जाना है और केस खोलना है। एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क स्किन्स टाइप करो। आप ये कर सकते हो, मेरा कोड मिलेगा HAI टाइप करो कोड, प्रमोशनल कोड पे। ईमेल आईडी डालना, स्टीम आईडी मत डालना, ईमेल आईडी डालना। और ईमेल आईडी डाल के आप खोल सकते हो केसेस। 2 केस मिलेंगे, दोनों खोल लो, ऐश करो। अगर जो आपको वो स्किन्स चाहिए या फिर आपको लगता है कि यार आपका लक अच्छा है तो $2-3 डाल लो और फिर ले लो जो भी मिल रहा है। $2-3 में क्या आ जाएगा भाई। चलो 700 लाइक्स पे हम लोग ये खोलेंगे केस। अच्छा मिला तो ठीक है, नहीं तो GG, वेल प्लेड। थैंक यू फॉर योर 31 यार, थैंक यू फॉर योर 31। देखते कौन किसने दिया है। करण, करण डैंग, थैंक यू फॉर योर 31 यार। करण डैंग, मोर पावर टू यू, कीप गोइंग, ऑल द बेस्ट। थैंक यू करण, थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू ब्रो, अप्रिशिएटेड। हो गया 709। बस कर, चीटिंग मत कर। मत खोलो अपने नाइफ, विड्रॉ कर लो। नहीं रे, मुझे नहीं लगता मैं विड्रॉ कर सकता हूँ मेरे भाई, बिकॉज फ्री केसेस में कुछ है क्या। अबे भाई ये तो ओपन कर लिया हम लोग ने। क्या है ये केस में, दिखाओ, 1 मिनट दिखाता हूँ। ये केस में है ड्रैगन लोर, जो कि अपने को पता है वो नहीं मिलेगा। कराम्बिट लोर है, ओके। दोनों का सेम ही प्राइस है वैसे, मतलब सेम ही चांसेस है। अपने को है ना, कितने का है भाई ये, 700 का है। तो अपने को ये यहां से ऊपर मिला ना तो हम लोग का प्रॉफिट है, इसके नीचे मिला ना जो कि मिलने ही वाला है, लॉस है। चलो 28 more likes remaining for 700 and then we open this case and then boom bam bye bye. केसेस तब खोलो जब जीरो एक्सपेक्टेशन हो। हाँ ना यार, मेरा नसीब ही खराब है भाई इस सब में। इसका सीधा 13 से सीधा हाफ हो जाएगा ये केस से, क्योंकि 14 650 हो जाएगा अपने पास। 700 का भाई, ये 700 का है केस। इसमें ये जीजी होने वाला है मुझे लगता है भाई। कौन जीता मैच, मैच जीता है भैया जी, CS सिखा दो, सिखाएंगे। मैच जीता है कौन रे, VC गेमिंग। चलो गाइस 700 पहुंचा दो। 22 more likes for 700 and we open this case। मैं भी कैसा हूँ भाई, ये नहीं चालू कर रहा हूँ गाना। Which browser? This is Opera Gaming Browser, Opera GX, Opera GX का ब्राउजर है ये। इस बार 1000 GB प्लस मिलेगा, मेरा प्रिडिक्शन है, देखना। बस कर भाई, सही है। सही में क्या तेरे मुंह में घी शक्कर रे। चलो 20 मोर रिमेनिंग गाइस, 20 मोर रिमेनिंग, जल्दी जल्दी कर दो। अच्छा 15 मोर रिमेनिंग, मैंने तो देखा ही नहीं था, सॉरी। 15 मोर रिमेनिंग। और अगर जो सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब कर दो गाइस, चलो जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब कर दो। थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इनटू द स्ट्रीम एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर लव गाइस, थैंक यू थैंक यू। माना ये थोड़ा सा छोटा स्ट्रीम है आज का, बट क्या ही करे भाई, आज मैच था ना। चलो गाइस, बस 20 सब्सक्राइबर्स मोर फॉर 650, 20 मोर सब्सक्राइबर्स गाइस फॉर 650। जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब कर दो यार, नोटिफिकेशन आनी चाहिए। लेट्स गो। चलो गाइस, जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना, क्योंकि हम लोग खाली 20 सब्सक्राइबर अवे हैं 650 सब्सक्राइबर से। सो यस, करो जल्दी जल्दी, लाइक करो। सॉरी, जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब कर देना, क्योंकि आप लोगों का सब एवरी सब्सक्रिप्शन मैटर्स गाइस। सो एक एक करके सब्सक्राइब कर दोगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा होगा गाइस। क्या गाने लगाता है भाई प्रिंसल। ये अच्छा लग रहा है। ये चलो इट्स डन, हो गए। चलो जैसे कि मैंने बोला था, ये केस ओपन करेंगे और हारेंगे भाई। चलो एनीवेज 700, ओके। सब्सक्राइब कर देना गाइस, आप लोगों के लिए कर रहा हूं। लेट्स गो। का हाफ कितना होता है? 350। ये 350 से भी कम है। गया, सब पैसे गए रे भाई। सेल करना ही अच्छा है इसको। 884। अपने इन्वेंटरी में भी कुछ नहीं है सेल करने लायक। शी यार, शी। गलत गलत खेल लिया भाई, गलत। टैंक्स, तू एक लास्ट भरोसा है भाई। प्लीज टैंक्स, कुछ अच्छा दिला दे जिससे हम लोग को प्रॉफिट हो जाए। प्लीज टैंक्स। साले टैंक्स तेरी। मेरे को ऐसा रेज क्यों लग रहा है? मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं सब अभी सब डाल दूं भाई। आज नसीब खराब है गाइस। ये हम लोग 800 पे छोड़ के जाएंगे। बस हो गया, नसीब खराब है आज। ओ नाइफ! अबे कौन सा था? अबे 650 का नाइफ हाथ से गया यार। $28.28। नाइफ वापस गया। ओ भाई, टैंक्स ने तो आज बर्बाद कर दिया है भाई हम लोग को। कुछ मिला ही नहीं। 800 शी रे। चलो भाई, जीजी है इसका काम। टैंक्स का काम है लुटवाना, और तुम लोग के वजह से मैंने यार केस ओपन किया 700 लाइक्स पे। कोई बात नहीं, और 699 लाइक्स भी कर दिए तुम लोग ने। वाह बेटा, सही गेम खेल रहे हो। हाँ स्कैमर्स, असल स्कैम तुम लोग करते हो सालो। 699 लाइक कर दिया और केस भी खुलवा दिया। सारा 700 है ही नहीं अपना। जी भाई जी 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 जी। मैं जा रहा हूँ बंद करके अभी स्ट्रीम। बस हो गया भाई। चीटर्स, फकिंग चीटर्स, आई एम प्लेइंग विद चीटर्स। चलो गाइज, अगर जो सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया हो तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना। डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब द स्ट्रीम। कल वापस मिलेंगे, वापस थोड़े नशे करेंगे। 699 लाइक कर दिया और केस भी खुलवा दिया। सारा 700 है ही नहीं है। जी जी भाई जी 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 जी। ठीक है, चलो निकलते हैं हम लोग। पतली गली से वट लेते हैं अपन, और मिलते हैं कल, या फिर थोड़े टाइम बाद। क्या बोलते हो भाई लोग? बा बच्ची बमाए, कैसे हो सभी? थैंक यू गाइस, थैंक यू, बहुत मजा आ गया। 710, थैंक यू। चलो अच्छा है। चलो गाइस, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर ट्यूनिंग इनटू टुडे स्ट्रीम, एंड होपफुली रात में आ सकता हूँ। आई डोंट नो, थक गया हूँ आज के लिए भाई। कल हम लोग फ्रेश थोड़ा सुबह करेंगे स्ट्रीम, क्योंकि कल कोई मैच नहीं है। और यस, चिट्टा हैका चिट्टा मवेश। थैंक यू गाइस, थैंक यू, लव यू ऑल। अब जा रहा हूँ मैं बाहर साइकिलिंग चलाने, थोड़ा फ्रेश एयर लेने। घर पे बैठ के बोर हो गया हूँ यार। वॉलपेपर का लिंक 1 मिनट बताता हूँ। वॉलपेपर का लिंक है CSGO, क्या था रे, CSGO वॉलपेपर्स। हाँ ये देखिए, टाइप करेगा ना CSGO वॉलपेपर्स, तो csgowallpapers.com करके एक आएगा। ठीक है, csgowallpapers.com करके आएगा गाइज। और यहाँ पर जाओ, एक्सप्लोर करो, और रेजोल्यूशंस पे टाइप करो। जो आपको रेजोल्यूशन चाहिए वो उठा लो यार, उसमें क्या है। ये देख रहे हो, यहीं से लिया है रे मैंने, अभी तक है यहाँ पर, यहीं से लिया है। फिर आपको देखो, यहाँ सब रेजोल्यूशंस है। सबसे पॉपुलर रेजोल्यूशन आई थिंक 1920x1080 है। सो यस, ये देखो, यहाँ सब रेजोल्यूशन आपको मिल जाएगा। HD रेजोल्यूशन, वो भी बहुत अच्छा साइट है csgowallpapers.com। मैं प्रमोट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आपको चाहिए तो ले जाओ, अच्छे हैं इसमें। गेटराइट बिटराइट सब है भाई, सर्क है, MIBR है, फेज है, अच्छा है। So yes, thank you for tuning in today's stream guys. Love you all. Don't forget that we are in this together. Take care. Bye bye.